is part of an ancient tradition. Old as robotics itself. The clash of the code. The roar of the nothing. From zero distance, they have been summoned. The easiest Dota bots the game has ever known. Destined to battle at the Bot International, 16 bots will wage simulations for their piece of the smallest prize pool of non-human gaming. The eyes of the world turn to Bot TI's custom arena. Those about to clash don't even know they are fighting. Which entity will emerge victorious? The bot battle begins.
Ladies and gentlemen of humankind, welcome to the final day of Bot TI 2. We have started this adventure with all 115 Dota heroes and have whittled it down all the way to now the top 12 to find out who is going to be a champion. And our new champion, last year's Elder Titan, fell a bit short in the first round, so we got to find out who is going to win the grand prize of 30 million megabytes or such. I'm joined at my panel of bot experts. An absolute privilege to be here with these fine gentlemen. To my left, starting, of course, we got Purge, we got Aosin, and, of course, Capitalist. We all wore the same suit outfit today. What is happening right now? I seriously, for the first time, just looked and said, what is going on right now? All right.
You can't blame me. This is all I have.
We are bots, for sure. Anyways, fantastic to have you all here. Today is going to be indeed very, very special. Obviously, like I said, we're going to get through all of the bots, all the way down to our final champion. But along the way, we are going to have some special content, and we are going to be featuring the Toilet Bowl. That's right, a battle of the 4 worst bots based on how they performed, you know, how pathetic their showing was, the damage output was the worst, and overall just they're hilariously bad, so we're going to put them together in a match later on. But, guys, it's already been such an adventure along the way. Where do we begin, Purge?
Well, I think the first match is... No, I don't actually know. Where do we begin?
Reflect a bit on, how about just as far as yesterday? We started with the top 16, and I know even right out of the gate we had a couple of upsets. Things were not as easy as we expected.
Well, I think the important thing to remember is Pango is a disgusting beast in Bot TI. He's just one of those heroes you feel in pub presence. You're like, if we have an early team fight and Pango uses ulti, we're going to have a bad time because you can't do shit to him in most cases if you don't have the right spells. He's magic immune. He's dealing damage. He's disrupting the team. It's just a pain in the ass. And bots, they are very good at pressing a button and then moving their hero. So it's like
Are you sure about that?
Pango just wrecks. All right, Pango wrecked
Yes,
real hard
Pango's
yesterday.
stock yesterday definitely for me drove up a couple of notches. Enough so to I put him at the top. I put him to win the whole thing.
Yep, I think so too.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, you should have seen the early stages of Pango.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we saw that. It was
We
like,
did. He was like...
It was like 5 swashbuckles, and it would hit one person. It was a miracle that it even hit like 2 people, and then all of a sudden, like towards the end, he was like 5-man instant deletion at level 5, and then he just dumpsters everyone at 15-25.
There's some weird coding that he really likes going to the middle with his swashbuckle, right? It's like it's just something about it. It just draws him in every single time. Remember that one fight where it drew out a little bit, and the second round of swashbuckles came up, and they all went to the middle?
Oh, okay.
I missed that one.
Yeah. It's like something about it. They just they want to be the center of attention. I don't blame him.
Well,
It'd be a shame if he made it this far and then suddenly choked in these last couple of rounds and the swashbuckles were way off the mark. But, yeah, all right. So let's just kind of tickle a bit about what's on the menu here.
These brackets are actually wrong. These are one phase back from where we are currently, I believe.
Well, here's a pen, sir.
Yeah.
Give me a pen.
Got a fresh bracket.
I just want to make sure that you guys understand.
A reference for us to look at and for everyone at home to be able to peek into here and now. So
there's definitely a lot of interesting matchups. I think that's what I love about Bot TI is that depending on what the bracket is, feels like almost any hero can go really far as long as they just don't match up against that one hero that counters them. And we saw Zeus match up into that one hero that countered him, Inspector. Just like the combination of dispersion and instant jump. Since nobody's using blink daggers, Zeus looked to be unstoppable until it ran into Spectre. And I think similarly with Spectre, you're going to see that Pango is going to be quite the counter to this poor old Spectre.
It's a giant like rock, paper, scissors, really. You got some of the types that are just insta burst fire. You got some of the types that are just beefy cake, and it really could be anybody's game depending on seeding. That's why we've seen so many upsets already. Even the reincarnation heroes, the old champions, the surefire wins, your bristlebacks, your Baddens. There's no way they'll get taken out early. Yeah, they're gone. They're long gone now.
Aghanim Scepter is also breathing new life into some of these heroes. I think Ember Spirit and Pango are good examples of heroes that got a big buff, both in Dota as well as Bot TI off of their Ags. So. Is there anybody else in there that has, I guess, like Crystal Maiden had that big buff in her freezing field. Not necessarily it's the Aghanims itself. But
Dazzle is a big change for sure. Yeah. He was garbage last year, but this year his ultimate works well because it's you're getting like 5 to 10 minus armor stacks as soon as the 5 Dazzles cast their spells. So it does give them some edge.
I think Dazzle's actually one of the. I think if he's not fighting Pango, he actually has a really good chance against every other hero. Because like what happens is. You 5 poison touch, they all start melting, and then all it takes is one person to shallow grave themselves, and then they just outlast everyone else.
Yeah, that's what happened the one time that Dazzle beat Pango, actually. Very similar, yeah.
It's going to happen again, I'm calling it.
Yeah, they have that way to kind of figure out if they're about to die to use the grave. For him, it works. For other heroes, they seem to not know how that function works whatsoever. For those of you watching and you want to get your own input as far as who's going to win this one, be sure to head over to fantasy.bts.gg where you can see all the matches coming up as well as check out the current leaderboard and get your own predictions. As you can see, just easily sync up to the Steam, and then it's a matter of just pushing and clicking the hero you think is going to take it. There's our leaderboard. Smile at the top.
Oh, shout out to Gimpy Joe.
Gimpy freaking Joe. Still up there.
They're just, okay, so it's pretty much just a three-man run at this point, right?
It looks like it, yeah, for the top spot.
105, 104, 104, and then 4th place at 100, so.
It's not impossible.
If they have that high win rate, are they going to choke at this point? Like ultra choke?
Yeah.
They'd have to choke like 4 predictions or something, right?
It's always possible.
They'd have to like completely lose from here on out for them to get passed up from those top 3.
In that situation, do you think it's actually better to just randomly guess?
No. I don't think randomly guessing got them to top 3 global. I think making good decisions did, and I think if I was one of those people, I'd be like, keep on making those good decisions. I'm gonna win. So somebody's going to make a joke. Someone else is going to think like that, and that's how they get separated. That's how they get 4th place.
Eosin is taking on the spirit of gods here and is going to replace him.
I'm the bot whisperer. Basically, if they want to win, just listen to me. That's
definitely not true.
Is that how it works?
Eosin,
and you thought Dazzle would beat Pango? That's what you thought?
When did I say that?
Did you tell me earlier that in chat you...
I was only there for Spectre Warlock, and everyone doubted me, and and that was my only prediction.
I mean, gentlemen, as we know, we've already put our predictions out there. You can catch them, of course, on our Twitters as of recent, and of course at the eStars website. We've all predicted already who we feel is going to be placing from 1st all the way down to 12th. It's on you guys now to head over to the eStars website and kind of rank how we predicted. Who predicted best? Was Grant's guarantee good enough? I believe he said Ember's going to take the whole thing. And then you have the likes of, someone like Purge here, sophisticated like myself, put Pango at the top to win it. Whoever you feel did the best, rank them the best, and you have a chance to win $25,000.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if I know a lot of people make a big deal about spoilers and such. If you really hate spoilers, just don't check out my bracket.
Oh, okay.
'Cause, it'll just ruin the whole bot
thing.
TI for you. So.
All right,
yeah,
fair enough.
Okay.
I, paid off Lumi on the side, so just pick mine. No, I actually know nothing, and you would know that if you've seen any of my predictions throughout this run. You'd think, like, maybe Carl Guy was peeking over the shoulder of Lumi during the recording, because he was not far. But I know nothing. Believe me, I was very caught up in Summit and other matters. So with that said, I think we do owe the people some bot matches, right? We should just get right into our first match and begin to break it down. Zeus versus Nyx. You got anti-caster versus heavy caster. What do the people at home say at the fantasy website? They say Zeus is taking it, 425 to 183.
It is important that if you didn't catch yesterday, the way that Nyx beat Centaur was it was real close to cheating. He bought Aghanim Scepter, he burrowed in the ground, and he never came up until his ultimate was off cooldown. He would jump up, give him the one little slap on the butt, and he'd go right underground again. And he did that for like 5 minutes.
It was a world record for Bati.
The fact that Zeus is now against him and has true sight vision capabilities is going to be a game changer here. I don't think Nyx is going to be able to cheese, and it's clear that the bots know where the invis heroes are, so I think that even if they're all burrowed, the Zeuses are going to keep casting spells. They'll cast Bolt at least, most likely. Hopefully.
I mean, but that's Nyx getting to round 3. That's when he gets the Ags, right? Is it even going to go to round 3, you guys? Do you think?
I could see Nyx Assassin winning the first round, for sure.
Okay.
I think so, too.
One of the advantages of Spike Carapace is the fact that any of these AoE spells, you're bouncing it back 5 different times. So, really advantageous.
Mm-hmm.
How are they on activating the Carapaces, though? What do we recall their history? Have they been pretty good?
Yeah, like every single time they came out against the Centaur matchup, they would came out of their burrow. They would always have their Spike Carapace going. So, I don't know. It's just like it's really questionable how the whole Vendetta situation will work. Whether or not they're going to pop their Spike Carapaces, if there is going to be these blind lightning bolts coming their way. If Zeuses get stunned, maybe they get chain stunned.
That's my worry is that if they do burrow, that the Zeuses will know they're there, but they're not going to cast any of their abilities because they might not ground target lightning bolt. Mm-hmm. And if they don't have their ultis available, they might just say, like, we know where they are, but we can't cast spells until one's actually clickable. That could be an issue.
No, I think with 5 Zeus, 5 Nimbus, 5 Thunder God, there's going to be so much damage coming out that True Sight will always be a thing. And,
that's true.
And, they'll be able to kill Nyx. I think, like, it's kind of hard to tell what will happen at level 5, but I think Zeus will win this match.
All right. We'll have to see if he can do it. First, let's get him out to the arena. Here is our Zeus team intro. Now, I'm pretty sure in my own personal prediction, I actually put Zeus as second for this, so he better do pretty good here, at least for my sake right now. But I hear you guys putting up a lot of arguments for Nyx Assassin. Tell me, though, what can Zeus do to kind of at least get off to a good start here of the day?
Blow the Nyx away. That's about the best you can do.
There's no game plan.
There's no game plan. There really isn't.
Cast your spells.
Yeah.
That's it.
Don't be faltered by anything the Beetle does. Just get out there and slam the keyboard.
It's going to be a little hard, though, because, like, any damage that they start taking, they're going to try and Spike Carapace. And, like, the Zeuses are going to get stunned.
They were also slow
probably a long
at casting
time.
their spells against Spectre. That was one of the things
That's
that we were talking about, right? It's like, oh, you should Nimbus and Thunder God's Wrath, but especially since the Spectre's daggered first.
Yep.
Right? So I think I'd see similar issues against Nyx.
I think I'm getting scared. I'm thinking about like the double edge on Centaur again. It's like one Spike Carapace. If all Centaurs double edge, they take like 6 damage. You're getting like 6 double edges back because every Nyx can reflect each player damage once. So if like they all Spike Carapace and every Zeus ultis, the Zeuses all die and the Nyxes don't die.
5 Thunder God's Wrath.
They would actually take no damage. It's kind of terrifying actually how good Spike Carapace can be.
I don't trust them to Carapace in time. I think it's proximity based and not like reaction.
It's not damage based.
What is it? What do you have against Nyx Assassin? Because you're trusting Zeus to cast his spells, even though we've seen him be a little slow at that. But you're not trusting Nyx Assassin casting his spells, even though we've seen that Nyx Assassin is good enough to do it.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't see Zeus yesterday.
Okay.
But the previous, every other round, they dump everything instantly. That's what they've been doing up until now. Yeah. And the last time I saw Nyx, he just waited until he got in range. I'm going to assume he's going to do the same thing. So I think Zeus will be able to cast everything without dying.
We're going to have to see what Nyx shows up today to play against Zeus. Let's introduce Team Nyx. There it is, Team Nyx. They both get out to the field, and we're going to start to break down just round number 1. Reminder for anybody out there who maybe is new to Bot TI and what really this is all about. You're going to see 5-on-5 action, 5 mirrors of the hero running easy bots. They're going to dish out all their spells. Whoever is left standing is going to take the whole thing. Round number 1, here it is. Level 5, only 3 branches. And, all right, Spike Carapace versus the Zeus's Thunder and Static. And
Nyx has 2 stuns here, basically. 2 AoE stuns, effectively. And I'm pretty scared that Zeus is just going to get AoE bursted down while being chain stunned. And I'm not sure that they're going to be able to survive the first round. I don't know. I think Nyx
it's a really tough call, too. Every time I've seen Nyx, they like 5-man Impale. Everyone just lines up for it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is very likely to happen here, especially with Spike Carapace and all the AoE coming out. Everyone's going to be stunned forever.
I backed Nyx Assassin for this series, and a lot of it was off the basis that I felt like he was going to win the first round, and the second and third round were toss-ups for me, exactly what was going to happen. But as long as he wins the first round, I think one of those other 2 rounds is going to go his way. So I am banking real hard on Nyx Assassin for this first one. Then it's easy coasting from here.
all right. I'm feeling some heavy Nyx vibes, certainly from these 2 here. Steven, you don't seem as committed at the moment.
I don't know. My brain says Nyx, but my heart says Zeus.
All right.
My bracket said
well,
Zeus,
what's
but
bigger?
I think
What's
it's going to
better?
be Nyx.
It's your
I'm
mind
messed
telling
up
you
already.
no, but your body? Is your body telling
my
you yes?
body is telling me Zeus. Let's go.
All right,
Let's
you're
go
on
Zeus.
Zeus. I'm going to go Zeus as well because that's what I put on the bracket. I hope you could take this first round. Let's get in the arena and get our first Bot TI match of today underway.
God, I'm going to get flamed so fast.
All right, they need...
My mind is
they-
telling me no.
The Zeuses need the Spike Carapace to proc on Arc Lightnings, not Lightning Bolts. That would make a big difference here.
Don't worry, that's going to happen.
All right.
They
Okay.
always cast Arc Lightning first, and they're not
true.
going to Carapace it.
Yeah, they're going to futz on the Carapace, I'm feeling.
All right, we'll see.
They're going to futz on it.
What was that, Steven?
They didn't futz.
I see nothing here. Wait, they're going to win still.
Let's go! Oh, okay.
No, they're fine.
No,
They're going to win still.
Hold it.
Hold it.
Thunder God's Wrath.
Okay, well,
Look,
rough
they're gonna-
start for Zeus.
They're going to win the series. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
You know, Blade Mail is really good in Bot TI, guys. And is it not interesting that like some of the heroes doing the best have Blade Mail type skills, Spectre, and it actually it looks so broken in some of these. Like Blade Mail is actually really busted if you think about it. It's
It
like
is.
it's
It's
an
too
item
busted.
that just like counters all of your opponent's damage back at them. It's like, how do you beat it if they can't not attack you? You know.
Yep.
This is kind of like it, yeah. I like to defend myself by saying that my mind said Nyx.
Oh, okay.
It's just my body betrayed me. That's all.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair
Okay.
enough.
But
Just
this
like the
time,
song.
but this time,
Just like the song.
this time, it's Zeus.
I think Zeus can win this one. Look at all these dead items that Nyx has. He's got the Aether Lens is actually pretty good here, I would argue, but the Blink's useless and he doesn't use the Dagon. So really, he is got like 2,000 net worth. On the other side, Zeus has a Kaya that's going to do something. He's not going to Veil. Ags is godly because we're going to have Nimbuses. They're going to get stunned by Spike Carapace, I think similar to the last match. But
yeah, but
ideally
That's
they
not gonna
would
kill him.
They would Nimbus without getting Spike Carapace.
That's the advantage, is that if Zeus does Nimbus over Thunder God's Wrath, then I think he handily wins. But then again, we also had the Vendetta issue, right? Where it's like...
They invis as soon
yeah,
as
they go
got spotted.
invis right as they're spotted. So what does Zeus do from there?
No, but there's always going to be.
Zeus is a cheater, so he's going to know exactly where the
No,
Nyx Assassin
but Nimbus is
will
going to
they-
reveal them.
is.
Nimbus is going to
but-
reveal.
Oh, but it all comes down. All right, if they use Thunder God's Wrath or put an Nimbus on the ground before the first before a Nyx goes invisible, then it's fine. So hypothetically, what could happen is a Zeus sees a Nyx, the Nyx goes invis, but then the Zeus sees the Nyx behind him. If he drops the Nimbus, there's going to be a bolt, there's going to be True Strike, and then everybody's unleashing. And then it comes down to, do they all get Spike Carapace before getting the majority of their spells off, aka Nimbus? They need the Nimbus like to be able to like start picking off Nyxes, get them low, that way they can survive the burst, and then they can unleash the rest of their combo.
I feel like
That's how they have to run.
I've never seen Nyx get interrupted from getting the Vendetta off. I feel like he always gets Vendetta off, is able to run in. Whether the other hero interrupts him and starts detecting him or not, I don't know.
But they do it like one at a time based on range, right?
Maybe,
the
yeah,
front
yeah,
will
yeah.
do it, so I think maybe they might cast based on the one slightly
I don't know if
behind
they'll
that guy.
just auto Carapace like while Vendetta. Like if Zeus is like someone's invis, cast ult. You know, I don't think they're going to Carapace that ult right then and
They
there.
might not, but I'm just not sure they're going to ult either, though.
I think the thing is, if they don't do it for the first one, they don't do it for any of them. right? Because
spells.
it's basically that they're seeing each other at the same time, right? So we're going to see the same thing happen. Either the Vendetta's going to go off and the Zeus aren't going to cast any spells against the first, second, and third Nyx assassin that shows up.
But
right?
what about
Because they're all going to go
Nimbus?
invis at the same time as they spot each
Because
other.
Nimbus, they probably put it on where the hero is. If they go invisible, would they still commit it? Because they're not clicking on a hero, they're clicking on the ground.
I hope not.
That
I
could
have
be
no-
that
that's-
could be a good reason for Nimbus still going down, regardless of them going
Could
invis partway through the cast.
My favorite part about bot TI is like we talk about all these things that could happen.
Yep.
And then they could just do something so random.
Yep.
It's like when we tried to predict CM and then she just cancels freezing field instantly.
Yeah, some rounds she's like freezing field all day. I'm frozen. Sometimes she can't even keep it together. Let's go ahead. Let's get into the second round matchup.
So
There we go.
much of my bracket is banked off of this.
I mean, me
matchup.
too. Me too.
You got
Me
second
too.
place in history.
So
I don't know where.
Like Nyx Assassin, counters a lot of heroes.
Wait, so what do you
in
guys
very
even
weird
predict
ways.
on this match?
I think
I have
Zeus is
Nyx winning
gonna
it. Kyle Guy
win.
has
Zeus.
Zeus winning it.
I have
It's Zeus.
I have
It's gotta
Zeus
be
has to
winning on
win
my
this one.
bracket for sure.
Oh, okay.
So I think
they're
Oh, they did
casting
it, they
while
did
they're
it,
in
they
this.
did it.
No carapace. Boom, baby. The Lord of Thunder
Cheaters.
is going
Yeah,
to
they
bring it to
cheated.
game number 3.
It's so cheat.
that's huge actually.
That's so cheat.
That's huge.
I'm pretty sure that what that means is they're going to win 25 too.
I think so because the Nimbuses went down regardless of them. They went invis
Yeah.
really early. The Nimbuses
yeah.
still went down. They're going to refresh Nimbus. They also ultied, and it seemed like the Nyxes didn't want to spike. They're probably programmed to not use Spike Carapace while invis because it used to break invis,
Yeah.
whereas now it
Mm.
doesn't. So I think
Yeah.
if as soon as they ulti, they are ruining their game.
Yeah.
They break all of their chances to win. I think Zeus is going to crush this now.
Yeah.
I knew this was going
It's
to
such a
happen
shame
yesterday,
because
obviously.
in most matchups that Vendetta factor saves him maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe even saved him a bunch of earlier matchups.
Yeah.
But here you're right.
It's a
It's
huge
probably
counter.
the dagger that really puts him down.
And it's all because of Nimbus, in my opinion. If it was like, if they had to cast ground target anything else, I don't think they would. But Nimbus, because you can't click it on, that's my assumption. I might be wrong, but the Nimbus is huge, and it gives vision, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's not much to say. I think, like, after seeing the AI from last round, the same thing's going to happen. They're just going to dump everything, and Nyx is just going to die instantly.
Wait, if a Nimbus is on the ground, does it hit an invis person even if you don't see them?
No.
But I
Could be
think
wrong.
the
So
Thunder
maybe-
God's Wrath.
I
So
think-
they
I don't
just
think it
Thunder
does.
God's Wrath there? Is that how they got vision?
Yeah, I think so.
Because they seemed like they were all invis before any spells were cast.
Yeah.
They put the Nimbuses down, and then they Thunder God's Wrath.
Only one needs the Thunder God's Wrath. Like maybe a Zeus in the back, or maybe one way in the front may have caught a glimpse of a Nyx, and all it takes him to
But
cast
I
the one.
don't-
Their
I don't
vision's
think,
there,
I don't
right?
think they did. They had they put all the Nimbuses down, and then all of a sudden everything started dying. And I think it was because there was like a Thunder God's Wrath. So I think they'll cast Thunder God's Wrath and Nimbuses despite not seeing their opponents.
It was
If
so
I'm
fast.
not mistaken.
I don't know.
That's kind of what it seemed like because they all seemed to invis really early to me.
I'm trying to think of the times where I've been invis. Maybe it actually does hit you, even if you're invis.
I'm
Because
actually
I
not
remember
sure.
thinking if I'm invis, I don't want to go inside that field anyway.
But they usually have vision. That's the problem.
Or it's
Or there's
hitting
a unit
creep or
nearby,
something,
yeah.
and making vision. I'm not sure.
Rough.
But regardless of all that stuff,
Bad start.
I think Zeus is gonna crush this.
Yeah, I think Zeus is going to get this.
I mean, Nyx can try. Nyx is gonna get interrupted burrowing. Even if he burrows, he's still healing 4% or something per second, which
Oh
is
yeah, the
not
burrow
gonna-
factor. We're not even, so we're totally going to disregard
I'm
any
gonna
sort of
disregard
Agnum shenanigans. You don't think he's
Well,
going to be
the
able
problem
to
is
hit the
Burrow
deck right
most
away?
of the time is he's been vendettaing and
Oh.
he does his hits, impales, and then burrows
true.
afterwards.
And that life pool is not going to be
That
enough to
obviously
survive
is.
the onslaught initially to make it out of the vendetta phase. Ooh, yeah, it's a tough one.
I think it's going to be like 100-0. Like, Zeus isn't even going to be touched.
You
That's
know,
what I got.
wild stuff happens, and things
Yep.
can change, and
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sorry about your prediction. It's over.
Where did
The
you have?
random stuff.
Where'd you have Nyx
Did you have
finishing,
Nyx
Cap?
for this?
I think because I think he actually beats Pango. He's like one of the few heroes that I think could beat Pango. Because the vendetta factor and how Pango reacts.
okay.
I would be
to
really
that.
curious to
That's
see
good,
that
right?
for sure.
So
They might
then,
not
in
even
which
cast it.
case, I think Pango goes farther.
Yeah.
Or
Wow.
maybe he still maybe he still loses to Zeus. Actually, he probably
Man.
still loses to Zeus.
Yeah, that's a shame. I really wanted to see that matchup now. I mean, I want Zeus to win, but
Rough.
Nyx could have been the one to take down Pango and the whole
I mean,
thing.
it's not over yet. Things can happen.
Things can happen.
I mean, last year,
But it's probably not.
Last year, Batia, I really felt it was not so much heavy counters, but this year, man, it
Oh,
feels
it
like
is.
there's so many strong counters where it's just like, if Darkseer didn't match up against Warlock, dude, he would have
Yeah.
gone all the way. Obviously,
know.
you know,
All right. We get into it now.
this is gonna be the same as last round.
Yeah. Okay, Vendettas,
for the
Burrows, Vendettas.
They hit.
And yeah, it looks like it's
they killed-
roasted beetle for
They killed
dinner.
the other Knicks too. The spectator
Yeah,
Knicks.
the referee doesn't even get a
6
chance.
kills.
Kill the witnesses too.
Yeah.
My God, that was ruthless.
So the Nimbus does lightning bolt regardless of vision.
Yeah, it does not require vision over targets.
Yeah.
Wow.
So as
Yeah.
soon as they had the Nimbus, yeah.
Well, 100-0.
Yeah,
Yep.
that one
That's
was.
the AI for you.
Round 2 made it pretty obvious what was going to happen, and man, unfortunately for Knicks, that vendetta had been his saving grace in many matchups, and
Yes.
here it is his Achilles heel, if we're going to keep it on the whole gods thing.
I mean, he got hard countered. Like, if that was Spectre going down or something, maybe Spectre loses to Knicks, and then Zeus continues in the winner bracket or whatever. But the fact that the one hero that had True Strike ended up against Knicks is insane.
Yep. And Knicks could have been that one hero to stop Pango's reign, and now that won't happen. It's just insane. All right. So it sounds like, though, we do have a loser's interview, so let's send it to ringside now, where we have none other than legendary Grand.
Hello there, Nyx Assassin, fellow loser, much like myself. It's good to see you here, but it's bad to see you out of the tournament. Any first reactions?
Yes. I feel like the vendetta was what really ruined it for us. We thought we had this game plan in mind, but unfortunately, it just fell a bit short.
I'm sorry about that. It sounds like something might be stuffed up your nose or something. I'm not really
That's just
sure.
how I
but-
talk. Don't
Okay.
get there,
Apologies.
please.
Apologies.
Thank you.
Who are you rooting for? We got a couple years left. Do you have any friends in the upper lower bracket still, or are you just sad?
I got a friend on the panel. His name is Dakota, so I'm going to go ahead and root for Zeus. If he can take me down, he's certainly the best and can do it all the way to second place, of course.
Interesting. Anyone else? It sounded like I believe a couple of the panel members actually had Knicks going to the grand finals, right? Any words to them that you just ruined their bracket?
Thanks for the support, but get wrecked, losers.
Thank you very much. It sounds like you're pretty happy you lost, so we'll let you go on with your day, and you know what? Have a good time, my friend.
I'm going to go cry in the shower. See you later.
Thank you, Grant, for that stellar interview of Nyx Assassin. Plenty more amazing interviews to come, I'm sure. Our favorite, and I'm sure the viewers' favorite moments, to just peek in the portal of these heroes and who they really are. Are they flat earthers? Are they vegans?
I mean, I didn't realize I was supporting such a loser.
Yeah,
Like,
he
it
sounds like
to me like he got paid off for that. Like he was
Yeah.
happy to lose. Like
sounds
who's
like
happy
a
to lose?
sound like a bit of a dweeb to me, but you know it's fine. Maybe better luck next year. All right, so why don't we go ahead and get ramped up for our next matchup here, which is looking like Dazzle versus Magnus. And we did learn yesterday. First, I got to get a very important note out there. A Magnetar, what was it? It was a giant,
Half
and
giant, half
mammoth, half mammoth, half giant. All right, just remember that is what is behind the corner of Magnus in this one, okay?
Okay.
Dazzle, he's just a Rastafarian. So I don't know if he's got it.
Is he?
Is he?
Dazzle's really messed up. Apparently,
He's a weird dude.
I have
He
no
comes
idea.
from the
Lore
Nothel
wise?
realm, right?
Oh.
What realm?
The Nothel realm. The Nothel
Do
realm.
you know any of the lore?
And he's, I mean, like that's like everything's the opposite there.
Oh.
So that's why he's purple. Whatever the opposite of purple is, that's his normal color, I think.
What would be that on the opposite side? I don't know. But let's go ahead and get Dazzle's team to the arena regardless. Here's Team Dazzle. That's Team Dazzle. They have rode on the wings of Poison Touch and Shallow Grave all the way to this point. Kevin, do you think it can get them further?
I think they are formidable opponents, and I'd say they're very good heroes, but I don't think they are the next level top tier. I think they're not going to make it all the way to the grand finals, but I could see them winning here. But personally, I think Magnus has a little bit more of an upper hand, just because of AoE disables.
Okay. I mean, he was able to pull out that crazy match against the Medusa, right?
He was, yeah. And
Oh, yeah.
I think that's basically, we're going to see a similar sort of repeat. They have AoE. They have a great skill for gap closing. They have AoE disable, which if you combo that a couple times, even if you stack it heavily, you got 5 of them. I think that's going to buy them enough time to probably take the win if they can execute correctly. But I think Dazzle will probably win round 1.
You either need like super heavy like burst damage against Dazzle to be able to beat him out before he can get off his Shallow Grave, or you need like some sort of AoE disable and gap closer. And Magnus actually has like a combination of both. Like Shockwave isn't amazing, but at least in the later rounds he's going to be able to get there, chain RP, blow up the Dazzles. No Shallow Graves going off means nobody survives long enough for the shadow, the Poison Touch to actually bring anybody down fast enough. So I also looked up the lore for Dazzle, and it says thus his healing. So the properties of light and dark are inverted in the Nothal realm. Thus his brilliant healing light, beautiful to our eye, is actually a sinister kind of evil, and the darkest deeds are done in a dazzling glow.
So he's a bad guy where he's from, pretty much.
No,
because he conjures evil.
He's in our realm, and he went to the Nothal realm.
Oh.
And he came back.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Interesting.
So it turned his yellow healing light into purple.
Learned the dark arts,
and
brought it back.
Yeah, basically.
I like
he's
that.
Now messed up.
I like
He's a
that.
bad dude.
All right. Well, he's got to go against a half giant, half mammoth. Let's bring out Team Magnus. Oh, yeah, Captain Reeve Hurst Polarity leading out Team Magnus there. Check out the votes now, which are, of course, happening over on fantasy.bts.gg. Dazzle, the advantage, 361, taking it to Magnus 287. That certainly goes against what Purge was just talking about. Do you guys all feel the same way as Purge, or are you siding with the fans on this one?
I think this is like pretty fair. I think this is kind of expected. I think level 5 Dazzle is, in my opinion, favored. Yeah. I think like you're not going to hit like 5 Shockwave. Like even if you do, I think someone will get off the grave, and then they'll die to Poison Touch. But then for level 15, harder to tell. I'm going to wait to see the items before I make a decision. But
I guess my thing is that like in the later rounds, like he burst down a Medusa. He's very
True.
tanky. How does he not burst down a Dazzle?
Yep.
Sure, in this first round, like maybe his damage isn't fast enough. He's probably going to die to the Poison Touch, especially since, like, I guess he has Skewer to close the distance. We saw the Poison Touch was super effective against Mars because the stacking's slow. But, Magnus probably loses this round in my head, but I could see, like, second or third round, I'm not sure how he loses.
Yeah, especially because he has a Daedalus at 25 as well. I could just see, like, if you AoE stun the Dazzles for even, like, 1 second, and you get, like, 1 or 2 good hits in, I'm sure that they're just going to blow up. So I think Dazzle's going to be able to crush here, as long as he survives the 5 shockwaves. But past that, I don't know, man. It's going to be hard.
Especially since he doesn't have RP in this round, like, what could happen is that they skewer forward and they'll get shadow waved.
that's true,
Right?
too.
So they're like, oh, we got to kill him before we run out of time. And then they just actually just get blown up by Shadow Wave before Poison Touch kills him.
Or even if they just use Shadow Wave, they're still AoE healing 80, which is already going to offset a lot of what the Shockwave does anyway. So I feel like Dazzle's going to crush level first round, and
I think
we'll see
Dazzle will win
later.
here.
Yep.
And they're against VP, dude. Good luck. Oh, that's old VP.
If you get a 5-man, 5 connection Shockwave, and they don't get Grave off, I'll give it to Magnus. I don't know if I'll see any skewer action or not, but at the end of the day, I'm with you. It's Dazzle who should take this round.
I think if Dazzle wants to win, it has to be here. Oh, look at the Graves. Yeah, there we go.
That is.
And there's still Dazzles in the back that are completely fine, too.
Okay. All right. As most may expect, Dazzle takes round number 1. Fairly simple, fairly game plan and executed.
They were spread out well enough. It was pretty straightforward. Magnus didn't get the best skewers. If they all got to, like, 0 health, maybe they could have.
Yeah.
All right,
It's slightly concerning the fact that, like, he actually didn't get super close to the back line. But in the next round, like, Skewer is going to be longer range, so I presume he's actually going to get closer to the back line of Dazzle's. RP has a pretty decent AoE to it, so.
240 health here on the Magnus. Doesn't have his armor talent yet, and we do know he gets only armor talent for his 25. So maybe this is the best window for. This is basically where Dazzle has to close the game out.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
If he wants to.
Yes,
win this.
Dazzle has some really good items though,
Yeah.
and I know they use Medallion. Like every time we've seen Dazzle, he has used a Medallion. Do they use Greaves though? I don't actually know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If they use Greaves, I actually think Dazzle will win this.
How?
I just think that I think there's too much focus on like perfect 5-man RPs. I don't think that's actually going to happen. I think like with the cast range and the range that Dazzle has, Magnus is probably only going to skewer like 2 or 3 of them. I don't think he's going to catch all 5. Even if he catches 4, I think like they just need to outlast. Because Poison Touch with cast range is going to connect.
There's no like Helma Dom to make them split up at all. Like how are they not going to be grouped up for RP?
And I think like the first RP might only catch 3, but then the next 4 come,
next one,
and they're like, you two, and all of a sudden one guy goes and he's like, bonk, and then they all die.
It's a tough one. I think like I really, really believe that they're not going to catch all of them, but at the same time, I can easily see them all get caught.
Yeah, I'm pretty much with you on that. I feel like it's a little more execution dependent on Magnus, but it's really just walk forward close to him, get the R button in, and then do the work from there.
And let's not forget the one man who apparently uses Shadow Blade all the time. Though this is a different team. We're talking about VP last time. It was the caster stack, right? It was Shiver.
They pay attention to their items.
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to remember who I put down to win this one, who was advancing on this one. I may have put Dazzle,
I think I Magnus.
which I may be regretting now.
I definitely went Magnus, so I would hate to go 0 and 2 at the very start of the day. So
Let's get in and find out.
Magnus, baby.
I'm
Let's go.
I'm going to go with Dazzle. I don't believe in their RPs. I think that Dazzle is OP.
Think they're going to choke on the big stage?
I think Dazzle is OP because the Dazzle AI is good.
Let me see. I certainly did put Dazzle above
Here we go,
Magnus
here we
on
go.
this one. So
Look at that spread.
Come on, Mag.
Those terrible shockwaves.
Don't do this.
The RPs won't catch them all.
Oh,
Maybe.
my
Oh, wow.
God.
What'd I tell you guys?
All right.
That was
well,
5-man RPs, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, it was.
What'd I tell you guys?
my predictions gone.
It's
You
not
see that
over
first
yet.
RP? It only caught
Bursted down a Medusa. How is he not going to burst down a Dazzle? Was half the HP.
His shockwaves are garbage, too, and he's still crushed.
All right, hear me out. These Dazzle talents,
Yeah.
more damage, more slow.
Yeah.
You
They're
can't
gonna-
slow skewer.
Yeah, but they're gonna slow them for 40% before they hit that skewer. It's gonna buy them like 0.4 seconds.
Yeah.
Then they're going to glimmer, disappear. Magnus is going to
Okay.
freak out like
They're
what's
gonna
happening.
Win,
That's a
yeah,
decent point.
they're gonna win with Glimmer, and they're gonna use
Okay.
their book.
Glimmer integrate. No, they don't think they. Well, who's the last person he fought? And didn't
Glimmer
use his
is a
book on?
real
I
threat.
don't remember.
Yeah, but
That was pretty
I'm
good.
still
But-
laughing like, what's Dazzle? How's Dazzle going to do 3.3k of damage?
If there
That's
isn't-
2 casts of poison,
No.
of poison?
Think about it. Okay, Magnus had 2.4k life last round,
Okay.
and they almost died.
Now
This
he's
time
got-
he has more DPS, and the scaling of life is like Dazzle doubled, and
Damage.
Magnus only not just doubled damage, but his life like doubled.
Well, Magnus' damage went up by 50%, and he got 10 armor, which is approximately 50% more health as well. So
And again,
it's kind of a lot.
Magnus burst down a Medusa.
But Medusa didn't have Glimmer.
I don't think you. I don't
Okay,
think.
so the Glimmer is a real threat. But if let's say one of them, 2 of them, 3 of them aren't Glimmered, guess what? They have Cleave. They
Yeah.
have Cleave out the ass because they've got 25 talent.
The few Dazzle that don't put on the magic cape could ruin it for everybody.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, no.
They're all going to be stunned together. Like, say 1 or 2 of them does get off Glimmer Cape. They'd have to all Glimmer Cape.
Yeah, and it's more
All be
reliable.
invisible.
Magnus will cast like an RP or 2 than all 5 glimmering. Damn it!
All right, you guys are really convincing, but
The best thing Dazzle could do was like 5-man Necro, try to survive with Glimmers. Hopefully the Magnus has died all that shit.
Purge.
and
Hit my man Gods with some more numbers.
all right, this is
See
what's
if
gonna
you can
happen.
change his mind
This is what's
again.
gonna happen. All right, Dazzle is gonna Necro book, and they're gonna get confused.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
not gonna RP everyone,
Uh-huh.
and there's gonna be like 2 shadow waves, and everyone gets deleted.
See, I thought you were going to say the Necro Book, and they're going to kill the
They're gonna
melee
do that
Necro
too,
Book
obviously.
minions and kill themselves off of that. That is also another.
The
Pretty
Healing
sure
Flame
we've
will
never
threat.
seen a Necro book used
But
in
I've
this
never seen a
tournament.
Necro book used.
Pretty sure the good book has never been opened this tournament. If it happens now, I welcome it, for I also bet on Dazzle. So please,
Nice,
let's
nice.
get in the arena and see if miracles can happen somehow, and Dazzle can pull this one back.
You know, yeah, it's funny you call it the good book because I bet that is kind of like his good book.
Dude, Dazzle's gonna
You
win.
know, considering
For
he's
sure.
a
Oh,
Shadow
yeah.
Priest, the Necronomicon, that's got to be like the Holy Grail.
You
for him.
guys are about to witness the Whisperer in action.
Woo! Okay,
Dazzle
I
right
believe it.
here.
I
the
believe
Holy
it.
Grail is a cup cap. Take your Christianity
His
lore
own
better.
personal.
It's
Poisons. Okay, they RP'd
What I
all
tell
of
you,
them.
on the back.
what I
Glimmers.
tell you,
Hide.
Tell me.
what I tell you.
Oh, we got a grave. Okay, couple
Oh,
graves.
fuck.
Oh, baby!
What I tell you.
Let's
Oh,
go! Dazzle lives on. Fuck. And miracles do come true.
You guys
Jesus.
underestimated poison. Are you kidding
They
me?
spread.
Wow.
They spread so well. That one guy was like just chilling in the back.
Yeah,
He's
that
like,
was
I'm
pretty
just
wild.
gonna hang out back here.
That was
That
pretty wild,
one
but
guy.
the one time
Do you see that book
Adam
usage?
spreads out.
Did they book?
No.
No,
Okay, I was gonna say. I didn't-
not at all.
No,
Everyone
definitely
without
not.
it.
Not in the
They don't know
slightest.
how to read. They don't know how to read. Oh my goodness. All right, the dream's still alive, folks. Hit me
Wow.
up. The dream is still alive. All right. Well, as that match gets settled, we will await our losers interview. And yeah, I can't believe it. These are elimination matches. That is unfortunately going to be the end of the run for Magnus. So, any parting words for Magnus on this end? No, screw you. See you later.
See you, loser.
All right, let's throw it down now. Arena side, where we got Grant hanging out with the giant mammoth himself.
Hello, thank you, Dakota. And yes, it is him, the Magnus himself. And Magnus, it was a tough loss. I apologize. You got any words to your fans though, maybe to encourage them?
Buy my horn.
Okay, well that seems simple. Now, Magnus, if you didn't know, there is a current contestant known as Earthshaker who believes in the flat Earth, but you yourself are a descendant of dinosaurs. What are your words to him?
Grant, I'm very offended by that. If you haven't read my lore, my family died to a giant mountain erupting. I'm not descending of dinosaurs. Me and dinosaurs died in the same way. Fire from the sky. We
Well-
have that only in common.
Well,
I'm a mammal, you idiot.
My bad for bringing that one up to you. I didn't do my research, I guess I should have there. But now that you're out of the tournament, you just got beat by Dazzle. Are you rooting for this Dazzle to go on, or do you want to see him get beat up?
Well, he uses his items about as well as I do. I don't know, man. I'm tired.
It's okay. You earned yourself a break. You're a loser, and you're going to have to leave now. I apologize, of course, but thank you for the interview, and good luck next year.
Buy my horn.
That's right. Buy his horn. Magnus.com. $9.99.
Isn't Magnus like? Don't people hunt Magnus's people for their horns?
Yeah.
So it's a little weird for him to say "buy my horn." I know he's saying "by
Yeah.
buy my horn." Like,
Buy my horn, but his message was
But it
grossly
sounds-
interpreted
it
over
sounds
years,
like-
and now he's extinct. So you might want to change it. Get it off the T-shirts. It's not working for you whatsoever. So we say bye to Magnus. It was a pleasure having you, but it's time to move on, and we got a caster showdown here: Pugna versus Crystal Maiden, the icy princess taking on the little Nether. What was it? The brothers. This is
Yes,
the one.
the Nelly brothers.
The Nelly brothers.
the Nelly Bros.
The Nelly Bros.
That is.
It's
that-
getting hot
that's
in
just
here.
rough.
Am I right?
That's just rough.
It's
For who?
Oh, I think it's clear who's going to lose this one.
Is it?
Who is it, Steven? Who do you think is going to lose this one?
I think Pugna's going to get his ass beat.
Oh my
Are you
goodness.
kidding me?
Now, Eos and I followed you many times before.
Timed out on
All
fall.
right, wait, I just want to point out, I'm 2-0 right now.
Uh-huh.
I
me
said
too.
Zeus would win. I said Dazzle would win. Where are you at?
I mean, if you actually predict Crystal Main, by all means, predict Crystal Main.
I need to see the
I will
items
refer
first.
to you as the bot whisperer.
I need to see the items first.
for the rest of the day.
I think that's fair. I think it's fair.
But you have to predict Crystal Maiden.
Oh, it has to be Crystal Maid. I'm just saying it. And I'm not gonna solidify my guess just yet. I need to see the level 15. I need to see the level 15.
You solidified your previous guess.
No, I didn't. I jumped on the Dazzle ship after I saw the level 15.
All right,
which
gentlemen. While you figure this out, let's get Crystal Maiden out to the battlefield, and she can settle this once and for all. Here's Team Crystal Maiden. Team Crystal Maiden makes it out, looking chilly, looking great, but I got to imagine is a bit of an underdog in this one. She faces off against Pugna, and, well, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get Team Pugna out to the arena as well. Can we do that? Let's do it. And that's Team Pugna. Purge, I got to ask you, for Pugna on this one, do you think it's as simple as drop the ward and execute victory?
Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay.
They can drop the ward. It's another blade mail equivalent skill, basically. You're reflecting the damage that your opponents are doing back to them, but it's based on how much mana they spend.
Woo!
And CM is going to spend a lot of mana pressing her ultimate. You guys remember the days playing CM? You're like, oh, I can't cast all of my spells despite being full mana unless I have more or mana-giving items. She's going to crush herself with her ultimate. And that's all Pugna has to do. Just a little cleanup afterwards. It'll be over.
Pugna is going to incinerate Crystal Maiden much like he incinerated 2 other toddlers at the age of 13 months, apparently. That's his lore.
He was 13 months or the toddlers?
He was 13 months. There was other
Whoa.
2 toddlers who were 13 months.
Oh.
Did he have skin back then, or was he still
One of
a
them
bone
put a
creature?
wand up his nose. The other one put an amulet and swallowed it, and he was just like, I want that, and blasted both of them.
Oh, my God.
This is a messed up kid.
Damn.
And he's going to go through the lower bracket.
I mean, we should get a
Pretty
player
far.
profile of
Pretty
freaking
far.
Pugna on this one. Oh, he's definitely going past this one. I feel it. Level 5, though.
You know, level
Any
5
chance that she can Nova him down before
level
the
5
ward?
is like the only time I think CM is like in a good spot.
She's still going to lose that one. He still has another ward.
Yeah, it's level
It's like
5.
160 mana.
When does he drop it? Does he drop it
Right
like
away.
really early?
Right away.
Yeah.
It's like, I see an enemy, put that ward on the ground. And there's
Yeah.
no stuns to prevent them from doing
So
it.
you're telling me this is an easy 2-0?
Yes.
All right.
I think this is a 3-0 right here. I don't
The
think there's
3-0.
any world that CM beats Pugna in this case.
All right, you convinced me. I'm going with Pugna.
Unless, like, one of the CMs is at, I don't know, survives, gets Glimmer Cape off before she casts her ultimate. But I guess if you cast the ultimate, it probably makes you out of Glimmer. Basically, she's going to take a lot of damage when she presses her ulti.
There are times to make
1200.
outlandish calls, but this is not one of them. I think,
The Crystal Nova,
it's impossible here.
if 5 Nether Wards are down, I think you cast Crystal Nova once and it's 1,000 damage.
Only? I was just joking.
I think
That's
Nether,
instant death.
I think Netherworld 1 is 1 damage per mana, right?
It's 1.25, apparently.
Okay, so it'd be 1.25 times 160 times 5.
Yeah.
It's about
So-
1,000.
That's a lot.
That's
about insta-gib. Yeah.
That's about 1,000. Yeah, she's going to die. And then, Pugna has 3 points in that other damaging skill that usually is...
That he does use almost instantly.
Good luck,
Will
CM.
he even need it? Will he even need to touch that Q button, you think?
Probably won't. They're gonna
Who knows? Maybe he decrepifies himself instead.
Oh. Maybe he,
You know what?
throw-
For
he
no
could
reason.
throw. Oh, my gosh. Self-decrep and gets blasted
I'm
down.
kind of tempted to jump on CM.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I'm
CM
jumping over to
is-
CM. I'm
Don't-
jumping to
is
CM.
so
Don't
slow.
hit us with that evil.
What? No, Netherwards? Oh,
All right.
You guys heard me. You guys heard me.
Lumi,
I saw her.
explain. What was
I jumped
that?
over last moment.
It was the weird, they got to the middle of the arena and everything is off at that point.
All right.
You know why I jumped
Weird.
over? It wasn't because I thought he wouldn't hit a button. I thought that 5 Novas would be exactly enough to kill all of them, but one of them would survive with a tiny bit of life to ward.
yeah, none of that happened.
But then none of that happened.
They didn't do anything. They're like, oh, well, we got nothing to do. Just decrypt them all and then sit. They didn't do anything.
I mean, you could kill
They did nothing.
toddlers or whatever, but you can't choke on the main stage like that. You're not
Now-
going to look good at all. And now, I don't know what the hell to think. I think
All
he's
right,
throwing my
Steven.
predictions out with these
Okay,
Is it time?
chokes.
no, there's no way that CM wins this. But
I mean, you
But
could
now-
be called the bot whisperer
but
for
now
the
I'm
rest
scared.
of the day.
He's going to walk in the
But
middle.
now
You're
I'm
fine.
scared.
2 rounds for Crystal Maiden to win. Think about it. Think about the prestige that comes with a title like that.
is it going to happen? You know what? You're right. Crystal Maiden.
Okay.
There's a big difference in this match, guys. Check out those movement speed differences. Pugna is a mere 30 movement speed faster. Last round, he was like 50.
Yeah.
It was like genuinely 50 movement speed. It's not the same. I think they're going to get there at a relatively similar time. If Pugna doesn't drop wards and dies, I don't even feel bad for being wrong. Pugna deserves to lose.
Yeah.
He deserves to be shamed. Pugna should win this. He should win every single round, but he did some real dumb shit last round.
Dude, he has 8
Yeah,
villains.
that
Dude,
was
there's
a
like
joke.
there's no way Crystal Maiden can win
Yeah,
this.
there's no way.
There's no way.
Yeah.
But the title.
But the
Steve.
title.
But the title.
So you will go with CM.
He's got 2 rounds, you know?
It was
Something can mess up.
550 votes to 90. And you know what? I see 90 geniuses out there. I'm joining them.
Because 2 minutes in our lifetimes have passed, that's why you're joining them right now.
I'm joining them.
Yeah.
I'm joining
Okay.
them off of
That's
a gut feeling
ready?
once again.
Yeah, let's go.
guys ready?
Pugna, I'm worried he's got a virus or something on his bot. What is this? Please drop the ward.
his keyboard, his R key. Or
Now
something.
I'm gonna be real disappointed if I baited Eosin into taking that for the title, and then it actually comes.
Look,
true.
my mind says Pugna.
I'll be
my
so
mind says
upset.
Pugna, but my heart
I'll
says
be
CM.
upset.
My goodness.
Cast your damn
Crown me.
Netherward this
Ward.
time.
Ward. Nice. I mean, this should be it, right? Okay. All right. Okay. He does know how to use the ward.
I'm
Well,
not gonna
shit.
lie. That might be the most invested I've ever been in a matchup before. I was like, cast your damn
Well,
Netherward.
shit.
Okay.
Please do it again.
You know what the worst part
Please
about that
do it
was?
again.
What?
She glimmered in and got demolished by the wards, even with all that magic resistance. Feels really bad.
She's got more Crystal Nova damage at least now, so it's gonna do like 560.
Are you guys like
per nuke.
trying your best to make me stay on Crystal
No, I
Maiden?
mean CM. She has a better shot at 25, I think, here than she did in the previous level.
Yes.
Like the only difference is I think Pugna has 1 more point in Nether Ward.
Yep.
He's also got. He didn't get the Nether Ward damage per mana talent. It's a Nether Blast damage. So Pugna hasn't actually gotten a lot more benefits this round. I think Arcane Boots, maybe a Dagon or something, are the differences.
It's a ton of Crystal Nova damage.
Yeah. And the
you
CMs
get that
and the
25
Pugnas
talent.
went to half life last round.
Wait, so are you guys gonna go CM with me?
I
then?
think CM can genuinely win this round. I think Pugna should win it, but CM can definitely win it. I'd
I'm
say
sticking
it's
with
like
Pugna.
it's like a 50-50.
I mean,
right now,
we've
so.
come this far.
Oh.
Let's go CM. Whatever.
If he doesn't cast ward, he lost, right? For sure.
I'm
Yes.
leading 2-0. That's fine.
And
I can drop
I
one.
also feel bad
Oh
we
my
haven't talked
gosh.
about the mana loss talent. It means that CM's spells cost 40% less, which mean that they deal less damage due to Nether Ward as well,
you're
which
right.
is kind of a small, tiny baby advantage. That
She had
CM
that
has.
last
No,
round,
I actually
though.
think it's actually.
Exactly.
I think it's
But
actually
we
pretty
didn't
big.
we didn't bring it up, but it's worth mentioning.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Big moment here.
Let's go CM.
CM can maybe do it.
Let's go.
Just got to burst
CM.
them down with all your Novas and
Will
that's
the ward get down fast enough?
What's her other 15 talent?
It's
it.
like
GPM.
I was about to say everybody goes GPM.
Yes.
I was like, I've never seen anybody take that before.
Yeah.
let's go CM.
Oh, the Shadow Blade.
What? In what world? In what world?
Please.
Oh.
No!
Wait, they're alive?
They're alive.
She's
One
alive.
Crystal Maiden. Are you serious?
Oh my goodness! All right,
There it was.
look.
Oh my gosh.
Cap, we can see your back.
I've never seen anyone use
I,
Shadow Blade.
Let me put this down. CM moves on.
Wait.
Well,
did
that's
the
going to ruin
Magnus
the
use
bracket a
Shadow
little
Blade?
bit here.
Well,
Why
But,
did the Crystal Maiden use Shadow?
My
Well,
prediction,
that-
100% runs gone.
That wasn't.
my
I mean, I guess it helped because it gave the CMs better vision or whatever. But it was the one CM at the back.
All
with
I
the-
see are 90 geniuses.
Wow.
Just the one CM at the back with the freezing field, man.
Most people I know thought this was just going to be a 2-0 for
Wow.
Pugna. And that
I-
freaking
yeah.
first round choke ruined the whole thing.
I thought Pugna won, and then all of a sudden the CM comes out from Invis, and I'm like, oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Guess not.
Look,
It was like that last Pugna remaining, and I was like, oh, he's
Yeah.
alive, and then he died, and I was like, oh no.
The Novas
he
were just too much
died.
damage. All the Pugnas
How
went down to
did
like
he
10%
die?
HP just from the first
no,
combo.
that shadow. I mean, that CM that went in with the Shadow Blade. She just lived through the whole thing.
That was her.
That was her.
Yeah.
She got glimmered right after she came out of Shadow Blade, and then she never came back out. And then it
Did she
freezing
channel?
filled.
She was the freezing fielder.
The channeled before all the wards came
Ah,
out.
that's
That's
why.
why
The
she had like
one
half life
Shadow
left.
Blade.
I see.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure which one lived.
Just
Makes
so
sense.
happens that suddenly Crystal Maiden knows how to Shadow Blade into the middle of the arena. How convenient. I'll have some words for some people off camera after this. But first, let's throw things down to our loser. And, of course, the loser of that last matchup. I forgot who it was. Oh, yeah. Loser.
Ah, Pugna, you old decrepit bastard. Is it finally time for you to hit up the retirement home?
No, I'll be back next year.
Holy smoke, is Eosin ringing for you guys? That sounds a lot like a panel member we have.
I was, maybe Eosin was controlling me. I should have won that.
Dang, I don't blame you. Blaming Eosin there. You can always blame a panel member if you want. I've only got one more question for you, though. Do you think that last round was rigged?
Absolutely. I think it was rigged.
Okay. A nice, simple answer. Thank you, Pugna. It's sad to see you go. We thought you could take down the caster, but unfortunately you couldn't, so we're going to throw it back up to the greatest panel alive. Minus me.
Wow. Appreciate the kind words. Grant, Pugna, sounds like Eosin. Sounds like he's as salty as Eosin as well.
What? Eosin isn't
What are you
salty.
talking about?
Oh, you won that one.
I won that one.
Eosin,
Oh, okay.
Are you 3 for
aka
0
the
right
bot
now?
whisperer.
I'm 3 for 0 right now.
Yeah, the bot whisperer,
I didn't
huh?
get all the rounds correct, but I got
Pugna super choked round 1. That was Pugna's win. Pugna
Yeah.
should have won round 5, but he didn't do anything.
Sometimes it be like that.
We didn't even want to talk to
Sometimes
him.
it be like that.
Don't even want to talk to him. Yeah, he has nothing good
Have
to
you
say on
guys
that one.
noticed that Pugna's nose hole expands like he's breathing?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did not know
I
that.
noticed that in that close-up of him. I was like, what the hell is happening there? His bones are moving.
I should have rooted for Pugna, though. That guy really sounds like me.
Yeah, you should have, but you didn't. All right, so we're going to head right into our next matchup here, and we have none other than Tiny taking on Warlock. It's a battle of the guy who can drop a rock and the guy who's made a rock.
All right.
Oh,
So who's got it?
Steven, who's winning it?
Dude,
Bot
okay.
Whisperer,
All
tell
right.
me. I'm going nowhere else.
All right, this one's a little tough. I'm gonna have to see the level 15 items, but I think
Okay.
level 5. I think Tiny will win level 5.
Say he's going to crush it.
Sure, he's gonna crush it.
That's right.
Yeah, Tiny's gonna crush level 5. But then
Okay.
after that, it's a tough one.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get Team Tiny out to the arena right now and introduce him. I like that. Gregory Au and Team Tiny coming on out to battle their way on forward through the rest of this tournament. And I'm already hearing you guys favor Tiny, round 5. He's got the burst potential to get it done.
Just for 5.
He
And
does.
He's got the fun toss shenanigans. If you guys don't know, they will gladly throw each other in like a crazy hopscotch game to get it on forward. They have their own free blink dagger, if you will.
I think Tiny's got to be one of the best 5 heroes, if not the best. He's got super high strength. He's got weak armor, which is not a great thing, but he can basically survive through the burst of enemies. He has tons of AoE disable and gap close and damage himself. So I think there's almost no way they can beat Tiny at level.
And he has the tree grab.
That's a good point.
Which is really important, right? Because he actually spreads out a little bit. One of the, that's what Helmet Dominator was such a big advantage for Darkseer in a lot of those matchups.
Is he 3-1-1? Is that how it is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
All right. Well, he can take level 5, but he's got to get past some of the best ulti game in bot TI, and that belongs to Warlock. Here's Team Warlock. Team Warlock and Master of the Dark Arts. Purge, do you think we look down on Warlock any more so because he has to have a rock fight his battles for him?
I mean, it's really a part of him. I mean, there's a lot of like familiar type characters. You got like Dark Willow. Would Dark Willow be without that little pink ball? Probably nothing. She wouldn't have an ultimate.
What is
She'd
her
suck.
name? I already forgot.
I don't give a shit.
Wow.
The Warlock
Dang.
Jesus. You hate Willow
it's,
that much?
No, I don't care. That's fine. She's fine.
But more
whatever.
to your point, yeah, Visage and his birds.
Oh, that's a good point,
He'd be nothing without them.
Chen and his
Chen and his
cult followers.
Chen and his posse.
I could see the only way I could see Tiny losing this is if the tree grab somehow gets him into trouble, and he gets Fatal Bonds and Shadow Worded.
Oh, so you think Tiny's going to win the whole thing?
No.
Oh, you're talking about the 5.
I think Tiny's going to win this.
Yeah.
And then Warlock's going to beat him 15 and 20.
This is, of course, everybody's opinion on the whole series. You can head over to fantasy.bts.gg. Most people feel like Warlock's taking it, but they're probably with you on it. They think it's a 2-1 Warlock. He's going to probably have a rough time coming out of the gate, but once the Chaotic Offering is on the table, then, good luck, Tiny.
I think if I had to predict Tiny's overall outcome, I think he's going to win 5 easily. I think he's going to lose 15.
Yeah.
And then when he gets to 25, he's going to have the 3 tosses. He's going to do that crap that really hurt him against Ember Spirit where he grouped up. It was like they all went for the same tree, and then one of them got like a hot finger, and he just triple tossed the Tinies in. And it grouped them up, which was bad against Ember. But I think against Warlock, what it's going to mean is that enough Tinies get to the back line while the Golems are going off that they're going to be able to kill the Warlocks on the back line. I think that's really important because you have to get past the Golems to the back line before you die from Fatal Bonds and cleave hits. And I think maybe Tiny can win the 25. I don't disagree with the predictions, the 80% chance for Warlock to win. I think that sounds about right because Warlock is a fierce competitor. But Tiny's also pretty solid. He's a little chaotic.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I can easily see Tiny winning 25 in that exact manner because it has happened before. I forgot which matchup it was, but it has happened before.
Okay.
The toss shenanigans are just too much, whether it be a change-up in their positioning or even just the burst potential they bring on that level 25. I can't remember the match either, but I remember it did catch us off guard with just how much damage suddenly will pop out just because of that talent alone. But first things first, we got the level 5. Most of us feel this is Tiny's big time to shine. You're going to see what he's made of here. The toss combo, a little tree action. Stacking Fatal Bonds is pretty nice for Warlock, but you have to hope he does, offensive Shadow Words right away and somehow doesn't get blown up from the burst of Tiny.
Is there any chance that they don't get 5-man Fatal Bonds later on?
Later
they go
on?
for grab the trees and stuff?
Maybe.
It's a pretty high search radius.
Catches him even in air.
No, they are all bonded. But it doesn't matter.
So, yeah, Fatal Bond seems pretty easy to link.
Yeah.
One of them only had 2 Fatal Bonds, but
I don't know how much that really matters.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
I mean, it could matter for the potential for 25, especially how tanky they are. But
So something I argued with Gods about yesterday was can you toss the Golems in too? I think God said maybe it's an ancient type creature and you can't toss those. Do you guys know about that? Can you toss like a ancient or a golem?
I've never remember seeing it happen.
Ancients, but actually, I don't know much about golem.
I can't remember if I've ever tossed a golem.
I can't remember either.
We may find out here because there's gonna be golems on top of the
not?
Tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the biggest buff that Warlock got for the spot TI was the stun tempo of the ultimate. I think that's gonna be huge here.
Yeah.
In the past, it'd be like, oh, okay, they're all pretty much on the ground, but now it's like genuinely like a decent pattern. It's kind of avalanche like.
Scary part is that Warlock is actually decently tanky.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he has a
He's
glimmer.
got Glimmer Cape, Ghost Scepter, 2,000 HP.
Oh, the Glimmer.
The glimmer is actually like the big thing here because they actually use it, and it's going to mitigate a lot of the damage. And I think like if you can't kill the Warlock here before you're by the end of your combo, I think it's like pretty much over.
Yeah. How many Tinies need to do the combo?
All of them.
On top of the Warlock to actually kill the Warlock?
I think all of them.
Probably all because they don't toss in the air.
Yeah.
They don't toss the enemies in the air usually.
So it's like 300 plus 400. It's like 700 each, and then you take into account the mitigation and whatever. I think it's going to be all of them.
It definitely helps. The faster you kill them, the better, because the golems are going to be swinging the whole time.
Let's say 4 Tinies get tossed in. Picture perfect scenario.
It's impossible.
Right?
How do you get 4 tossed?
If that happens, I think they win.
How do you get 4 tossed in? Is that possible?
They all toss each other one at a
Yeah,
time.
they
Because
just,
the last
Only one
guy,
remains. Yeah.
Okay.
one guy stays behind among all the golems that are on top
But it would have to
of
be
him.
like one guy throws one guy in, and then the guy that just threw has to be the next to get thrown in.
No, it could be any of them. Like any of them could just throw each other, and then one will remain.
But if you throw somebody that doesn't have it on cooldown yet, I'm saying it might be difficult,
Right. So picture perfect. 4 Tinies get tossed in. Right.
Yep.
That's absolute
Right.
perfect scenario. Those 4 Tinies, is that enough to be able to kill the Warlocks with Glimmer Capes?
Yeah, I think so.
Think so?
Because I don't think their toss trajectory gets interrupted by the golems.
No.
They'll just be stunned as they're arriving.
Yes.
But once they come unstunned and they throw an Ava, then it'll be a permanent interrupt.
You know what? You might have convinced me. What if they just dodge the ultimate mid-air, land,
Damn, I convinced.
and they're so far away from the golems. The golems are only hitting one tiny, and the tiny kill off the warlock. Is that possible?
Man.
Yes.
The Carrick offering, does it
possible.
land when they toss? That is
Okay.
definitely.
So the next step is?
That's a bit awkward. I gotta say, I could see a world where Tiny gets tosses off as rocks are coming down, and then we have a bunch of Tinies who are not getting locked in any sort of fashion. Or they're oh boy.
All right,
wavering.
I'm gonna
I
say
am wavering. What is happening?
This one is really hard to call, but I'm gonna believe in Tiny for winning the series.
Because I do think they kind of split at the beginning, and they each take their own tree. Like the 2 go over this tree, and 3 go over this tree. So they could. Oh boy.
Where hard is like
We
half
gotta
my
see
brain,
it. I gotta see it now.
Half my brain thinks Eosin's crazy, and half my brain says, "Well, he's the bot whisperer."
Yeah.
So now
Look,
I'm doubting myself.
I'm gonna be honest here. This is like 50-50 to me. Actually, it's
Oh,
not even.
God.
I think it's like 60-40 Warlock. But I'm gonna believe in Tiny to win the series. So either he does it here or does it after.
If Warlock just decimates here, I don't want to overthink ever again. I'm gonna.
If I had to call this
Make the
round
word.
specifically, I'm gonna say Warlock. But Tiny's gonna take the round.
Tosses are out. And they seem
glimmers.
to try to make it past.
Oh, one left. Two
But they're doing it! Oh, they've done it exactly as mentioned!
They did it.
Oh, man.
Warlock is
All right.
out.
We predicted the series, but I was wrong about that round. But you know what? Doesn't matter. The real important one is that, as a whole, Tiny won. So I am now 4-0.
That situation would have gotten worse later on.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring that up. I was like, the golem on death though. You kill one of
Oh,
those
yeah.
tinies, they all get stunned.
Oh.
Then spells are gonna get cast. So it actually got worse later on.
Oh, sick. I had Tiny winning.
Yes,
You did?
Tiny winning.
2 and 2.
I think I put Warlock winning. I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
in shambles
You know,
right now.
I honestly can't.
was like
I can't tell
0-4.
if Austin is trying to like troll me into making
I like you. I'm trying to
incorrect.
convince you to go the wrong way.
And I'm
Yeah.
4-0.
I'm like, I can beat out the logic.
And you're
It's like when
actually
we're
making
playing
the
code
logic
names.
work.
It's like when we're playing code names, you know?
Yeah.
And we're like, but this could work. You
Yeah.
know, you give out this thing, you pick up this random one, you're like, but this could work because it connects this way. And I do it here.
You're actually the whisperer is what's happening is you're making the situation happen. You pitch it to him and he owns it.
He's the one who believes it.
You're
so
the
he's
guy in the
bot
shadows
whisperer.
making it happen. He's like, yeah, I'll own this one. It's mine. It's my idea now.
Yeah.
And really, you're just cursing
I
yourself
need
every
to stop
prediction
coming
along
up
the
with
way.
dumb ideas.
How many more do I have to get right until you're convinced?
I am convinced you are the bot whisperer.
All right. Oh, man.
How you get
I didn't
there
even
is a
know it was already
mystery.
over. It is over. Just like that. Tiny takes it 2-0. So we got Warlock on the sidelines with Legend Grant. Let's see what he has to say.
And welcome, Warlock. I apologize. You were supposed to be one of the greats and make it, but unfortunately, you go out early. Any words?
Shada guna mina.
I mean,
That's demonic for fuck.
oh, okay, yeah, I feel you. If you didn't know, back in middle school, some people used to refer to you as a wizard. As a warlock, did you take offense to that?
Oh, extremely offensive. Warlocks. Wizards, they can be the good guy. But warlocks, we dabble on the dark arts.
So, further with that, are you pure evil or just slight evil?
Pure evil is a little hard, you know. I'm just slight evil. I've just got my evil buddy, Timmy.
Yep.
And we run around starting fires and stuff. Kid stuff, you know. Nothing major. We don't try and take over the world.
Okay. Well, that's good. I mean, I guess last question. Any plans for after this? Are you going to do any sort of taking over a country, or are you just going to practice for Bot TI3?
Well, me and Timmy are probably going to burn down a barn in frustration. But after that, it's back to the gym, back to training, work on the chest.
Sounds good. Thank you for the interview. I will probably be calling the cops to, check on your whereabouts in a couple of minutes, but we're going to send it back up to the panel, and good luck next year.
Snitches, good stitches, Grant.
Congratulations to Tiny for that one. Unfortunately, Warlock makes the step out. Good luck on the chess gains, Warlock. We'll be looking out for you next year. But Tiny moves on, and what we're going to be doing now is cut into a break. When we come back, more Bot TI action coming your way. Back, everybody, to the Bot International here. We are now down to our top 8 best bots best Dota heroes in the game. But let me tell you, I got a special treat coming up right now. It's going to be all about the worst heroes at Bot TI. So I hope you ate your fiber. It's time for the toilet bowl, boys. We got Purge, Aosin, and Grant back at the panel. So the worst heroes at Bot TI, how is this determined? Well, they performed the worst. They did the least damage output. They lost their heroes the fastest. And maybe they just looked god-awful for any sort of extra metric. But Purge, here are the 4 heroes. We have Wind Ranger, Invoker as the first match, and then Chen and Nature's Prophet. Garbage. Garbage. Garbage, garbage.
I would have thought Wind Ranger would be not terrible.
Same with Invoker.
She used her skills?
Yeah. Apparently not. I know Invoker actually casted a couple spells, but it wasn't like useful spells, so maybe Wind Ranger just runs in, right-clicks, does nothing, because Power Shot should be
In theory,
kill a couple
in
of
theory.
heroes.
I feel like that skill is like what you would see in auto chess. You know, she just aims it somewhere and it just whiffs everything.
Everything, yeah.
Same with Invoker. Actually, Invoker managed to get 1 meteor off.
Yeah, he did.
Before losing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, what about Enchantress? I mean, we know her to be able to actually go to the jungle and get extra creeps,
Yeah.
but just having creeps, I guess, is not good enough to get anywhere.
But the thing is, like, after
has no
hearing,
AoE.
hearing your metric, right? She survives long enough to do damage at least, so she's not the
heal,
worst.
yeah.
So, yeah.
I wonder if she could just survive her way to the finals.
She's like awful pre-6. She has no damage amplifier. She just like slows attack speed. And then when she does get her ultimate, it's not AoE, and it requires you to attack, which means you're countered by stuns, disarms, silences. Like there's so many things that beat her.
Yeah, Nature's Prophet too. He's here. He's just bad, right? He's not
just
like
terrible.
Sprout's not going to do anything really. He's never going to summon trees. I don't feel like
He does, but
does.
it's so poorly targeted. It's like
Makes
all
one.
5 of them cast, and like 2 trees pop up,
and then they just lose.
and then they just lose.
And they spam Sprout on one hero,
Yeah.
like 5 Sprouts in one little ring. Then they don't even use those Sprouts for Treants or anything like
But
that.
it feels like his ulti could carry him to a 15, right? Like 5
just-
Nature's Prophet ultis.
It just doesn't do enough damage. Like, like
What
the
if
way-
you have, what if it's daytime and you have vision of the newts,
If you're against somebody that controls neutrals, it could be good.
which is
Because
Chen?
then it's going to bounce more.
Yes, and he is against Chen, so
True.
And Chen, is
be
also pretty garbage there. So
Yes.
our first matchup is Wind Ranger versus Invoker. No intros on this one. These guys, they don't even deserve it. So we're just going to go with the breakdown here. This is your round 1, level 5 hero, only 3 branches. So, oh my goodness. So I just received a fun piece of information for the toilet bowl, of course. This isn't about who's the best of the worst. This is about who's the worst of the worst.
Yes.
If you're the loser, you move on. So we're going to find out who is the worst of the worst. Who, like, now it's phasing me. Who won the toilet bowl last year? Was it Chen?
I think
He is.
it was Chen.
So Chen,
And he-
returning champion of the toilet bowl, hoping to be the 2-time piece of garbage that he truly is.
And that's weird because I think Chen was better last year, right? He actually still had the nuke, I believe,
True.
and now he
Yeah.
just
True.
doesn't. So, but I guess his creeps get way stronger, and maybe that's good enough. I don't know. He might just be the 2-timer.
That's one we're going to have to look out for. That'll
Yeah,
be our
he has
next
to lose.
Yeah,
round.
that's the next one. Sorry.
What about
Yeah,
this
he has
one,
to
though?
lose,
Quick.
right.
The Wind Ranger, what does she do? She runs up. I don't think she shoots Shackle Shot. Maybe she'll Power Shot. That's honestly her best chance. You'd think, in theory, everyone charges Power Shot, shoots it down the middle. They're dead.
I'd assume Power Shot would work well. It's a really high damage nuke per skill point.
yeah.
I mean, it's going to go down per unit cuts through, but I just assume Wind Ranger would be good. But there's got to be some weird
Maybe the AI sucks.
AI. Yeah, there's got to
The
be some
bot,
weird AI.
this must be a bad coded bot or something.
Yeah.
And
I feel like no matter how bad her AI is, she shouldn't lose this anyways.
She shouldn't, because Invoker could. I don't know how his AI works, but he could cast any of his spells, and almost all of them are terrible here. It should be like
Meteor is the best
Alacrity, Meteor, Sunstrike, nothing else.
I mean, I saw a champion Pugna not even drop a frickin' ward, so I don't know what to bank on. Anything could happen here. Let's go ahead and get into our very first toilet bowl matchup here. The round 1 match: Wind Ranger versus Invoker.
There's no way Wind Ranger loses.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think.
I think Invoker just loses too
Come on,
low.
mass sunstrikes.
I don't believe in his spell.
What do you
casting.
even care? He casted 1 meteor. I think he casted like 1
EMP.
EMP.
EMPs.
Yeah,
You
he
might see a
loves
lot
them.
of EMPs.
EMPs that were like behind them.
Yeah, get them their mana.
But she's ranged.
I mean, it's still good, honestly.
Yeah.
It may come down to right clicks.
Oh, they
Oh.
cancel
Oh, they don't
immediately.
even charge
Oh, but the
them.
shackles.
But the EMPs are there, so now it's just a right click battle.
Now it's just right click.
Oh,
Oh, the tornadoes!
but they dodged an EMP, I think, because of it.
All right,
I
now
think
it's just
that's the
awkward.
That's game.
Oh.
You give the magician some time, he'll pull a rabbit out of his hat. That's how it works.
Damn.
Okay.
Okay.
Yo, Wind Ranger is garbage at
She
Bot
didn't
TI.
do
The
anything.
canceled power shot seems to be pretty bad, apparently. The 5 damage on Invoker.
Warning
No.
shot. And then
Okay,
they just sit there.
I think Windrunner will win this one.
Why?
Oh, here we go.
Just because the right click is gonna win. I think
The focus fire?
yeah. Well, I don't even think she's gonna focus fire.
You don't think so?
Oh, if she focus fires, I think they'll win.
Did she use wind run?
No idea.
She
got.
I don't
deleted.
know, because she just
No,
stood
she
there, right?
didn't.
She might have.
She didn't because she power shot, and then they like 5 EMPs came out, and then she had no mana left.
Because she shackled too, yeah.
She did, yeah. Power shot, then shackle right away.
Okay, actually, I don't know.
Then ate the EMP, and at that point, you don't have anything.
I feel like she might have, because they just stood still, so it's hard to see.
It might be like she needs to be in danger for her to feel like I
That's
need to
true.
use wind run. But she's got, what, 1,200 mana? And he's only got 2 points in Wex. I think that's like 175 mana per EMP, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So I think she could have mana left over, and she does. Windrun's really good with Eggs here. She can go invis for like permanent, basically,
No,
right?
this is 15. This is 15.
Okay, you're right. But she can Windrun twice in a row with Eggs.
I don't believe in her.
There's
She looks-
no way
she looks so
does
bad.
that. Yeah.
She's real bad. She could go all the way.
Well, actually, so for this competition, I guess we do believe in her because she's gonna lose and move on.
exactly.
And Invoker also has Eggs, by the way, so he's going to be like shooting out spells.
Yeah, it just
Invoker's gonna win this.
Invoker looks like he has potential to be a dominant force in bot TI, but the coding has him doing everything kind of slow and awkwardly or something of the matter. So let's get into it. Round number 2 is Wind Ranger going to move on with a swift 0-2, or is Invoker going to at least walk away with some sort of small feather in his cap, at least not being the worst of the worst?
God, it's confusing me. To win is to lose. And
To win
lose is to win.
is to lose.
Everything I know is a lie. I'm
Yeah.
leaving.
We're in the Nothel realm. It's
All right,
back.
first warning shots coming out.
It's gonna Invoker's gonna dumpster this, I feel.
Yeah.
Here come the garbage power shot.
Oh, there they are.
Tickled.
There's EMP.
There's EMP.
That's focus fires.
Wait,
you
the
see
tornado
Oh,
just
the
went to the-
damage.
It's over, dude.
But the meteors,
Wait.
a
Oh.
deafening blast. Can the one Invoker do it?
The disarm.
The disarm.
No.
Oh,
6 sunstrikes scrub.
whoa!
Dang.
Alright, that was kind of hype.
It was a little hype there.
Yeah, minus the tornadoes.
Oh,
what in the world was that
gosh.
tornado?
Yo,
Just
you guys,
see ya.
you can call that focus fire all right. They all put it on the same dude.
They did.
it
Oh
did
my
enough.
goodness.
They were just banging on Maelstrom bounces to do all
Yeah.
the work for them. But hey, they get the win, and we're going to round 3. I don't think I've seen Invoker at round 3. I was curious, are we going to see Cataclysm? Are we going to see Deafening Blast 360s? Like, maybe this was the true moment for Invoker to shine now.
Yeah, I think Invoker will win this one.
pretty heavily.
Does he know how to use Cataclysm?
No idea.
We're gonna learn.
Worry about it.
Yeah,
I
don't
think he
know.
will.
The bots
I
went
don't
back
know.
in. They had to teach him. So
Radial Deafening Blast is really good here.
And he's gonna use that for sure.
Her
Against
items
Lone
are
Ranger.
so good though. She's actually like so strong without doing anything. Just like
click.
attacking, and
Second.
she's good.
That's true.
You know what? I'm gonna say Windrunner wins this.
oh man,
I don't believe
she
in,
has that little window of time to clearly do some damage. Just a matter of being able to get enough done.
All right, I changed my mind again. I'm going back to.
Yeah, I think
You
Deafening
flip-flopper.
Blast. Deafening Blast is too good, especially the radial one. They're just not going to even attack. I don't think
She got the Shackle Shot cooldown and duration. And they do land those.
they do.
What's the
No, but they
cooldown?
have-
And the cooldown
But the man has
reduction.
Lincolns.
8 seconds.
He has Lincolns.
She can do
Yeah,
it
but
twice.
only Lincoln's blocks the guy in the front. And he's going to get focus fire.
You know, I'm starting to think Wind Ranger might win this because I feel like there will be a second round of shackles, and then she'll be able to right-click the finish.
I think Invoker's going to dumpster with spells is what's going to happen.
I'm with
It's
that.
gonna take him too long
Deafening
to warm up.
Blast. Deafening Blast is going to hit him, and they're going to be disarmed for like 6 seconds, and the fight's over. If that happens, staggered at all. Like, if they all just cast Deafening Blast twice each, the fight is over.
Yeah,
they
but that's
just-
obviously not going to happen.
Oh, they all
But what
cast
if they don't?
That's a
Cataclysm.
refresher.
Dude, they're not going to.
I
do
mean,
that.
they
they're
could
gonna
choke
they're
it.
gonna like 10 EMP.
Or they could like double tornado at the same time. Well,
I mean, have you seen that tornado aim?
I mean, the issue is that they're tornadoing at terrible times when they should be killing and
Yeah.
making them invulnerable. That would be the worst case scenario. I think Invoker has a better chance. Like, Wind Ranger can right-click and win this game easy, but if Invoker doesn't completely choke with spells and like tornado at the wrong time, he's gonna throw so many spells. I think that Wind Ranger should just get wiped away.
Yeah,
right.
I agree. I'm
We'll
going
see.
with Purge here. Sorry, Bot Whisper, but
No, I'm
oh,
on the
are you?
Invoker train.
Okay, you waffle quite a bit here.
I
so
did,
you
I
know.
did, but I am
Like
settling.
like his usual predictions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bot
Flippity-flopping.
Whisper. This way.
Say
Hey,
what you want. It's
I'm
still a
hearing
4-0.
new whispers now.
They
Here it
come.
comes. Can they? I'm just,
I wanna see yes,
five
yes,
cataclysms, refresh
please.
cataclysms. You know, then just
That's
put
just-
all,
that's
put all
And
just-
the
they're all
haters
on
to
fire.
rest.
They're all on fire.
That
So.
is instant game over.
Yeah, put them all to rest. Just say, just
No,
put the
they EMP
naysayers to
first.
rest.
Every time they EMP first.
All right. It's
Oh,
tornadoes. It's
wait.
early refreshers. It's EMPs. But the shackles come out, and so the right clicks. There's the
Oh.
deafening blast. But is there anything else there?
Oh, they got
A
more spells.
meatball. Well, they need more. They need a little more. It's not there. It is not there.
That was close.
Invoker
That was close.
will move on.
That was like watching a 2K pub game right there.
Yeah. Well,
Except somebody actually won, yeah.
to lose is to win, so we all called it correctly.
Yes,
true.
Indeed.
Wow,
That's
Bot
what-
Whisper strikes again.
That's what we
Wow.
were going for.
Wow.
That was...
I don't know about you guys, but were you lost on that? That was exactly what we're talking about.
Invoker is going to dumpster the toilet bowl in the worst way next round. He's
Yeah.
going to deafening blast straight into that toilet, and he's going to win it.
I don't
So
know.
whoever gets the grand finals is fucking set right now, I
To
think.
win, yeah, because it's Nature's Prophet versus Chen, right?
Yeah.
The other two, there's no way either of them beat Invoker.
Yeah, I'm saying. I don't know. They both sound like they're even worse than Invoker. So.
Who seeded this toilet bowl, dude?
All right, let's go ahead and throw it over to the winner/loser interview. I actually don't know which side we're going to be interviewing, but we'll send it to Cap on the sidelines.
That's okay, Dakota. I am just as confused as you are, and apparently I'm going to be interviewing Invoker. The child Invoker is going to be moving forward. Hi. Hey, buddy.
Hey,
How does it feel?
not... am I supposed to win or lose?
Well, I guess that depends on your perspective, doesn't it?
It does. You seem like a really good guy, Cap. I like you.
Well, thanks. I like you too, buddy. So, tell me, what does winning the toilet bowl, what would that mean to you?
It would mean everything to me. I could put it next to my second place soccer trophy and my participation trophies too that I really like to get, and I'm just really excited. I can't wait.
Let me guess, buddy. You have a lot of participation trophies.
How
don't
did you know? I like trophies.
Yeah, I bet you do. What else do you like?
Well, I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Okay, well, hopefully you'll
Wait,
be
you
able
have
to
to
tell
guess.
me later.
You have to guess.
Do you
Guess
like-
what I like?
Do you like Legos?
I can't tell you.
That's a yes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll be able to talk with you more after the
Yay!
toilet bowl interview. Good
Yeah.
luck, buddy.
Thank you.
Wow, what a cute little boy.
Yeah,
Rooting
wow.
on his whole Invoker posse.
You got a new
to
favorite
kinda keep
child
going
now?
forward. New favorite child?
Yeah.
No, my boy,
He wins.
I don't know if he'll like Legos or not, but I can respect a boy who likes Legos.
Legos.
I thought he was going to say he liked, like, flossing or something.
What if he liked like
that.
Mega Blocks or something?
Mega
Oh,
Blocks?
dude, you're out of the family,
No,
dude.
you're gone. Get the Legos. We don't like you here.
All right, Invoker loses, therefore he wins in the toilet bowl. He'll be moving into the grand finals of said toilet bowl, but we got to head to the other side of the bracket where we have another couple of terrible losers here, apparently. Chen versus Nature's Prophet. So
The true grand finals.
the true grand finals, many would agree these are the worst of the worst. Now, we know the bot map has a couple of the neutral camps there. Chen has to go. That's his bread and butter, of course. But the fact is, what does he do after that? He's just, now, all right, here's me, here's my boys.
I think
You want to throw down
I think
with
Chen
this?
actually wins.
Chen's going to crush this, I think.
At I think level 5. You think the whole thing or just level 5?
Well, I haven't thought about the other ones yet, but
Okay, well,
definitely
5, I
this
agree.
one because
Yep.
I mean he's got 3 points in Holy Persuasion. That's where you get your damage on your neutrals now. So it gives him probably like 30 damage or something like that. 3
something like
points.
that.
They've changed the
It's
numbers
20
so many
something.
times.
It's high 20s.
It's a lot of damage. So if he gets like even 3 or 4 neutrals, also even if he gets crappy neutrals, it increases their health and increases their damage by a raw number, not a percentage. So his neutrals are actually going to be like
Really
hero-like. And his first skill, Penitence, is going to increase attack speed by 60 for whoever that's on. So the first guy's going to get hit by 5 of those. That guy's dead. The other 4, I think, are going to be cleaned up by the neutrals.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say what Nature's Prophet's going to do to bring any sort of damage in this first round. Nothing. It's him and Treon
Staff.
scratching at the army of Chen.
What if they
yeah.
sprout the one guy and then they all Nature's Call him or something?
That's never going to happen. Just watch what happens.
But what if?
They're going to make one tree, make 2 trees. They're all going to do it at the same time as well, so they're all going to get consumed, and there's going to be like 2 trees versus like 6 creeps.
Okay.
Happens every time.
Just like Pugna Ward?
Yeah, true.
Don't remind
No,
me.
I think because the thing is, at least in this map, it seems balanced whether you're on left or right side. You always go to 2 camps if you have like a Helm of the Dominator or Chen. So no matter what, they should get 5 creeps, and I think that's just enough.
Okay.
All right, let's go into round number 1 of this toilet bowl matchup. Chen versus Nature's Prophet.
Let's go, Chen.
I think even if they've got like a decent amount of trees, they still get wrecked.
Because I feel they're. I like that. Yeah.
Right to the
There's
creeps.
Oh, Mad Devil. It
Centaurs.
doesn't really help this
That's
time.
2 magic resistance
That
auras,
is.
which doesn't matter at all in this round.
But in the future,
Genuinely will matter in later.
And then they'll go to this one, and there you go. You got all your creeps. They should even keep.
Now
Oh, he's
there's
going to
more.
another one.
the boys are out.
Dude, what if they just keep staying over here and getting more?
What other
All right.
neutrals?
Oh,
Okay,
Wait,
now
They're taking over the trees.
Oh, that's so busted.
Oh, they're done.
it's a straight up civil
God.
war now.
Look at the damage.
Oh God.
And Chen
Well, they killed one, Chen.
may finally see victory.
Dude, they got the tomato. They got 15 attack speed to everybody here.
Dude, it actually is so much.
This Chen has never looked better, dude.
Straight up some Warcraft 3 looking fights right now.
Yeah.
Really cool stuff. Chen gets the W, but is that the only W he's going to get? Now we have Nature's Prophet,
Ooh.
who has the ultimate,
Look at his
has
items.
Desolator and Shadow Blade, so that's a hefty bit of right click there.
It is.
It's a lot.
But Chen's got the heal. He'll have the creeps. He has
got
Helm of the
Vlad's.
Dominator. He's got
Vlad's
Vlad's too.
I feel if Nature's Prophet actually had the 10 armor instead of 4 treants, it'd be a lot better for him because he's just getting
Yeah.
right click, and they're only summoning on the trees in the middle, so they're getting one, like 4 of them are getting 1 treant, and that's it.
And they're going to be taken by Chen. He's got plus 20 Holy Persuasion damage, so the trees that they take back are getting tons of heal. They're going to have Hand of Gods, which do stack.
Yep.
So I think the Prophet's actually leveled up a lot here, but I think Chen is actually, with Batiai 2, with the map being more benefiting to him with the neutral camps being closer, he's not a bad hero, I don't think.
I do think the
Wow.
problem that
We're in the toilet bowl
yeah,
here.
we are.
There's a reason he's here.
He's maybe not deserving of the toilet bowl anymore. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I will say that Chen heal they do stack, but the problem is the first time like one of them takes damage, I think they all 5 will
That's
cast
what I
it,
would think,
which is
too.
going to be interesting. But I'm curious with the Helm of the Dominator. I remember
God.
last year we actually saw him like going down even farther to like the really bottom left neutrals. Like he just completely left, and I mean if he wants to cast Helm and his thing, he might be on a journey.
It's true. It's true. Nature's Prophet could
That'd
be
be
stuck
good.
wondering where the rest of the Chens are, and they could take them on little by
I think
little instead of
that's
everybody
how
at
they
once.
win. Will they? I don't think so. Look at Chen's items; they're actually so good
Yeah,
for like
they're so
him right now.
And
So much armor,
3
and
points
damage.
divine favor. That's like a 16% extra heal as well.
Chen,
It looks good. Yeah.
He's not the king of the toilet
No.
because technically he's
gonna
losing.
He's losing even when he's.
He's a
losing.
giant turd from last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Last year's
That's what he
Total
is.
Bowl, and we wants to see if he can be the 2-time turd or not. Let's get into the round 2 action here. Level 15, 10K of gold.
All right, let's see what Nutzi gets. Keep in mind, Prophet's got his ulti as well. So his
magic
ulti
resist is better now.
yeah. If he can get like the double small centaur, it's actually really important.
See,
Oh.
some armor.
Okay.
That's not
Some
that's not what
birdies.
They want. They could have had 10% or 20% extra
So
magic.
looks
resist.
oh, there's
there's
one. Is that a double? It's a double cam.
They need to get him.
Wait, but then I kill him.
Killed him though.
They do this every time.
Oh, and
there
the
go the
ultis.
ultis out.
Oh my god!
Hand of
Prophet's
God.
owning. It's over.
Staggering a bit, but look at the Nature's Prophet damage.
It's over.
They're going to start whittling down these Chens. Okay.
The Prophet ultis just crushed all the neutrals.
Huh. Yeah, it really did.
All right. Well,
Um,
we underestimated him.
I have a feeling Chen doesn't get much stronger after that.
I feel like we
so,
could see Chen's
yikes.
journey straight to
Oh,
2-time.
Plus 1,000 Holy Persuasion minimum health.
Okay.
So they can tank the Prophet ultis better.
I don't even know if that matters.
I mean,
don't
it
think it
matters a little. I don't think it'll matter for the
Dude,
win,
his
but
right-
it helps.
His right-click damage is insane. I'm just gonna give it to Nature's Prophet just off
Yeah,
of items
probably
alone.
wins it.
Yeah.
Plus 40 attack speed, 2 times Treant HP and damage,
Could help.
which will be transferred over to the
yeah,
Chen.
they're just gonna take control
but
of it.
still,
Hmm.
there's a hex on the Chen. He's got
I
Ags.
never see him use it correctly, by the way.
You're right. I haven't seen Hex either. I think Chen does lose.
Yeah.
If Prophet didn't have if Chen plays against heroes that don't have AoE, I think he's going to beat a lot of them. But once Prophet unlocked AoE, it basically meant Prophet can't win
Slaughtered, yeah.
or can win.
Yeah, I think Nature's Prophet just takes it. I mean, it just gets worse from here on out. You get so many more items. Sure, the Chen has items, but right, he's not going to use his best item, and then the Guardian
Ags is-
Greaves don't stack.
Ags is useless too.
Yep.
Watch us be wrong.
All right.
If
we'll
we
have
are.
to see.
He's gonna 5-man sheep and just beat him down.
Even then, would it kill him?
No,
Sorry.
probably not. Probably not.
We get into the final round. Chen loses this one. He moves on in the Toilet Bowl and has an opportunity to be the 2-time Toilet Bowl champion, going against Invoker, who's currently waiting in that grand final.
Bad neutrals.
Yep.
They'll have a lot of health at least, but
What are the other two?
Okay.
bad neutrals.
HP regen.
Okay. Here comes the ult.
Oh God. Oh well.
Silence.
Wow.
The hexes.
Hey, 5 hexes.
They actually sheeped him, but where's
Oh.
the damage?
They're taking trees. They're fighting.
Oh, they're healing up. Okay.
They're healing quite well.
Not
crap.
quite enough damage, though.
No way.
Nature's Prophet
No, they're
just
good, they're
does
good.
too much.
Oh,
that was
okay.
actually really
Not
close.
bad.
Yo, the Chen put up a great fight.
Yeah.
I'm glad we get to see him again next round. Because he did great.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was. I thought he had way less chance in 25 than 15, and he actually did pretty good there. The HP, you were right. They just tank way more once they take it over.
I feel like he could have maybe won it if he got the 2 small centaurs, because they would have had 2,000 health. It would have given all the creeps like 20% magic resistance auras, which means they would have eaten the Prophet ulti, and then the heroes would have had an extra 20%. Even if they just like are alive until the Prophet ultis come through, it would have made them go so much farther.
Yeah.
But a little unlucky on the spawn.
All right, well, Nature's Prophet does win. Thus, he's out of the toilet bowl. It's Chen the victor, so let's throw it down where we have Capitalist interviewing the winner.
Now, Chen, we've actually never gotten the opportunity to sit down and talk with you. Seeing you're in Loser Bowl, I've heard some of the analysts talk about you a little bit. Purge actually called your faith a cult. We've heard tale of brainwashing. Is there anything you want to say to these accusations?
No, not at all. But, Cap, I have some Kool-Aid here I'd love for you to drink.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
I'm just kidding, Cap. I'm just kidding.
You got me. Seriously, though, what is it with the... what is it that your followers find so alluring and charming about you? Why do they follow you?
I think it's my social media, to be honest with you. I think I just put up a good amount of pictures. I have a story they can really relate to, and the whole animal kingdom just feels like I have the word of God, of course.
You know, I did hear that you are actually on the side, as a side gig. You work as an Instagram influencer, is that right?
That is right. That's actually where I get most of my money from, hence the toilet bowl pays out nothing at all.
Okay.
So be sure to check out Instagram at chenlovesanimals.com/gov.
Okay, well, I would be remiss not to tell you, considering the cult accusations, you are going to be facing a child in the toilet bowl. Do you have any intentions to play it a little easy on him, or?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Well, we will be keeping a very close eye on you, Chen, as you match up against Invoker. We'll see you in the toilet bowl.
Thank you, Cap. Oh, thank you so much, Capitalist. Thank you so much, Chen. He seems awfully chipper and happy about the idea of possibly being the 2-dime champion.
Yep.
Doesn't really care too much about the money. He's got a social network.
Did he deny having a cult following?
He definitely
didn't address
skirted
it
the
at all.
topic.
He
Yeah,
definitely dodged that
changed it
real
up.
hard.
I'm a little suspect of him, and now he's going up against Kid Invoker. I don't know about this one.
Makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here is our round 1 action. So
This is it.
Invoker, he seems to need a warm-up before he can kind of get all the spells out there. Even though it takes that much time to kind of get the DPS flowing, is it going to be enough for Invoker to be able to take this one down, or do you think there's just going to be too much on Chen's side to deal with, and it could almost frazzle our precious Invoker bot?
I think level 5, Invoker might just be terrible because he doesn't cast his lower spells, right? Like, even at the higher levels, he casts Tornado, EMP. I've never seen Forge Spirits, which is his strongest one, probably.
Like once, not in this fight. But
okay. And that's the problem, right? If they all 5 cast Forge Spirits, but I guess they just get taken over. Honestly, Invoker's just kind of countered here, now that at level 5 at least.
He has AoE skills, but he doesn't use them super well, sometimes countering himself. And, like, the AoE spells against the neutrals as well, I don't think are going to be very good. Like, the EMP is less valuable. The Meteor, everything's going to be spread out a lot. I think it's going to be a little bit hard for the Invokers to target the right things.
Yeah, I think he's just going to get right-click down, and that's it. Yeah. There's really nothing else that's going to happen.
Like, because the Invoker, right, the level 1 EMP is awful. The level 1 Deafening Blast is pretty awful because he's max fire, 1 in each. I don't know. Invoker, sorry, level 5, you're going to lose bad.
Yeah, well, let's see if Grant's right on that one. We go down for round 1 action.
Wait, no need to be sorry. That's good for him, right? That's
true.
how he wins, by losing.
Winner of this is the loser.
But do you think they wanna be known as the loser? Would you want to be the winner of the toilet bowl, Ethan?
Sure, I'm not going to win anything else.
All right, they got the armor aura, 3 armor.
It's pretty good early.
Birds.
It's a lot early.
It's really good when all you have is 3 Ironwood branches. What else we got down here? Nothing?
They're splitting.
Oh, the centaur. The small centaur?
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, okay, they got the big one. All right, that's good.
2 small and 1
that's
big.
a magic resistance aura.
Right.
Oh, it's over. Chen won this easy.
Wait a
Wait,
second.
they're going to the other neutrals.
Wait, they want more.
We want more.
Oh, baby.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wait, why are they casting
need
It
more of
doesn't matter.
those.
They have the
Well,
magic.
they lost their magic resistance aura.
We
But
need
I
more
don't think
meteors
look
if
at
you
that
want to
damage.
pull it out, but
Well,
You know,
That's
the
over.
meatball was a good attempt.
But look at Purge in the front tanking.
Damn, Invoker's
I was
bad.
ready.
All right, Chen simply outnumbers Invoker, swarms him, beats him down ruthlessly. Invoker's like, I'm trying to figure out my next spell here.
Pretty good neutrals, though. I mean, 3 armor
Yeah.
to everything there. It's helpful. They got 1 magic resistance aura, which lasted a bit.
Well, they had 2. They got both
Wow.
the little ones and the big
did
one.
they?
Yeah, they took both.
That's
of them.
really big.
They had it
Are we looking
insanely
at the making of a new Toilet Bowl champion here? Or do you think that's the best that's going to get for Chen?
good. I think that's the best it's gonna get.
So Chen goes downhill from here.
You
I
think?
Chen can win it.
If
I
he
think-
gets
I
magic
think Chen-
resist again, though,
I don't
does
even think
have
he needs
to?
it. I
No.
don't even think he needs it. I think the right-click damage isn't as crazy as Nature's Prophet.
Exactly.
And then they've shown that they can Hand of God through everything. Not consistently, but enough.
And the Invoker's AoE damage is not nearly as consistent as Wrath of Nature. Wrath of Nature is like, it
will
flows
hit,
through,
yeah.
and it kills the babies, you know?
I
like-
think
It's a purge for sure.
It's weird because Wrath of Nature was actually like hitting all the neutral camps that they had vision of on the outside.
Yeah.
Because
that's a good point.
there's no way it
First,
does
yeah.
that much damage normally if they target them first.
You're probably
You
right.
know
It was
what I mean?
probably hitting the neutrals on their side of the map, too, that
Yeah.
they hadn't taken
Yeah.
control of.
Yeah.
But now it's like, okay, they're going to throw AoE spells, but if those neutrals are alive when they start spamming Hand of God, their stuff might live. Can you Hand of God another Chen's neutrals, though? Or is it just you and your allies plus your neutrals that you control? I'm not sure.
Should be the whole
I'm not
team.
sure.
But it'll be
I don't know
it'll be
about
all
the
your team's
summons.
heroes, but will it be their
I think it's just your
summons?
neutrals. It's just your neutrals.
But
That's how it's worded because he's technically the same hero. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. You think that would make the difference?
It could really help because I basically I don't think the neutrals are going to get cleared right away like they were against Prophet in a lot of cases. So if that's the case, they're going to have mechs. They've got that heal aura. I think Chen's going to do pretty good here. Much better than the Prophet round.
Do you think he'll win?
Yeah,
I
'cause
think
if,
he'll win.
Yes, I
if
think
Chen
so.
wins, he thus
Wins? Okay.
loses.
I'll give him like
Toilet
a
Bowl.
60% chance to win.
Okay.
I think he's going to get garbage creeps. The Invoker going to take this one easily,
Wow.
take 25 easily. Chen, congratulations. You're the 2-time.
I mean, he's up by 1. It's not over yet.
He is, but ooh, and I'm not digging the mounts on this side.
He's had them every other round. Oh, those are really good creeps. Magic resistance and a 15% attack speed. Huge advantage to start the round. See what else they get.
Ooh,
Those are
HP
bad.
regen
Satyrs,
and
2
HP
satyrs.
regen.
Okay.
Hey, they have Helm of Dom and look at this. They're waiting for them.
All right.
That one guy is dead. Nice tornado in the front. EMP drain, though. They might be out of mana,
Meteors.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well if they're that.
Okay.
Wait, the creeps.
Finish the Chen off.
Creeps are having trouble.
Get
They
the
use
Chen.
4 spirits.
Yeah, they used it at the end. Hell yeah. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
wait, we could use some friends here to help us.
Man, they're real slow going
Okay, all
on
right.
the Invoker, but they get it done there. Thankfully, the barrage of meatballs clears out the Chen army, and now that could make things a bit more interesting for round 3.
Chens were very grouped there. They got nailed by those meteor blasts.
And usually they're way more split up because of getting the creeps. That was odd. Maybe, but there's no way a Chen beats an Invoker 25. The Invoker does cast
He
skills.
does cast skills. Yeah, I think we're gonna see our 2-time winner.
Yep.
I feel like Chen got mana drain last round, too. I don't know if I'm
He did.
wrong there, but
Yeah, he did.
I feel like I didn't see very many Hand of Gods.
At all.
So I think they all got EMP bombed, but I think this round, he's got 2,200 mana. He's got a Scythe of Ice, which is actually useful here. He used it last round.
He did.
I think Chen
There's
I
no
think
choice.
Chen can do it.
There's no way.
Chen can do it,
There's no
Steven.
way.
Believe it.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do it. He's gonna win the bowl twice. That's what I think he's gonna
He
do.
can prevent the bowl victory,
No.
I think.
He's gonna win the victory.
What do you think's better? Do they want to Lincoln's the Penitence or the Sheep?
Sheep.
Definitely
Okay.
sheep.
And which one got I'm trying to think. Which one would get... Because Penitence seems to be the first skill they cast, so maybe they will block that and then they will get the Hex off. I don't
Yeah,
know.
all depends on positioning. I think is huge here. That's all that
The
matters.
biggest problem for Chen is Invoker has shown that he will do EMP first before anything else every single time, and I think that's like the nail in the coffin. He's not gonna be able to Hand of God at all, because this is a max level Wex with a scepter. So
All right, let's get into it. Final round of the Toilet Bowl. It all comes down to this. Loser takes the crown. The peasant crown. The Toilet Bowl crown.
the toilet on the head.
The toilet on the head. Chen, last year's champion. Invoker,
One game away from doing it.
the new contender.
Shit
no
creeps.
magic. The worst ones you can get, actually.
I would say satyrs.
Classic.
At least you get a little
Probably.
HP regen.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, can we get
Oh,
those?
kill 'em.
Now we're going to kill him off instead.
Okay.
and then here comes the EMPs.
They killed the 2 magic resist ones.
Oh, that is so
EMPs.
good that the
All right,
tornadoes all miss.
meatballs. Yeah, meatballs were
Oh, look
not
at those
as
heals.
coordinated.
Need some more heals. Any more heals?
Come on, Chen.
There they
flex
are.
up,
the
they
full
heal up.
heals.
And we're going all the way for the final round.
Oh, God,
the
they're taking
steals.
control. Oh, no.
Oh,
The
one Invoker
Chen's
down.
got it.
Are you
Chen's
joking
going.
me?
They're doing it.
He does not want to be
Look
the
at the minus
two-time.
armor.
Oh, my goodness.
The minus armor.
We're going to have a new champion. Invoker, officially the worst bot in Bot TI, takes the toilet bowl crown. Oh, man. Chen
Wow.
fans rejoice. You're not the worst again.
The 5 max heals turns out to be pretty good.
That was insane.
It was.
It was like they all had cheeses.
Yeah. I'm actually impressed. I'm not even mad, you know. That was impressive.
I don't know why it was so much. They were like 1,000 HP. I think it's probably like what, like 1,000
It's,
HP with the talent.
I think it's 750, right? 400 plus 350 with the talent. 750.
Okay, but they full healed. It was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the aura was like plus 20. Do they stack or something?
They might stack, right? They felt like they just full healed, so they might stack. But
Yeah.
I'm
You
just
know?
surprised
Wow.
they had mana. 4 of them got
They were spread a little bit. And again, they had 2,200 mana. They had all of Greaves,
Yep,
which
the
even if
Greaves.
your Greaves has already been activated, you can still use it for mana. Plus, if they all use Greaves, that already offsets all the
That's true.
all the EMP. And they had Scythe of Ice, so they had like 9 mana per second minimum.
damn.
Okay. Well,
They made it work.
Wow. Congratulations. It's Invoker who wins the toilet bowl. So let's see what he has to say with Cap.
Hey, buddy.
Hooray!
Yeah, you got another trophy.
I won.
This one's not a participation trophy.
Yeah,
though.
I got first.
That's right. You did get first. Good job.
Do you like my cape?
I love your cape.
Well, it's not a cape, it's a cloak, Dumbo.
You got me there. You got me there. Hey, since you won, you're going to go out celebrating?
Yes.
A little birdie told me that you are a big fan of Fortnite.
Yes, I love Fortnite. Watch me floss.
Yeah, you know how to floss. Can you show me?
I'm doing it right now. You just can't see my hands.
Wow, that's really you are great at that. Do you know any of the other dance moves?
No, I just love Fortnite.
Yeah, what do you love about Fortnite?
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Everything's perfect about it.
Yeah, I figured you would. Well, what else are you gonna do? You gonna go home, Mom and Dad?
Chuck
They
E.
gonna take you
Cheese's!
to- All right, that's what I was gonna ask
Yay!
you. You love pizza, don't you?
Yes.
What kind of pizza?
Cheese and pepperoni.
Hey, my
And
man,
anchovies.
my man, give it to me right there.
Bump.
Nice. All right. Well, congratulations on winning the toilet bowl. You are an adorable little guy, and I hope to see you in the toilet bowl again next year.
Thank you. I hope to be here. Shout out to Mom and Dad.
Adorable. Shout out to Invoker and his parents, and I hope he enjoys his trip to Chuck E. Cheese. He earns that extra slice of pizza. So good Invoker and fun toilet bowl, but we got to get back to the real competition. So we cut to a break. When we return, it's time to proceed through the top 8 of Bot TI.
Welcome back to Bot TI. We're getting down here to the home stretch, but we still got a couple losers matches here. We just saw the toilet bowl. Congratulations to Invoker for being the biggest piece of garbage, much like he is in every single pub game when the middle player picks him first.
Is that true?
Do you like first pick Invokers?
No.
I don't really feel like there's like super hard counters. It always feels like kind of okay, at least to me, in my games.
Cap.
Think
No,
about the
50-50.
people who first pick Invoker. You know what they're doing? They're probably lower MMR than the rest of the team, and they just want to be able to play mid. And they're going to first pick whatever hero that they want to play mid and ruin the rest of the game.
Yeah, that's not wrong.
Those people are garbage.
At Invoker? Or
Much
just in
like
general?
Invoker was garbage at Toilet Bowl.
That's
They
true.
are garbage at Dota.
But guess what? We can be done talking about these garbage heroes.
Yeah.
We've got some of the champs. I believe we have our last 8 people, and I believe our first matchup is going to be Tiny versus CM. Tiny seems to be a little bit of a fan favorite lately. Crystal Main? I lied. It's Zeus versus Dazzle.
You got
I
us.
got you guys. So Zeus Dazzle, Dazzle's been kind of a fan favorite here lately. Now, this one, is there any hope for Dazzle?
I don't think so.
Zeus doesn't have any armor items. Doesn't have any armor talents anymore. Dazzle's got to grave his heart out here and let the poison touch do its work. That's the only way.
So he preemptively shallow graves, right? Or once he starts taking some damage, he shallow graves.
Yeah.
He runs forward. Poison touches. Zeus has got no armor. He's going to die before Shallow Grave wears out.
Are you trying to convince me again?
I don't know anymore. I honestly don't know.
I think Dazzle can win level 5.
I'm like thinking that too. I think
Dazzle
Dazzle's
wins
only going to
level
win
5.
5 and then Dunzo.
Because Dazzle or Zeus's burst damage is not quite super overwhelming pre-6, or pre-Nimbus. I think Dazzle can easily get Graves off on at least 2 or 3 Dazzles before they die.
I mean, he's got his own counter to
slapping
Chain
away.
Lightning, right?
That's true.
He's got Shadow Wave.
So as long as
all
he
the
casts
damage
in.
from Chain Lightning is undone by that, and then you just have Lightning Bolts versus Poison Touches. I'm definitely going to take Poison Touches at that point.
So we're all thinking it's probably going to be Zeus the whole series, but this level 5 we're going Dazzle.
Yes.
I'll give you my decision at 15. I need to see the item.
Okay.
I think if I see Glimmer, there's some hope.
What's the problem, Steven? You waiting for the whispers to come in?
Yeah, I gotta hear him.
Okay.
As he checks his phone. Yeah, but we are going to get into it. It is going to be game number 1, Dazzle versus Zeus in an elimination series. Zeus, heavy favorite to actually win the whole tournament. Could just go out here early. Everyone always says that, though.
Why is it CC and C? Ampersand C.
It always was, wasn't it? Yeah, it was always like that.
CC.
He was always an ampersands kind of guy.
Yeah.
It was always an ampersand.
I don't know. I don't even know
But
what
he's always had an
ampersand is.
N. CC
Yeah, I thought so.
and C.
There's the poison, though. There's one grave. Is the one
They
grave
all grave
enough?
the one guy?
Oh,
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh!
and it's enough.
fine. It's fine.
That was 5
PvP.
graves. 5 graves on one guy. I'm pretty
Wow.
sure.
That's fine.
Well,
That's
expected
25 seconds of not dying, Kevin.
it stacks.
That's true.
So that's kind of, you guys all said that Dazzle would win extremely close, but now here we are. Zeus does have an armor item. You got a veil here.
Oh, that's a good point. That'll help out a lot. But I think what's going to happen is they're going to Nimbus because they're going to see the Dazzle, and then it's fucking over.
Yeah.
Because they're going to cast all their spells, and even if they grave, it's not going to be enough. They're going to Nimbus right away.
What if they Force Staff through the Nimbus?
Yeah, that could work.
I have not seen anyone use Force Staff except for offensively.
Yes, we've only seen offensive force staffs.
I don't think there's any hope. Looking at how Zeus has been casting his spells, it's going to be instant Nimbus, instant Wrath, game over.
What if they Force Staff the Zeus's into them and then Shadow Wave?
Not happening.
They would need to force staff each hero twice, I think, to get the full range.
Not happening.
Cap, is that possible? 2 full force staffs on every Zeus.
No.
Okay.
That is literally not possible.
Okay, I was just making sure, I'm just a host. I don't know the numbers. I don't crunch them here.
I mean, they're going to do a lot of weave minus armor.
Zeus is going to run into
Maybe-
right-click
maybe they
range.
can
That's
survive.
enough for one Force
They
Staff.
can maybe survive.
They're not even going to do the Weave Armor because they're not even going to get close enough to cast. They're just going to get blown up instantly.
I mean, they're going to get graves off probably.
I don't even
If
think
they
that's gonna happen.
5-man grave, cast all their poison touches. If they cast their poison touches, then cast graves, and then fight for 5 seconds, they might be able to kill Zeus first.
The way to win would have to be that they Poison Touch and then get out Shallow Grave. They have to basically win
That's
within
literally
that
what I
5
just said,
seconds,
you
right?
son of a bitch.
And then, but it's just not going to happen because they don't have Glimmer Capes.
That's
They
true.
need Glimmer Capes.
Glimmers are big.
I think if they 5 touch, 1 grave, that's all it takes. They'll win.
So you think it's going to be the same as level 5? Or
No.
that's how you think they should win?
That's how they
They
think they
have
should
to.
win. But I don't think they'll approach. I think
They're just dead.
Zeus is just we'll just kill them before they even get there.
All
That's
right.
probably true.
The Bot Whisperer has spoken.
He has. Thank you, Eason.
You're
Much
welcome.
appreciated. We're getting into it. Round number 2, level 15. Will Zeus take it to a round 3, or will Dazzle somehow surprise the world?
What if he just pulls a Pugna and does nothing here? Though?
He could.
That's always a possibility at Bot TI, guys.
This
There's
guy's
no
a-
way.
He's a god.
He's
yeah.
got 100% success rate at casting this Nimbus
He does.
Wrath.
And
see.
he doesn't have the movement speed to get to the middle of the thing first.
Yo, they did not take that. Okay, they took a little more damage. Shallow Grave!
See ya.
4, 5.
Oh, we heard to death.
Even if he got Shallow Grave off, the poison wouldn't have killed it fast enough.
Yeah.
The 5 seconds wasn't enough.
There was one Zeus way in the front,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Well, is there going to be any difference? We've got a lot of items. Have we seen the Necro book yet? Does
Nope.
one of them use it even? No. We just haven't seen it. Okay.
They got Glimmer Cape, though.
They have Glimmer Cape.
And Zeus lost his Veil, so he's got 6 less armor and less health regen. Well, I guess he's got Refresher, but
Only 8 armor.
I think
Against
Dazzle
45 Poison Touch.
Dazzle is a better shot now,
I agree.
think. Just because, if he gets Graves off, it doesn't matter if there's 2 Nimbuses outside of, the stun duration. So his damage has gone up with Poison Touch. He's got the Poison Touch slow. Zeus lost armor. He gained Glimmer Cape. There's a lot of, item advantages going for him that, Grave just stops the extra damage. As long as they can get the Graves off and they get, 5-man Poison Touches, I think Dazzle could win here.
This one's tough.
But it's hard. It, much more likely Zeus just blows him away. I'll take a
Does he ever
90%.
90-10? Okay.
I never
Zeus.
see the refresher.
Zeus used Refresher 100%. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Just for his ulti. I don't even know if it's for Nimbus, but he
You've
always
got
uses
the arc
ulti.
lightning damage as well.
That's true. So 300 per bounce.
A lot of damage.
So is anyone giving Dazzle hope here? Sounds like Purge isn't.
I said 10%.
I am
10.
honestly
It's a
kind
little
of.
hope.
I'll switch over to Dazzle. If you say Dazzle, I will switch
I
over
am
to Dazzle.
honestly considering it.
Why?
It's just a gut feeling, you know, like
You can't
it's like-
explain it. It's
it's-
the
I
whispers,
just can't. I
you
just
know?
can't explain it. Well, the thing is, Kevin already explained it, right? They have the damage. They just. The real question is, can they survive?
Yeah.
If they can survive, I think they can do it. But the chances are extremely slim.
Same story as last round. They have to poison touch. They have to get Grave off. And then they just have to survive a little bit so that Zeus dies. That's it. But the mini
You know
stuns
what?
from Nimbus might wreck him.
The 5 seconds wasn't enough last time. He's got an extra 225 damage per second.
Yeah.
The
It
damage
sounds-
doesn't
I don't
matter.
think the 5 seconds doesn't.
The damage doesn't matter. Zeus lost 6 armor. So
The
the
damage-
poison touch already. Like, once you get Grave off, if you get Grave off, it doesn't matter how much damage he has, is my point. Zeus lost 6 armor. Dazzle's poison touch damage doubled.
So you think he'll die
And
within 5 seconds?
he's got an extra point
You
of
think
weave.
he'll die within 5 seconds? Because he didn't die within 5
They're gonna-
seconds last time.
Oh,
It wasn't even close.
But I'm just saying, he lost 6 armor. The poison touch damage doubled. You've got more weave armor because they're level 3.
All right, you
They've got
convinced
Glimmer
me.
Cape. Dazzle's damage has gone up a lot compared to last round.
Yeah.
Zeus's damage he has refresher and stuff. But
Mhm.
again, if they Grave, the damage doesn't matter. He's going to die at the same time regardless of whether or not he's... All that comes down to is, are they going to be interrupted casting their spells and therefore not get Grave off? That's what pretty much happened last round. But Dazzle's HP's gone up. He's got a Glimmer. He's more tanky. Like
I don't think they'll survive.
It's a better
Dazzle.
chance
I
this
think
round.
if the Shallow Grave goes off, even if it does, the 5 seconds isn't enough.
I'm
Zeus is-
going Dazzle.
I'm still generally agreeing with that statement. I still think it's like really difficult to live that long, but I think it's a better chance for Dazzle to win this round than last. And it wasn't that close last round, but it could be a lot closer this one. So there's a chance Dazzle wins.
Okay, well, I got Purge. He's on the Zeus side, it sounds like
I'm on the
still.
Zeus side, but I think Dazzle has a shot.
Eason, you're sounding Dazzle favorite
I'm
now?
going with Dazzle.
Okay.
I think it's 95 to
Cap?
5 Zeus.
I really hope Dazzle doesn't win now.
You said if
gonna
Eason
be
went
the
for
heretic.
it, you have
No,
to go for
no,
it now.
I'm going Zeus. I will be a heretic. I will be a non-believer as much as I have to be Zeus.
Let me write down 5
I need Zeus to lose next round, so Zeus needs to win this one. Bring
All
in
right,
the W.
let's see it. Round number 3, elimination is on the line. Dazzle versus Zeus. Let's get right down there.
At this
I can
point,
still
I
change
almost
my
feel
mind
like
right before they meet.
No, you cannot.
What?
Only
said
if we
Dazzle?
give you, only if we give you the option. The option was not given.
No, I'm just kidding.
We give you the option. Now it's gone.
I give you no option to change.
And it's
I
gone.
hope they win.
Well, they're
Grave! Grave!
they got one grave.
Oh!
Look at the damage.
Lift!
See?
Oh my
See?
goodness!
You guys.
way.
See?
Dude, they all got hit by the poison
They
touches. too.
melted. They melted,
Kevin
dude.
literally gave
He
all
explained it.
He gave all the calculations, and he convinced me, and that's exactly what happened. And you
Dude,
guys didn't. I
My
don't know-
biggest reasoning was the fact that last round they didn't all get hit by the poison touches.
Yeah, only like a couple.
So I was
of
just
them.
like, that's not gonna happen.
Well, my bracket
It's
is
gonna be,
destroyed.
Look at that. Everyone's bracket's destroyed. That was a 90-10 matchup. Dazzle, you 34 people, geniuses. Make sure take an IQ test. Join Mensa. You deserve it.
Yo, can we see the leaderboard? That's got to be messed up at this point.
Yeah, I'm sure. We'll
The
see. if we
predictions
can.
are
There we
probably
go.
all over the place.
Dr. Zayas. Isn't that the guy
Smile
from?
still a second.
Isn't he an actor? Or
Smile and Gimpy Joe are actually still top 3. But that's probably because most of the people are also voting for the expected.
Yeah, you
If
assume
they're-
like
if
the
they're
top
this
10
far
are
up,
probably
yeah.
you don't want to make a mistake, right? You're not going for that extra like reaction.
Because they were at 104 and 103 points or something like
Yeah.
that. They've only gotten a couple of points since then. So
all
most
the
of them got it
upsets.
wrong, yeah.
Yeah. Well, guess what that means? We do have another loser. We are going to head down to the silence with the gorgeous Dakota as well as, well, the loser Zeus.
Thank you, Grant. I have the honor and privilege to speak to a man above all of us, a god himself. I have Zeus here by my side. Zeus, many picked you to walk away from this series the heavy victor, but not the case. What happened out there?
Well, it's time for me to go back to godhood. As you know, when I came down to this world, I forsook my immortality and actually became immortal, and I found it not to my liking at all.
Fair enough. Whatever happened to your son Hercules, by the way?
Okay, so about that, people keep on asking me about Mars and him being my son and everything. Don't tell him, but he's adopted.
Ooh, yeah, we'll make sure this isn't broadcasted.
is my true son.
Fair enough. We hope to see from him in the future. And what about you? Bot TI ends for you today, but what's in store for Zeus tomorrow?
Oh, back into the heavens for me, about to lay with some young maidens and hit up some goddesses. You know how I do, Dakota.
Oh, yeah, some big old lightning thoughts. I appreciate that. There's Zeus. Take care. We'll see you in the future. Back to you guys on the panel.
And thank you for that, Zeus. This guy, he was seed number 1 of the entire tournament and of the reseeding. He was a god among gods, but guess what? Even those with wings will one day fall from the skies.
That
was a grand
Icarus,
original right there. That was a grand Yeah, Icarus, Kid Icarus, sure,
Okay.
whatnot. But guess what? Kid Icarus, whatever. I don't know, some video game or something. Guess what that means? Zeus is gone. Dazzle moves forward. Tiny versus CM next. And I've already said it once, it's a fan favorite for Tiny, but this Crystal Maiden, she is looking very low on the totem pole right now.
Dude, how many of these super one-sided matchups are going to end up going the way of the minority again?
Can't be all of them. I'm pretty sure Tiny just 2-0s this.
I'm pretty sure he does too.
Yeah, he's gonna crush 5, as he does.
No jokey predictions here. I think he's just gonna 2-0.
I mean, CM ulti is pretty good, but it's probably going to get interrupted.
Yeah.
There's just so many ways to cancel.
They're going to round target even through Glimmer.
Is this one of the most one-sided matchups you think in this top 16? Or this
No, Pugna CM was the most one-sided matchup. That should have been.
That should have been, but it wasn't.
If it wasn't, then it's not the most one-sided.
Okay, Ethan, it sounds like you're thinking this is going to be the most one-sided.
I think it's going to be the most one-sided 2-0.
I mean, sadly, Tiny's too tanky to die to Crystal Nova. So, right? So, can CM win this first round?
No.
That would have to be the way to win, is somehow she wins this round.
There's no way.
And then something else changes.
She's got low HP. He's got high HP.
2 nukes even.
It's just 5 avalanches all over you. That's it.
And won't they always toss in one Tiny, won't they? Just probably Crystal Nova in that front one, possibly, depending on move speed. Because you said the Crystal made move speed and the Pugna, right, actually made a difference in that matchup.
It spread them out a little bit.
Yeah. So are we all just feeling Tiny as level 5 then?
Starting to have second thoughts about the 15.
I don't see any other way.
No, 5 is Tiny.
Okay.
But this isn't the main discussion. The main discussion is a 15.
Okay. So you want to get through this one? You already know what's going to happen and get to the next discussion.
Yeah.
All right, I'm reading you, Ethan. Let's get right down to the battlefield. It will be CM, and it will be the igneous boy himself, Tiny. What are the other types of rocks? Igneous.
That was it, just igneous.
Isn't there more?
No, that's it.
Really? Cool.
You got it, Grant.
Yes!
Right on the money. 1 for 1.
I feel like if Tiny doesn't do anything, he might still win.
He just punches.
He punches her, and
He
I
does
think
a
he's
lot of
gonna-
damage.
Frostbite.
Okay.
Crystal Nova's.
Oh, you were right, Grant.
The toss.
Tossed in and oh, jeez. Dude, they are so coordinated.
Yeah.
The Tinies are...
They look like humans, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That was so coordinated. That was actually beautiful.
Yeah, it's fun to watch Tiny.
It was like a Tiny flying in.
You pick up a tree,
Two
I
trees
pick up
on
you.
the side.
There's it's like so many different things happening at the same time. It genuinely feels like it's real people mixing it up and trying to create diversions and stuff. And all of a sudden there's just a rock in the middle of you, and you're like, oh. And you just Avatosses your whole team.
All right,
dead.
I need to hear it from the bot whisperer. What
do you got?
You said it's all about level 15. What
That's
could happen for the Crystal Maiden?
After looking at how they behaved at level 5, I'm pretty sure this is 2-0 Tiny.
Okay.
I don't really see any way she can win.
How did you see it before? One of them survives and she gets
And then
off,
she gets an ulti, and then she's glimmered, and then they don't respond to it.
So say one Crystal Maiden does somehow get her ulti off. Is 1 enough to beat 5 Tinies
Yes.
even?
I think
it
so.
is?
She has to be on the outside of where the avalanches go. If the avalanches all hit the other 4 guys and she's on the outside, Ag's ulti is busted because it's going to be re-adding frostbites on the Tinies.
Yeah.
And until they get another avalanche cooldown, they can't interrupt it. I guess they could toss her in the air. So I guess Glimmer would have to end, and then they toss her.
I think there's too many things that have to go right for her to win versus Tiny just doing what they do best, hit every single button and win.
That's like a
What
90-10.
about the Rogue Shadow Blade?
Oh, that's true.
But that's
For Tiny.
He opens up with Avalanche, right?
Yeah.
And then the rest of the Tinies get there in time to Avalanche follow up. Then it's done and dusted.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Tiny's going to win.
We think Tiny's just going to.
We're talking about the only way CM could win.
Yeah.
We
You
agree
see
with
one
you.
Cap?
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to come up with random
Anything for the
shit at this
CM,
point.
yeah.
What if Tiny runs the middle and they don't cast any of their spells? They're just like, I'm only going to cast Decrepify.
Oh, okay. Now I got it. It was the Shadow Blade in, and he's going to toss one of the Crystal Maidens back.
Oh.
But she gets Glimmer Caved. Then she gets off the Nova or Freezing Field. It's all over.
I would
And they
believe.
just
I
don't
would
cast
believe.
Avalanche.
I would believe that if it was like 25, but for this situation, I don't think that's the case.
Okay, so it sounds like unless one of you has this really crazy urge to shout out, you're going for Crystal Maiden. We're all going for Tiny here.
Not this time.
It's Rockman.
I'm the one who normally does it, but not this time. Not this time.
The bot whisper isn't going there. Grant, you going there?
I am not going there. This should be an easy one. This Tiny is looking like one of the favorites right now, in the lower bracket at least. Obviously, he lost to Ember in the winner's bracket. But we're going to go into is level 15. It's looking like a 2-0, but will Crystal Maiden surprise us? Follow along right now.
Okay. I'm here.
All right. Welcome. There's
following.
the Crystal Maidens.
Tiny needs to win this to help repair my bracket. Like all of these these little leads that have gotten away from me, they need to be cut in half right now to solve my bracket.
Who do you have winning the whole thing? Is that your
Pango.
order? Okay.
Yeah. But I've gotten a lot wrong.
The Glimmer King?
There's the stun. Oh, there's one.
Fucking
And there was one.
You see that? Those trees? Oh my goodness.
And they're getting cleave damage from it
Yeah.
too. It's like
Insane.
Tiny is very good.
Yeah.
at
Dude,
bot
that
time.
was just a beatdown. That was not even close. There was no hope at all.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? Are we
She's
sad to
dead.
see CM go, or are you
Nope.
kind of happy?
Nope.
You're
Solve the bracket.
course he's-
She was supposed to lose last round. It was either Pugna or CM dying here, and Tiny did what he was
talking
supposed
more
to.
of her as a human, but yeah, it's your bracket, I guess, too. My goodness. Die, Crystal Maiden.
My predictions
else
matter more
matters.
than your life.
And you know what that means? It does mean we'll have to have another one of these sad interviews. So we're going to go toss it ringside to Dakota as well as Crystal Maiden.
Thank you so much, Grant, here with the hard job. It's so hard. Please send me your Twitter sympathy as I do these loser interviews. We have Crystal Maiden here, fresh loser, of course, in this matchup. Crystal Maiden, you're looking radiant today, I must say.
Thanks, man.
So I had to ask you, how did you feel about that? It sounded like you had a pretty good start, but ultimately Tiny was your downfall.
Well, we did our best here. Tried to cast our freezing fields, but the avalanche just came through and it just ripped us apart. We couldn't rely on Tiny choking the same way that Pugna did, so we gave it our best.
True. Many did say that was a bit of a fluke. Now I'm going to answer the call from some social media here. People are curious. Crystal Maiden, are you single?
I'm a competitor. I don't want to talk about my relationship status, if you don't mind.
Single. Can't find anyone. All right. So it was a pleasure talking with you, Crystal Maiden. We look forward to you next year. But I did hear we have a special piece of content for you coming up. It's not ready yet, but do you have any words about this special content piece to come later?
Yeah, I just just give a little peek inside my life and just do the best I can to be successful. So thanks for the support, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so much, Crystal Maiden. Look out for a special content piece going to be coming up pretty soon. We'll throw it back to the panel and Grant.
And, well, it's always sad to see, especially so down to earth, right? A competitor only has her eyes on the prize, but guess what? You're tossed out of the bracket just like Tiny tossed you in that game. That means we move to the upper bracket. And this first match, it is going to be Spec versus Pango. And then you have Earthshaker versus Ember. We got some hard hitters up here.
This is definitely an interesting one. The Spectre versus Pango. Spectre seems like, against so many of these matchups, the fact that she has an innate blade mail just means she auto-wins against a lot of these heroes. But a couple of heroes have something special. Nyx Assassin had something special in the break mechanic. We have now Pango with his spell immunity off the roll.
Yeah, that's going to be huge, actually.
So that means he doesn't take damage no matter what. Dispersion doesn't hit him when he's rolling. Or
No.
I don't think dispersion counts.
He'll take physical back.
Yeah.
If he does shield crash with Ags,
Think so.
the poking that does physical will be reflected towards him, but the magic stuff will be stopped.
But he'll
the
be doing a
physicals-
lot of magic damage off of shield crash plus
Yes.
Maelstrom procs. So
General-
most of it
the
is really
majority.
going to be magic.
And look at this. This is pretty damn even, actually, about 52.5 to 47.5. Do you guys agree with this, or do you think it's going to be more one-sided one way?
I think it's more one-sided to Pango.
Yeah, I agree with that. What do you think about the level 5 though?
Well,
it should be Spectre getting crushed there, but
Yeah.
Pango's a weird
Pretty
one.
sure Pango wins that one. But, I mean, I think a lot of people who chose Spectre here are thinking about, like, what is Pango going to do when the ultimate goes off, right? Yeah. It's like, where is he going to roll to? Is he going to roll right away? Is he going to swashbuckle backwards? You know, there's a lot of things that could happen because we haven't seen that, like, immediate threat on top of him. It's always like, oh, I see somebody in the distance. Let me Rolling Thunder right away.
So if he Rolling Thunders and he targets the correct Spectres and does his shield crashes on them, I think he's going to kill them probably and win.
Yeah.
If the Rolling Boulders go weird directions, then yeah, the Spectre will outlast the Rolling Thunder and then Spec will win easily.
She will waste Haunt, though.
I guess.
I'm very certain she'll waste Haunt.
Yeah, she'll Haunt. All the illusions will be pushed away by the shield crash rolling, and they'll do basically no damage. It'll buy time, kind of, not even. So it all comes down to where Pango goes with the rolls, I think. But I think Pango should win round 5. And I think he's probably going to win either 15 or 25.
I have a feeling he has to win 5 and 15. I think
Spectre's super tanky.
Yeah, I think Spectre is just way too strong at 25.
You haven't seen Pango's 25 items, dude. He's got like every damage item. He's got Diffusal,
Basher,
he's got Basher,
MKB,
and
one other.
Maelstrom.
But I don't know.
Ridiculous damage.
I feel like he's just going to kill himself.
Yeah, I will say, Eason was here when Pango actually ended up missing his swashbuckle, right? He hasn't on the main stage yet. Do you think the pressure of the main stage will get to Pango and he'll just miss his cues and lose this level 5? Is there any chance of that?
I don't. I think he'll be fine. I think
he learned?
He learned.
Well, that's good. Are you guys all taking this level
Pango.
5 Pango?
Yeah, taking Pango.
Okay, we are going to go then. It is going to be round number 1 of Pango versus Spectre. Can the late game champion Spectre somehow crawl her way forward? Doesn't look good versus the IGV Pangos.
Oh, Dogfights is in.
Yep.
Could be the swashbuckle makes them jump forward into the daggers. So they actually all get hit by daggers.
Yeah,
this
that's
time.
true. It might also
don't think that's
stop
920
earlier,
versus
though.
800.
All right, here we go.
I'm curious. Level 1 dispersion. Oh, they did do that, but it didn't matter. So strong. I mean, if they hit the swashbuckles, right, they're not losing to anyone at 5.
Yeah.
Ember, which, could be our winners bracket finals, obviously, but wow, that was a slaughter. Now we're to the real game. The Spectre has a Vanguard Radiance, obviously doesn't stack, so it's not the best use of money. And meanwhile, you have the Maelstrom as well as Ags, one of the 2 best times you can have a Pango right now.
I think the best thing that could happen for Spectre is they Haunt, they instantly Reality, which they have been doing. The Pango starts channeling his ultimate, and they get all the Pangos to like half HP maybe by just being on top of them instantly.
Yeah.
And then, well, the best thing that could happen is the boulders start rolling, and the Spectres just go every direction.
Yeah.
Like if they get spread out and they don't take too much damage from the
fine.
shield crashes, it could be okay.
And then the second round of swashbuckles come in, but it does that thing where they go to the middle.
Or like weird directions because they're spread out. They got to get spread out. With the reality jump is actually really helpful for Spectre because it's going to be chaotic, and that's what they need.
The sad part for Spectre here is that even if she does like the reality in, and Pango doesn't do Rolling Thunder but does like swashbuckle or shield crash and stuff, like she doesn't actually have that much more HP than Pango, so she can't rely on the dispersion auto-winning like she did against like Zeus.
I mean, it is reflecting 22% actually. That could happen. If Pango's coding gets weird, if they all jump in and Pango's like, oh, I'm just going to do 1 shield crash before I transform, they're just going to all die like we've seen in other matches where all of a sudden there's going to be like 4 Spectres left at like 30% health, but the enemies are just nuked. That could be a possibility if they don't do Rolling Boulder as a result of the quick reality jump.
Well, I think they'd have to swashbuckle first. Because if they shield crash first, then they're getting damage reduction.
Yeah.
They'll probably get the damage reduction before the dispersion hits them.
Yeah.
I would assume that's how that works.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So it has to come down to swashbuckle first.
Okay. There's a chance.
This is really 50-50 for me.
Really?
Yeah, I actually think
50-50?
really 50-50. Yeah.
I was about to say 95-5 in Pango's
I was just going to say 66%, right? Because out of the 3 abilities, we need him to cast. For the Spectre to win, the Pango has to cast only swashbuckle as one of them. If you cast the other 2, then it goes Pango's way.
50-50?
Why is it 50-50?
What do the whispers say?
Yeah, how does Spectre? Why are you so confident in
wild
Spectre?
whispers, man.
I think my reasoning is what Kevin said earlier. I think like because of the way they haunt and jump in, they're gonna get split up. Rolling Thunder isn't going to do enough to them by the time it runs out, because on average they only hit one time.
Yeah.
They haven't
Yeah.
actually. Now that I think about it, though,
But they're shield
they
crashing.
started turning around, because like in the earlier stages of the bot TI, Pango would roll straight to
And
the
not
other
turn
side
around.
and not turn
But
around.
now he does.
But now he
Yeah.
turns around, so I don't know.
It's not about the Rolling Thunder. It's the fact that it's that he's magic immune, and then it's that shield crush with Ags and Maelstrom is disgusting. I think that's
Well,
really the difference.
it matters because of exactly that, the Scepter shield crash. I think Pango's probably gonna win this.
51%.
Nah, I still think
Like,
it's 50-50.
Spec doesn't have the item advantage. That's the big thing going against. It doesn't have the skill advantage.
Will it be
Doesn't have
the
the item
roll?
advantage.
They're just gonna roll immediately.
There's the rolls. They didn't take too much. I don't know who's who.
No,
they
no.
definitely
There's a
hit some
full
shield
HP one,
crashes.
maybe?
Pango's
Nope.
fine.
They're just jumping around. They're just beating him down AoE style. It's a slaughter. Pango is looking damn good, my
Let's
friends.
go, Pango!
95.5. That's all I need to say here. that
ESN,
was not
you are
perfect
looking
circumstance.
sus.
How am I looking? I'm 6-0.
I mean, you picked Pango, but you said that was a 50-50. Did that look 50-50?
Did you say you're 6-0?
I'm 6-0 right now.
What? Because you thought Pango would win the whole series?
No. I'm 6-0 and for all the series that we've gone through right now.
But you just
That's
got
true.
one wrong.
No, I didn't. Which one did I get wrong?
You said 50-50. That shit was way wrong.
But how is that wrong? All that matters is
Numbers
the final.
don't lie,
Choose the right
ESN.
50-50.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to go check the VOD. I'm really starting to doubt this undefeated bullshit.
Okay, go ahead by
Like-
all means.
like
I
maybe
said
you have this-
Pango.
All right. So
Hey, hang on a sec.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, haters gonna hate, and you know who's
Uh-huh.
not gonna hate? Probably our. Wait, I believe this will be a winners interview, right? Because we
Yeah.
are in the winners bracket. So Pangolier, I can't wait to hear what he has to say. Let's just throw it. I'm flustered. Let's just throw it on down.
Well, don't worry there, Flustered Grant. I'll pick up the pieces from here. We have Pango joining my side. Got to be feeling incredibly confident here. I certainly picked you to take the whole thing. I know Cap up there is rooting for you.
Oh, capitalist! Ah, what a fine, swell chap he is indeed.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
coached us to some of the hardest times, and he's a great guy, you know.
So what don't you like about Capitalist?
Most things besides his Dota coaching. I don't like his haircut. I don't like his facial hair. But you know what? He's not getting paid to look good. He's getting paid to do the damn stats.
True enough. Now, you managed to blast past Spectre on that round. What upcoming threats do you see in the remainder of this Batsiai bracket?
Well, I don't see many. As you see the feather on my hair sway in the wind, I believe Ember looks a little bit scared, but besides that, clean wins. Ha ha!
Oh, all right. Wow, you sound awfully excited, so I will let you get back to celebrating with the rest of your team. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me and chat.
You as well. Thank you. Ha ha ha!
Take care, Pango. We send it back to Grant in the panel.
And thank you for that one, Pango. He is sounding confident. Now, Cap, I will say, he took a low blow at you. And that was, I mean, he's calling
I'm
you
sorry.
a great coach, but
Did somebody come at me about facial hair? A man who has... Have you seen Pango? He's got
That's
this
true.
little goatee going on, and then he's got weird hair coming out the sides.
It's like
But some sort of
mutton chop
cross.
thing.
yeah, I feel that's, you know,
Nothing in the...
but from where he's from, right? That's pretty big. Like this looks normal to us, right? But to him,
yeah.
it doesn't. So, you know, I don't know why he took his
Also,
time to
pangolins
flame
don't
you.
have hair.
That's
so
what
how
I'm
does
saying.
he have hair?
That's a good question, Cap. You're their coach. You don't have to get mad at us. Feels like you should get mad at yourself, if anyone.
Mad at me.
So you know what that means? We
What?
are on to Earthshaker, Ember, Spirit, the ESs fighting it out.
The King ES.
First general thoughts. We're going to see what the
Who's it going to be?
at home. Wow. Earthshaker favored. Very small. Do you-
I
This
had
is
a lot
really
of
hard
I
one.
had a lot of trouble predicting this one last night
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
was doing my bracket, and I thought I think Ember is the better hero. I voted
Agreed.
ES to win it because I was like I got to gamble a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But Ember is a monster, dude. His
really
skill
is.
set is very good. It's low cooldown. It's spammable, and most importantly, is he has so many invulnerability states
Yeah.
that buy him time from disables affecting him from like dodging really important skills that are supposed to like win fights. So like he's just like hard to predict whether or not he's gonna stomp, and I just feel like he's gonna beat Earthshaker probably.
He's
But
got
Earthshaker
physical
might
damage
chain stun.
and magic damage,
Does
especially
reflect.
later on. He's got that huge amount of magic burst with his remnants and stuff. I actually use it pretty well.
Does he? It's so random.
It was good yesterday. It was good.
Every single time I've
I mean,
seen it, it's been good.
I'm on board for Ember because He's like one of my favorites to watch.
Yep.
So just because of that, I'm gonna give it to Ember 2-0.
Is there?
2-0.
Yeah, I think he's gonna 2-0 it.
Okay.
I think he's gonna win 5 and 15.
Does he need to dodge the fishers at all to win this?
I don't think he will.
I think
So
the range is
I think
too
he-
far for him to dodge fishers.
I think
so
he
he'll probably
kinda
get
does.
hit by all the fishers. He'll be low, but then they get off fight slides.
It's
bunch
5
of
slides
chains.
enough to kill. Who wins? Like, it feels like they're all going to get their spells off. Who wins the battle afterwards?
I think the Searing Chain is gonna beat the level 1 enchant in Aftershock.
I don't think so. I think ES wins 1 for sure. Because 5 fissures at 210 damage is going to outrange the slight.
Yeah.
The Embers are going to come through, do really good slights, and then some Earthshakers are going to get in melee range and finish them off with
All
enchant
in one hit,
aftershocks.
yeah. Well,
Because
I can- I
enough
can
are
see
going
it-
to
I can see
survive.
that for sure.
Like the Syrian's only going to last like, what is it, like 1.5 seconds or something, or like 2 seconds or something. So I think Earthshaker has round 1, but it gets crazy in the next 2.
You
I'm
guys agree?
gonna give it to Ember Spirit.
At level 5?
Yeah.
I will stick with the Bot Whisperer. I will go Ember Spirit as well.
So do you have an overall prediction?
Yeah, I think Ember's gonna win the overall.
Okay.
You said 2-0,
Got to
right?
get you on paper here.
I said 2-0, but
Okay.
but
But,
you know what really matters is that they win overall.
damn, there's the beat.
Oh,
Yeah,
one
look
Ember
at the
has-
change, though. Well, there's
Okay,
full HP.
now it's Enchant Totem time.
He's dead.
God damn it,
Did you say 2-0?
And already
Wow.
Eosin dropping a game early here in the predictions. And,
Look,
well, the
all
fish
that matters-
The one time I go with the Bot
All
Whisperer,
that-
just
no.
fully trusting
Is that
him.
exactly what I said was going to happen?
All that matters is
Yes.
the whole thing.
Thank you.
All
You're
that matters is the
Okay,
whole thing.
okay. So now Ember's going to win
Now
15
Ember's
and
gonna win in
25?
25.
Okay.
I think Earthshaker is going to win 25.
Yeah, you might be right actually.
Because he's once he gets
He's-
Ags, he's going to enchant totem in, and one guy's going to get a dunk off,
And it's over.
and then the stuns are not going to stop.
They won't stop. So 15 here,
Well,
though.
we haven't solidified. We can still change it.
I think
25.
Earthshaker will lose here though, for sure, because he virtually has no items.
Okay.
Like literally all of his, he doesn't use any of
He
those.
won't. Maybe
a Shadow
one
Blade.
Shadow Blade. Yeah, exactly. And that, it doesn't even feel like in this matchup matters that much. Like getting that extra range.
If he gets in and gets like an Echo on 5 and
guess,
you know
yeah.
perfectly chained stuns, then yes, he can win his. But Earthshaker is going to get dumpstered here.
We have seen some random Shadow Blades. Just
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah. Cap, are you going to be a follower again, or are you going to be a
Eosin.
leader?
No, I'm following Eosin at this point because every single time I've doubted Eosin, he's ended up being right.
Yeah.
So maybe the real secret is I just have to believe in him,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden he becomes mortal again.
And you can break his streak.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well, let's see. We're going to hop down level 15s. It will be Ember, and it will be Earthshaker.
Here we go.
Ooh, and it's Yapsor on the Earthshaker.
Well, that's true. So we'll have 5 fissures. It'll do a decent amount of damage, but it all comes down. Like the Searing Chains is full duration now, so
Yeah.
that prevents him from getting into melee range.
Plus an extra second. Yeah.
And the Maelstrom damage.
Yeah. I think it's
That's
the
a lot
Maelstrom
of
damage
damage.
is just insane.
And lower cooldown on Slight too. It's 6 seconds instead of 12 now, so he's easily going to Slight twice.
Well,
First Echo.
they dodged all of it. Why didn't they echo earlier? I think he could have. That was actually
They
way
were really
Pretty
closer.
close.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
It looked like he waited to echo until he was like near more than one of them. He could have just let it rip. But guess what? He didn't. They're bots, damn it. And that means we go to level 25.
I think the Echo Slam damage would have killed in the Ember if he didn't start jumping around. Because when the Remnants, they're moving around back and forth kind of. And then the Aftershock things, like the Echo damage things that are kind of slow, they probably pass into him while he's invulnerable, if I had to guess.
Yeah. Yes.
And therefore he just nullified the damage.
The have we seen 25 Ember? I don't remember.
I think we have.
We have, yes.
At least in the earlier stages.
Did he use the Sleight of Fist charges?
Yes. And he
He's very
triple
good at it.
remnants. He
Because
Yeah.
I remember the
quad
triple
remnants.
remnants all
Yes.
the time, but I
He
don't.
He
don't
does
remember.
everything.
Okay.
This bot does it all.
I'm gonna have to stick with Ember because I'm gonna basically predict like the people at home are predicting, right? They basically have to submit it before they see everything, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I said Ember at the start. I'm gonna have to
He
stick
said
with it.
Ember 2-0, yes.
Well, ignoring the 2-0 part, but I said Ember would take it.
What about okay,
Ignoring the part I got wrong.
I've got a Twitch chat question here. They actually, I'm reading it right now. Does Fisher get blocked by Lincolns if it's clicked on him?
You can't click on people anymore with
Yeah.
Fisher.
There you go. Twitch chat, you dumbasses. Like, these guys, I don't know
Come
what they're
on.
doing at home, but
Come
luckily
on,
I'm
Twitch
here
chat.
to, be the brain with them. So it sounds like the Fishers will go off. Does that mean Earthshaker just wins? They're just going to Fisher jump in ulti?
What's important, I think, is that Earthshaker has to, one of his guys in the back that doesn't get Searing Chains needs to get the Aftershock jump with Enchant Totem and needs to Echo Slam a lot of heroes and lock them down and finish them off. Because if they're stunned, they're not jumping around like little squirrely dudes. They've got to land the chain stun, and it's very possible that it's going to be a fissure into an Enchant Totem Echo Slam and the game's over. that's extremely likely because we've seen the fissures
Yeah.
will always land, and all you need is one Earthshaker to have the itch to follow it up, and the game's over.
I'm gonna trust an Ember to create a ton of chaos and just a couple of them dodging spells here and there and just winning.
Just dodging
Just
spells.
dodging spells here and there. I
even
mean, let's be real here. Like it's you can theory craft all you want, but this is one of the matchups where luck is a huge factor
Okay,
in
but
what goes on.
But you can confirm to me there are going to be 5 fissures. Every single round so far, there have been 5 fissures. Am I wrong?
You are not.
Actually, at
All
25,
answer.
they actually did something different. At 25, there was one time where ES didn't fissure. He literally enchant totem echo, and it was over. I forgot which match.
So you think
that
they're
was.
all okay? So if the guy in the front goes for enchant totem instead of fissuring,
It's
then
actually over.
it could be fucked up. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it's
then
actually
they might all sleight of fist, and then it could. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
So there, it sounds like
That's fair.
we're pretty 50-50. Cap, are you going to break the tie here? You have to.
You know, I'm going to go with the odds here, and my odds are really good. If I go with Steven, either Steven's going to be wrong or I'm going to be right for once. So,
You're going Ember.
Ember. All right.
yeah, it's whatever.
see
I'll
it.
go Ember Spirit, sure.
Winner of
I'm
this.
going to get something out of this.
I am going to warn you right now. Like, if I had to put numbers on the line, this is like 80-20 Earthshaker.
Okay.
But I said
Just need
Ember at
one
the start.
fissure. One fissure and it's over.
Wait,
I-
you said that for the Dazzle matchup, too, and remember you jump ship? I thought you
All
were
right, give me
allowed
the
to jump
fissure.
ship.
Give me the
true.
fissure.
You can jump ship, Eosin. You
Okay,
jumped ship
all right.
earlier.
I mean,
Give me
I'm
the,
still
the
staying
fissure.
with
The
it.
fissure.
Okay.
It's over. It's fucking over.
A perfect. Give him that golden P, boys. It was an easy one.
Oh, let's just write Earthshaker in here really quick.
No, I had Ember winning the whole thing. What am I doing? But congratulations. The big win there for Earthshaker. That means we do have our winners bracket final. We're not playing it right away, but it will be Pango versus Earthshaker. That's going to be a pretty damn hype one. But if you're an Ember fan, guess what? Just moving down to the lower bracket, you still have a chance. You know, maybe this guy gets eliminated by Pango or something, and you have a chance. But guess what? We have an interview instead, and it will be with the winner, Earthshaker, as well as Dakota.
Thank you, Grant. Yeah, here beside the Dunks Master himself, we have Earthshaker. Many did not even bother to put you in first place to take this one. It looks like you could do it handedly, Earthshaker. Thoughts?
That's
after
right,
that match?
Dakota. There are many ESs, but there is only one Earthshaker.
Damn. Earthshaker, I heard there is a special someone out there watching you today. Who is that?
Oh, it's my lovely Betty Boo.
Betty
Hey,
Boo.
Betty.
Is that your child? Is that a girlfriend? Is that a boyfriend? What is that?
We don't like to lock down terms
All
so
right.
much.
Betty Boo watching
You know,
out
I'm
there.
a forward-thinking flat earther.
All right. Well, that's right. I remember now. It's all coming together. You and the Earth being flat. Anyways, we'll skip over that for now. Grand final. You're there. It's got to feel great. Who would you like to see there on the other side of the arena?
Oh, I'm looking forward to meeting the Pingalier. I have to say, as an earthy man, I'm a big fan of woodland creatures all around, as they like to dig and burrow around inside my earth. And
Now, he's a rolling one. I heard he believes things are quite round, including the globe itself. So any sort of animosity there?
you know
yourself
what's
being
also round, Dakota? A pancake. It's round, but also flat. Much
true.
like I'm going to flatten the pangolin.
Oh, I like that. And I'm hungry now, too. So
You're
with that,
welcome.
we'll send you away and throw it back to the panel. Back to you, Grant. Legend.
And thank you for that, Earthshaker. He's sounding pretty damn confident. And, you know, I only want to hear just the score. Who's winning Pango versus Earthshaker later? What's the score going to be? No
I think
words.
Earthshaker-
No words,
Oh,
just
sorry.
scores.
I think 2-0 Pango. He's got to win at 15
Okay. Eason.
or he loses.
2-1 Earthshaker.
Okay.
Possible.
2-1 Earthshaker.
Okay, and with that, I've already written him down, so I'll know who's going to be wrong later. But guess what? We have a special piece of content. It is going to be with the lovely Frost Lady Crystal Maiden. Let's have a peek.
Hi, you've reached Dota Support. How can I help you? No, I'm so sorry, sir, but we actually don't take mango returns anymore. Да, конечно, у нас есть русская техническая поддержка. Personally, I think that person was just trying their best and deserves to be alive in real life. Sir. Sir. Yes, sir, we can do that for you. I'm Crystal Maiden. Some people call me Riley, but my real name is Riley. I was born in Minnesota, and then my parents banished me to a boarding school in Ice Rack. But now that I'm on my own, I'm living in LA. When I'm not playing Dota, I like to express myself creatively and just have fun. Recently, I got into ice sculpting. So I haven't actually learned how to make sculptures yet, but it makes for really good margaritas. It's just faster. The weather in LA is great, but sometimes I just miss the chill of Ice Rack. Whenever I miss the cold, I just head over to my local ice rink. It's so much fun. Since the TI3 win, Dota 2 has really blown up. The prize pools are so big. I'm so happy I was able to be a part of it. That's why I'm so excited about Bot TI.
There it is. Here we go again. Really gonna go over this TI3 story again?
Sorry, Lena. Oh, and I live with my sister, Lena. We're a team. Oh, and Lena's boyfriend Carl lives with us too, sometimes. I think those are mine.
Check this out. Pick a card, any card.
No.
Lena, can you just pick a fucking card? Now put it on the bottom of the deck, don't show me.
Fuck!
Spit it out, Lena. Lena, spit it out. Give me the card, Lena.
I hate this. You need to quit with this fucking shit.
The job at the support line is great. Both Carl and Lena out of work right now. I had to pick up something on the side. Sure, it could be stressful, but who likes their job anyway, right?
Riley's just letting her life pass her by. Why are you guys even here? Batia is totally meaningless and absolutely random.
Please! One more time!
Oh my God,
my
please.
God! No!
I just got lucky.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Isn't it sick, babe? Check it out.
Oh my God. You can't just buy new hair. You can't even afford it.
Hey, babe, don't hate just because my legendary is better than your entire Arcana.
Don't you fucking dare.
What are you gonna do, make another Reddit thread?
I'll make 3 Reddit threads.
And you won't get any upvotes.
Oh, well, I will upvote them myself.
And that is against the terms of service. I have friends really high up in Reddit.
It can be frustrating supporting 2 people all the time, but I know if I can get them on their feet, they can make it. Even if they don't understand what I sacrificed right now, they'll appreciate it in the long run. We just need to improve our communication score.
Win a few fucking games first, and then buy your shit.
Babe, I'm sorry, are you 1, 2, 3, 0-4 at TI? How about you win a game like your sister already has?
We need life coaching.
Carl might not be coming today. He tried to go viral at the mall again, so.
Well, we could talk about your relationship as sisters. That's right. After Bachi, I went back to school, became a doctor, followed my dreams. Mom is very proud. And I do some analysis on the side. Your humor is well-timed, Grant. I would know, as I'm an expert on time. The concept of time.
No. She gets 20%, okay? That's it.
Lena, sometimes I think you're just taking advantage of me and don't care about me at all.
I'm helping you!
I gave you my everything, and you got an apartment that wasn't even dog-friendly.
I got you a snake! If you don't like it here with us, why don't you just leave?
You know what? Maybe I will.
You still have to pay for the whole session, even if she abandons.
I think that the entire filming process made me realize that I was in a toxic environment. Enigma actually really helped my relationship with Lena. I moved out, but it was for the best for both of us. I'm in a much better place now, and way less of a pushover. I quit the call center. I got a job at Disney in their VFX department. Lena was the one that submitted my ice sculpture portfolio to Disney. I would have not had the courage to do it without her. I think I can win Batii. I think I can do anything.
Things are actually going pretty well for me. I'm working at an Italian joint downtown, Mario's Linguini, and I actually have this really cool bit. Whenever somebody asks what the special is, I always say it's spaghetti and, spaghetti and
meatball.
Ah, he gets it. He gets it.
And that was a great look into the life of Crystal Maiden. Unfortunately, she lied. She couldn't make it to the end of this Batii.
No,
she already is out. But, it's always good seeing a competitor, in a more natural state.
I mean, she had a big improvement. She got top 8.
That's pretty good.
It's incredible.
No matter what.
Huge improvement.
Oh.
Good for her.
Carl turns out to be a total asshole, and I'm glad he won the toilet bowl.
You think? Yeah, he seemed like he was just kind of dumb.
I thought he was really funny.
Cap, why do you, maybe you're just a hater because he has better hair than you. Nah, but that was a great piece. We're going to look at the last of the bracket. We only have one more break between now and knowing the winner of Batii, and there you see it. Pango versus Earthshaker, Spectre versus Tiny, and Ember versus Dazzle. Dazzle is still in it. Is that the most shocking thing to you guys? It is for me. Like, the fact Dazzle is one of the last 8.
He doesn't have. He's terrible at team fighting, more or less. Yeah. In the regular game, I never would have thought that he'd work so well in Batii, but everything just kind of functions well right now.
No, I'm just can't keep on going through my head like, how far can he go? Can he beat Ember Spirit? Is that possible? I don't think so, but I didn't think the other ones were possible.
That's true.
I'm surprised about Spectre too, honestly.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think Spectre's like that good. At least in my head, not that good, but she was really good here. I think like her ability to dagger and haunt before anyone is able to cast anything is actually like the biggest thing that helped her get this far.
Yeah.
Makes sense. We are going to have to throw it to a quick break, but when we get back, you will know your winner of Batii, so stick around and keep those butts in the seats.
Hello everyone, welcome on back to more Batii action. This is going to be the final leg of action. By the end of this, you will know the grand champion of the whole thing. And if you were not here before the break, you may have missed an awesome content piece that we did air. Go be sure to check out the Beyond the Summit YouTube for the action. I'm back on panel with Grant, Aosin, and Cap. I've invigorated all day. There's lots of hype action happening all over the esports realm. And here we have the final stretch of Bot TI. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we are going to be leading into Spectre versus Tiny. Grant, give me your first impressions on that matchup while we do check out the fantasy.bts.gg site. Last chance to get your predictions in for the final stretch.
Look at Tiny. He's had to play 2 full extra matches. He didn't have the bye like Spectre had. But Spectre 25, right? Has anyone shown to even be close to stopping that? Like, right, this is just a straight up, you have to win 5 or 15 versus Spectre.
Yeah.
And can Tiny do it? Absolutely.
Yeah,
So I would say Tiny has a decent chance of beating Spectre, but, you know, I got to really rack my brain here.
Rack it hard.
I feel like they both have the auto win, right? Spectre has the auto win at 25, I think.
Yeah.
Tiny has the auto win at 5, I think. And in which case it's probably going to just come down to 15 and how the Tinies react to being haunted on. What they avalanche, when do the Spectres jump in, right? If the Spectres all jump in, they all just get avalanche and toss, then it's over. Because Spectre just doesn't have that much HP.
She doesn't. So definitely could be bad.
It's a tough call, honestly.
Is anybody, I feel like that's like a general consensus right there. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Anyone beg to differ really on that? Tiny, level 5 king, Spectre, 25 queen, and then it's about in the middle
15,
who's going to get in first, how the execution's going to go, if they'll be baited by the illusions or not.
Yeah. It's just because, right, Spectre, last year, right-clickers were terrible. So the fact we actually have one in the top 6 now is already a good change. I think the Blade Mill change, right, Dispersion being the only Blade Mill in this tournament now has definitely helped there. But
how much right-clicking is she really done
yeah,
this
that's
tournament?
everyone just killing themselves on top, especially like, oh, I win again? Cool beans.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. It would mean that, you know, unless something was changed about her come next year, we could see her again make it easily into another top 4 position.
Yep.
Seems to be only a few very situational heroes that might be able to get the jump on her in those first 2 rounds.
It's tough. But I think, are we all going Tiny at 5?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Tiny is like by far the best 5.
Yeah, it is. It's like a circus act. Love it.
I was waiting for Houston to pull the
No.
the
But
rug
hear me
out
out.
from underneath my feet.
I've heard a whisper now.
The whispers say, "Oh no!"
Ooh, and it's liquid even. Versus Navi.
Is that liquid with Matamba, man?
Yes, it is.
Kuroki leading out the
Here
charge.
comes the tears.
They're gonna toss Matamba, man.
Toss
What
Matamba
they
Man.
tossed him out. No. Oh, they did. It was Kuroki. All right. Matamba Man tossed Kuroki.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Not this time, Kuro.
Gotcha. And they went easily as we thought. Tiny, a pretty easy one to call at 5. Like,
Yep.
you just know this is the big one.
This is
a
the big
lot
one.
of useless items on both teams. It's all about skills.
If you're a Tiny fan, you are hoping he's closing this one out right here
Yes.
and now. Spectres, they are crossing their fingers, crossing their toes, that the Haunt kind of baits out all of the
Spells.
heavy
and
action.
You don't jump to them.
Yeah, and you don't jump to them.
You know, the grabbing the trees,
Might.
I'm not sure if it'll play against them or not. Like, when the Haunt goes down, are they still going to try and run and grab the trees? Because if they separate themselves too much, right, then they start taking Desolate damage, right? They're less likely to be able to finish off Spectres with their combo.
Yeah.
They need the Spectres to be grouped up, right? Because the Tiny will have a lot more HP. Yeah, he's got 700 more HP almost.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, in the round 1, right, Tiny has like 1,100 life. She had level 1 dispersion, right? No radiance, no AoE damage, no haunt. And she managed to kill one and take the other ones to, like, I want to say like half-ish health. I think like this is more than enough to kill all the Tinies.
You have the Vanguard too. I think this one, I mean, I really like Tiny here. I don't know. I think the damage is going to be enough. They're going to haunt. They're all going to be on top of each other. I think it's just going to be literally a race to see who dies first, right inside that, like, the avalanches and the dispersion.
I think the haunt's going to mess up Tiny.
How bad? Like, but won't they jump right to it so they'll eat the damage anyway?
I don't think they always jump though. That's the thing.
Yeah, sometimes they just let their illusions do their thing and they run forward.
Yeah.
In which case, that'd be terrible for Tiny. Because
Yes.
then he's just
You
taking
just
a
lose
bunch of
them.
right click and radiance damage.
It's always so nervous to bank on the bot pulling out that mechanic.
And
Just keep being thrown back to Pugna. It's like, oh, all you need to do is drop your ward, buddy. All you need to do.
One thing, that's it. And
So-
then they don't. I think there will be okay, say the one Tiny blade or the one Tiny does Shadow Blade. Will that make any difference here? It doesn't, right, in this matchup?
No, because they're
not really.
probably still going to
Just haunt.
get their haunt off before Tiny gets close to them.
Okay, so it's just what you believe in. Will the Spectre jump forward into the avalanches? Will it even matter? I'm going with Tiny. You know what? I'm going with it. Let's see the 2-0. Knock Spectre out. I never liked her anyways.
You know, you reminded me with the Shadow Blade play that in Crystal Maiden, she was that one Shadow Blader. I bet that was the Crystal Maiden from the content piece.
It was.
She's like, I believe I can do it. Then she
No
just
one
got
else did.
I think Spectre's gonna pull it back.
All right.
I'm gonna go Tiny, and I think he's gonna stay grouped up. The 18 armor will do a lot for him.
See,
Nah, he's gonna shred himself.
they're gonna go to that first
Or he's
tree
gonna
up the top.
I wonder if he tosses forward.
All right.
You see?
Oh no, he tossed.
Wait
the
till
illusion.
the Tiny wins!
Wow.
Let's go, Matumba Man, carrying Liquid
Just
again. The
barely.
Beast.
He's back.
Wow.
Dude, it really was. They
jumped in.
They all jumped in.
Damn
and
it.
Yeah.
Holy,
Damn
and
it. They just needed to wait like
God.
half a second. Just don't jump.
Dude, it was actually just over in 2 seconds. Like, I just looked at the top. I'm like, oh, everyone's dead except one Tiny. And that means
Dang.
Tiny just 2-0'd Spectre out of the bracket.
Yeah.
See you later, you hard
He did.
carry
I mean,
loser.
we said that's how he had to do it. He stepped up. He got it done. Bam. Just like that, Spectre is gone and out. And that means
Tiny's tankiness is working for him.
it is,
Once
right?
you get the armor, yeah, it's real good.
Man, he's a big boy. All right, we do have the loser, though. It's Spectre on the sidelines right now with Mr. Purge.
Spectre, condolences for going out there. Bit of an upset. People thought you were going to do better than that. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling not too well. My loss has taken my breath away.
Yeah, I mean, not surprising that Tiny took the level 5 win. He's very strong there, but your late game is just so incredible. What was going through your mind there in the level 15 fight?
Why am I buying Radiances? I'm such a dumbass. I see where I went wrong. But unfortunately, I thought if I jumped to Tiny, we could become friends, but all Tiny wanted was war.
Yeah, he made that pretty clear pretty quick. I mean, normally it's like you jump in and they're just gone. Was it a bit of a surprise for you?
It was a total surprise. I wanted friendship. Why the murder? Why? Why the pain? Why the agony? Ah!
Well, somebody's got to win. Sorry, Spec, it was not you. So you're going to be going home with a 6th place victory, 5th, 6th place.
It could be worse.
It could be worse. Well, thanks a lot for taking the time after your defeat, and we'll send it back to the panel.
Thank you, Purge.
Thank you, Purge, for speaking to the Haunting One. She is out, and we are going to have Ember Dazzle coming up next, gentlemen. All right, so I know we just witnessed not long ago Ember's fall to the lower bracket. Do we believe he may be shaken up for that? Because I feel if he drops it here, it may be a bit of an upset. What do you think? Do you think it's an upset, or do you think Dazzle's got it?
I think Dazzle, every time he wins, I'm just surprised. Like, any wins an upset. Now, this one's going to be weird because at level 5, how does Slight work with the poison? Does the poison follow you can't? That's going to be the problem.
Pretty sure that it will actually still catch you.
Okay.
But
if that's true, Dazzle just wins 5.
I could be totally wrong about that. There's some weird spells that actually still hit you, despite Sleight of Fist.
Yeah. I don't know.
I just don't know if
it's Graves,
Poison
right?
Touch is disjointable.
Yeah. Does it just come down to Graves? If it say it's not disjointable, I would give Dazzle the favorite here, wouldn't you?
For,
level 5
I
at
would
least.
too.
Yeah,
Just
for the
level
first 5 matchup.
Yeah.
I think it's
What about later though?
I don't know. Dazzle, I don't know. Later, Dazzle is just this guy. How?
You
Every
do not-
single
yeah,
time.
you
how?
can't-
I don't know.
You can't underestimate him. He keeps stepping up. He
But
keeps
it's Ember.
showing up.
I have Ember as my complete winner, and I'm almost rooting against this fiery boy because I'm enjoying watching Dazzle just keep moving forward when, honestly, he probably shouldn't.
I want Ember to go on too, but something just tells me Dazzle is going to win.
At level 5 or the whole
Something's
thing?
whispering
I think
to
they're
you?
good. Yeah, I'm getting the whispers here. I'm hearing a 5-15 Dazzle victory here.
5-15, 2-0 Dazzle win.
Well, failing a lot of things, he still has Shadow Wave and Shallow Grave, which he should always be able to get off.
Should.
Right? Like Ember Spirit has burst damage, but the Dazzle bots have shown themselves really good at being able to get off the abilities, as long as there's no stuns.
Yes.
Yep.
Like even against Zeus, he got it off despite all the mini stuns.
True.
So.
And I feel at level 5, Dazzle should be able to get heals and Graves off, right? Because you have a lot of... It's not like true burst, right? It's the slights hitting, and there's definitely time to do it while they're slighting the heals. So, I'll give the 5 over to Dazzle.
Let's get down to the arena for our first round of action here. Dazzle versus Ember. We're getting down to the wire, gentlemen.
We are. There's only 5 opponents left, I believe.
Yep.
Yep.
This is crazy. One of these two right in front of us could be the grand champion.
And the winner matches up against Tiny, who's just been a beast.
Yeah.
Yes, he has.
Dude, Tiny has been
And
fun to
Tiny,
watch.
it's super weird. I bet he could beat either one of these and weird ways.
Here we go. Poison touches are out, and so are the slights. There is at least
Oh,
one
there's
grave.
That's all you need.
Is that all you need?
It's not. They lost.
They lost.
It's not enough.
Did the poison get dodged? I actually.
That's
couldn't
why
see.
I said Ember Spirit.
That's smart, Cap. Did you?
Oh God, I'm losing all credibility
Yeah.
rapidly.
Indeed.
Yeah, where are the
I just
whispers
watched
coming
it.
from?
Yeah, the whispers, the old gods seem to be talking to you, Easton. It's definitely not a positive force here, and this is the big one now.
Wow.
Is it a big one, or does Dazzle just lose? You have a lot of armor.
Based on what we've seen in the
Greaves.
previous round, it's going to be. I would love to hear people for Pro Dazzle.
Greaves gets rid of chains.
Yeah.
Done. I'm on Dazzle.
They won.
You have a bunch of heal.
Got me.
They have a lot of
This
armor.
time,
A lot of
you
field
actually
armor.
have the minus armor that's going to be affecting Ember Spirit from the weave.
But it looked like poison does get dodged, which, how does bad juju work? Does the spell have to hit, or it just, if they're around
No,
you?
you
or-
just cast them.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
they're Well, I already.
But I guess if they're slighted, it wouldn't hit anyways. Sorry.
And they're going to cast all three of their abilities, which in some ways works really well for Dazzle when he's threatened by this, because he casts his heal and, which just means more minus armor.
The bad juju right away. You're losing
Yeah.
a little bit of survivability, but you're gaining a ton of damage. Like at that point, if you're just casting them all right away.
And it seemed like they all got hit by some poison touch. Yeah. I don't know if they got hit by all of it.
Most of them seemed
It
to
looked
get
like
hit.
some of them were low, but it just
I
it
was
didn't do that much at all.
mainly disappointed about the lack of graves from Dazzle on that one.
I mean, he wasn't.
There was definitely time for at least the last 3 to get it off, but they were pretty slow.
Yeah.
I think if they got it off, they actually might have won because they all get up close and then you just shadow grave or shadow wave.
Shadow wave, yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
you know what?
What?
I'm
Grant?
sticking with Dazzle. You know, I said Dazzle 2-0. It might not be 2-0. I'm gonna stay with Dazzle 2-1 now.
Okay,
Dazzle's
I was
sticking with Ember. Wow, he's sticking with Ember.
I'm going to go with Ember. Ember just seems like a better hero. I had him
Yeah.
win the whole thing. He's already looking like a
Same.
scrub. And Dazzle, you had a great Disneyland run, but this ain't Disneyland, dog.
No, it is not.
I got a.
You said he was looking like a scrub. He
Who?
just won.
Who?
Ember Spirit.
Yeah, but he
You mean
like,
in fact he's in the losers
I had
bracket?
him win the whole thing, and he's in losers bracket. That means he's
Ah.
a loser to me.
I mean, how many TI winners went through the losers bracket?
Quite a few. Was it all? No.
No.
Nah.
No.
Not last year.
Here we go.
Poisons hit.
Poisons and slights, and now the remnants forward. Any graves at all, boys? No.
No graves.
Wow.
Easy 2-0, like I called it.
Like he called it in his dreams. Easton does it again.
His signals got mixed up. It was supposed to be Ember Spirit 5 and 15.
Ember, he's good. I mean,
Someone is impersonating these heroes.
who did Ember lost to Tiny in winners? That was, I believe, it was the second round of winners, and Ember actually lost to Tiny, and guess what? That's the rematch in losers bracket, my friend.
Really?
And they played in upper bracket.
Not looking so good for
That's
anybody
rough.
who have Ember at the top. Interesting. But first, we do have a loser at the end of the day, and it's Dazzle. So let's throw things over courtside now, where we have Purge to talk to the Dazzle man himself.
Dazzle, I'm sure you're disappointed with you going out of the tournament here, but you had a great run here. What were your expectations coming into Bot TI this year?
Dazzle! I was feeling good, Kevin, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. I came in thinking I could win the whole thing. It got to me, Kevin. This Cinderella run I had going for me.
Well, what got in your way? You lost to Ember Spirit here. Do you think he's going to go all the way? Is he the reason? Was he the one thing blocking you from victory?
Well, yes, Ember Spirit was in my way, but, I've never liked fire in general. And it's just, it scared me. And I'll be honest with you, Kevin, I lost my nerves. I didn't cast my shallow grave.
Is it because fire creates light?
Yes.
But doesn't that also create shadows?
Yes.
So why do you hate fire?
Because of the Nothel realm.
Okay, we'll just take that one at face value.
It's all darkness.
So what are you doing? Were you going on a vacation after this? What are you doing with your free time now that you lost?
Yeah, I figured I'd go to Bahamas, sit on the beach for a little while.
Okay, makes sense. All right, any final parting words here before we throw you to the curb and stop caring about you?
Dazzle!
That's a great way to try to pull it back a little bit. Thanks, Dazzle, for the interview. I appreciate it. Let's go back to the panel and see who's the better teams.
We will see who's the better teams here. Dazzle, enjoy the Bahamas, enjoy the beach. I envy you and wish I could be there with you. But we got more Bot TI coming at you here.
Oh.
What's up next, huh? I know you got that bracket. Oh, Tiny Ember.
We're just
the matchup right away.
We're just going to get into it, boys. Woo, I like it.
Man.
Okay, so, I mean, how do we dissect this without saying, is the same thing going to happen again?
Dude, it's wild that people know what happened in the previous matchup.
And then they still do this.
And they still make it close.
Have you noticed too, votes are going down because I think the people at the top are just hoping you don't get it wrong, or does it matter?
I think
know.
people have started giving up because they're like, I can't make it to the top. What's the point of voting at all?
And now Ember should be pretty. It was a 2-1 though. It was a very weird matchup that Ember won that could have gone either way. This one, if you didn't know, I believe it was an Ember 2-1 in upper bracket. And will we repeat history? Does history repeat itself? That's a quote, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the time.
All the time. Okay, so why even watch this? All right, we're going to the upper bracket. No, I'm just kidding. I think Tiny.
Well, I'm
has
trying
a good chance
to
at 5.
I'm trying to recollect. Were any of the rounds like mega close? Like it could have been a factor of just a
15, yes.
resimulation.
15,
One
I
little
think so.
toss could have been wrong.
Yeah.
15 was the crutching round. Here, we're looking actually at the
Tiny
bracket.
needs to.
It was 2-1, yeah.
Tiny needs to win 5 and 15.
And he won 5 last time, and the 15 was close, as Cap says he needs to win. All it takes is one slight, maybe dodging a toss, maybe dodging a full stun. I
mean, more Maelstrom procs. There's a lot of RNG that goes into this.
There are. Maelstrom is
there's
a big deal.
the whole tree Tiny. Like, is he tossing? Is he grabbing trees? Is he splitting up?
I think at 5, is anyone going Ember, or are we all going Tiny again? Is he still the king of 5 even here?
I mean, he may be king of 5 in the tournament at this
He
rate.
seems like a beast.
Yeah.
I don't see how Ember can win this. I think even like 5 slights, he still has 1,200 life. He's not gonna kill him. And you don't have magic, the magic shield. So 5 avalanche and you're donezo.
Are we? We're certain that's that's the way it went, right? That Ember won 15 and 25.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, there's no way Ember would have won the first round. I'm certain.
You're not sure.
No, I am. Tiny won 5. Yeah,
I'm gonna say Tiny 2-0. He's gonna make a comeback and get his revenge.
It sounds like he has to win that second round for Tiny.
Eason, this has already happened in the simulation of artificial intelligence.
Simulation.
They can only learn more. They can't lose.
They've become self-aware and
Intelligence.
they're going to play better.
But what about the Ember?
You know how the OpenAI bots learned, right? By losing.
Yeah.
A lot.
Oh.
Every single time they lost, they learned something.
Get stronger. Yeah.
So you'd think pub players would be a lot better too.
Okay.
There's one in the back.
Okay.
No, there's one in the back. The Embers are done.
All right.
Calm down.
Okay.
It wasn't even close.
Still the king.
The one Tiny in
Still
the
the
back.
king.
Still the king.
I learned something new there. I didn't know that was
What, 2
a thing.
plus 2?
God.
I learned that as well.
Burn
but
so hard. Here's a wet blanket.
Did you see that toss? They were
I didn't. What
midair
happened?
and they get slight chained. It actually stops them midair.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Does? Okay.
I did not know that.
Learning.
Yeah, learning.
Like a PBS stream right now.
Now, apparently, this is where the story changed, where the tables may have turned, if you will. Ember successful in the second round, but I can't remember off the top of my head how close it was. If this
It
was
was
a
close.
convincing Ember game
was
or
close.
if because I think Tiny's best chance, I think Ember is solid for the third round. Tiny has to win this one to take the series. That's my 2 cents.
It's so much Maelstrom, right? Like maybe what if they all just proc 1 Maelstrom and they don't do enough damage? I could see, right? You have 4 in stun, 4 in toss. You have Echo Sabers. They're all 5 going to throw the trees AoE because they never attack with them. They do enough burst. It's just, will Ember do more burst?
I mean, with the remnants and stuff, I think it's just too much,
yeah.
for Tiny.
We'll
see. Maybe there's a Shadowblade play again.
I believe in him.
The solo Shadowblade Tiny leads out with Avalanche right away.
Tanks all the slights possibly as well.
Tanks all the slights, or
I mean, if that actually happens, I think Tiny wins easily.
Yeah.
If somehow just one Tiny goes ahead with Shadowblade, which we've seen.
We saw it with Crystal
more
Maiden.
And more. Yeah, we've seen I think 2 or 3
These
heroes have
bots
done now.
thinking that
Mag,
they're real people suddenly
Yep.
and can use all their spells.
I must be free, and then they die first instead.
I'm telling you, they're waking up. Let's go.
They
So
could
you're
come to
Tiny.
life.
You're going Tiny still?
I'm going Tiny. I'm on a -3 streak, so whatever.
Dude, Tiny has so much life. You know what, Eason? I'll go down on this ship with you, my friend.
Didn't you
Let's
put
go with
Ember to
Tiny.
win the whole thing?
I did, but he'll win at 25. I want to see Tiny, not
wow.
go out like a punk-ass bitch. I want to see him win a round.
Tiny won
Exactly.
earlier.
I want to see him win the whole thing.
So if Tiny wins again,
He'll win the whole thing.
he'll 2-0, and
And
we
I'm
won't
happy
see
with
at
that.
25.
And then I'll be happy with that.
Okay.
It was all a mind game.
You don't want to see the 25?
I'm mind gaming myself, actually.
Damn, mind gaming out of your seat right now.
Where's the Shadowblade?
All right. How
No
can they
Shadowblade.
go? Can
Okay.
Ember take it?
Oh, God.
The toss
It's
game.
kind of
Yo.
close.
Okay.
Any more remnants?
Oh, my
there's
God.
one guy who's super healthy.
It's Ember again.
Uh-oh.
Mind control barely. And now it gets way worse, I believe.
I still
For the
believe in
Tiny.
Tiny.
Tiny gets stankier.
Not much, though, because he has a daily. He only gains like 800 HP.
Wait a
From
minute.
15 to 25 is not that good.
The last time they played, it was 2-1 Tiny?
No, it was 2-1 Ember.
2-1 Ember.
Yeah,
Okay.
2-1
So
Ember,
last time this happened, Ember
Yeah,
won.
this is exactly what happened. It was very close 15 again.
Oh, boy.
So the chains stop the toss, but now he's got toss charges.
But you...
Well, we saw
the first toss fail, you throw him again.
Yeah. Fail. Oh, get in there, please.
Keep throwing them.
I don't see any way Tiny wins. I actually don't see any way Tiny wins. I'm trying. I mean,
oh man,
if there is a way that won't happen, if he grabs they all grab trees, don't throw them. What if? I mean, I guess you could Daedalus crit off the thrown tree, right? What if they all 5 crit?
They don't even all have 5 trees. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
But
what
with
if
that
they
said,
did?
I'm still gonna go with Tiny. I enjoy nothing more in life than being wrong.
That's good.
That's how
you must really enjoy life. Yeah, this guy's at the Bahamas right now. He's enjoying himself.
In his mind, he's sipping a pina colada. He's like, this is the best.
Why do you think I love Zephyr so much?
That's true. You guys won, though.
Yeah.
One tournament. Congratulations, Eason. No,
you guys won a lot of money.
Yeah. Come on. I think Ember takes this, though. I don't know. Is anyone for real going for Tiny? Obviously, Eason is.
I am going for Tiny, seriously.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. But
I
thought
would put
so.
Ember
You're
on
not.
this
You're
one.
getting off the ship again.
Oh yeah, Ember for sure.
You
Ember's
saw
got
the
this.
leaking in the hole, and
Yeah,
you were
I
like,
saw it.
The whispers are
not
coming
And now
where it
you
has
have,
to be.
like, you know you're getting your Daedalus hits with Sleight of Fist. Like,
Yeah.
that's happening.
Sleight of Fist
Tiny's might
charges.
just not happen. He will get his magic damage off, but now even Ember has 2.5k.
I feel like just
Spell
the chain locking them from their toss is really the nail in the coffin for Tiny. You know, it's one of those cases again where you can coast through this whole bracket, but then you get that one guy who's got that one mechanic that ruins your whole bread and butter. And I think that's what we're seeing here. But let's see if Tiny can prove me wrong. We head to the arena. It is time for game number 3, or round number 3.
Eosin, how do the whispers say that Tiny's going to win?
They didn't specify. They just said, "We got this."
They have 41 armor, though, I guess.
Yeah.
That is a lot. You're right. They are.
All that magic damage.
It's
we'll
crits.
See if it's
I feel this comes down to crits and nails from.
Oh my gosh, the chains, brother. They're so bad.
It's so much magic damage.
All right. I don't know who this goober is, but he's whispering all the wrong shit into my ear.
He's hijacked the line.
That was, I don't know. Ember's still a god at 25.
Emphatic
Time and
performance.
time,
He's looking for the run back, trying to take it all the way back to the grand finals.
Dude, I don't think I feel bad for him because he's just done, right? Because the guy he lost to is still in winners, and
Yeah,
no
who
one
was that?
can lock
Remind
him
me
out. It
again.
was Earthshaker. The
Oh.
one guy who
Pango
destroys
and
him at
Earthshaker.
25.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's the thing.
I don't think anyone put Earthshaker to win the whole thing, too.
No,
right? Interesting.
Dude,
interesting.
no one did.
We're getting excited about the matchups to come, but first things first, let's head to the side of the arena now where we have Tiny for the losers interview.
Tiny, I'm surprised you can join us. They put you together pretty quickly there, despite what just happened on the battlefield. Are you feeling okay?
Yes, I'm feeling pretty good, indeed. Forgive my headgears, it's a little, makes my voice sound a little different.
I mean, I'm surprised you can speak at all. The embers were just jumping around. What was it like on the battlefield there for
It
you?
was absolute chaos. I couldn't see anything happening. There were flames and fires, and there was, I threw my brother straight up in the air, and we fell
That
right
was
back
you?
down to the ground.
Did you panic? I mean, as soon as you saw the embers, it seemed like you just started chucking footballs, but it was your friends. And
That's
that
what we
was you?
do, though, Purge. That's what we do. We've been doing it all the way through this bracket, and unfortunately, Ember just seemed to have our number.
Yeah, you had a great run though. Congrats to that so far.
Yeah,
what are you gonna go on a vacation as well? I know Dazzle's going to the Bahamas.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Rockies.
Okay,
I'm looking for a lady.
Oh, understandable.
Hell yeah.
Good luck with that one. I'm sure you'll do great. Make sure to tell everybody you got 4th place at Bot TI.
Fourth place.
Great accomplishment. Congrats, man. Unfortunately, no trophy. You missed the cut. Sucks to be you, but we'll catch you next year. Maybe you can do better. Thanks for joining us.
Like and subscribe.
Well,
like and subscribe to what? The mysteries never abound with Tiny, man.
Woo! This guy's a nutcase. Going to the Rockies, though, pretty nice mountain. You know, I live on them. I don't blame them there. They're pretty gorgeous. We still have snow even on them. This late in the season, yes.
Wow, that must be nice. All right, great. I didn't catch what the next match was, unfortunately.
Winners bracket, my friend. It's
winners,
the winners finals.
Versus Earthshaker.
Pango versus Earthshaker. Winner bracket final time. Oh my goodness. Are we already at this point in the tournament? Let's look at the bracket up close here. Pangolier, I had him to win the whole thing, but Earthshaker, he can do a lot of work. And I'm already forecasting it's going to come down to the leap in. It's going to come down to the ball roll. Who's going to get it off first?
I actually think Earthshaker wins this 5. Am I crazy?
You're not totally crazy.
No.
There's going to be 5 fishers, right? I think there's little weird things that can happen because the fishers can force the Earthshaker to split up.
Yeah.
Also, you can't if you swashbuckle on top of a fisher. What happens is it moves you
down,
and
right?
it'll move you off of the immovable terrain, and that'll also mean your swashbuckle often misses.
That's what I was saying. I think they're just going to mess with the AI. I feel Earthshaker is just going to mess with this AI and at least win the 5. I don't know about the whole thing yet. I still want to see, obviously, but I don't know. This 5 could be a bloodbath. Pango could just win in 2 seconds like normal, right? Or the fishers make it crazy.
I think the Earthshaker camp out there is hoping that they take this one because I imagine the next round is no bueno at all, really, for Earthshaker. He's not going to have the Agnums. Yeah, he's going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. So I feel like he's got to take this first round.
Well,
I agree. Yeah.
What's the cast time on roll? Like till you when you cast it to when you start rolling?
It's significant.
Because they're going to fisher and then they might be able to walk up while they're doing it.
I mean, you have to walk.
It's crazy.
They have to walk around all these crazy fissures though to get there. All right, we're a little ahead of ourselves. That's the second round, Grant. Hit those brakes. Hit those brakes. Yeah. Pull it back, everybody. First round, winner bracket final. Let's get into it right now. Earthshaker versus.
So he's going to be super low from 5 fishers.
Yeah.
He gets off his swashbuckle afterwards. But he's also going to be able to get his shield crash before the enchant totems go off. Right? Because shield crash, just naturally, you're going to cast it a little bit before. And that could be enough. Like five shield crashes landing onto these heroes, like they're both going to be low.
Are they going to be split up?
I'm going to give it to Earthshaker.
Are they going to be split up from the fissures, make it hard target?
Oh, they are super
okay,
split
very,
up.
very low.
Oh. Disarm?
All right, well, they didn't cast anything.
They got messed up.
Cap,
they
this
did.
is that thing, remember? The Pangos always want to go to the middle. If the fishers are blocking the middle, I don't think they can. Like, I think it actually messes with their AI.
Well, it messed with them activating their level 6 now, though. Or should they still be able to shake that fissure off, activate the ult, and go forward?
I'm excited because no matter what, right, they're going to roll. The fishers, they're going to bounce off the fishers and stuff. It's going to be legit pure mayhem in this one either way. Ooh,
I don't know if they're going to dunk the balls or if they're going to wait properly or what's going to happen.
He might, immediately cast Shield Crash and jump into this cluster of fishers.
Yeah.
He'll do that thing where he gets stuck and then he pops out.
And he tries to,
and then dunked.
And then gets dunked as a result.
I can't believe I think I favor Earthshaker at 15 over Pango. I think I actually favor him, though.
Just because
the mayhem he creates. I think the fishers, right? Yeah, they'll do 50% this time, and then you just walk up and get one ulti before the ultis of Pango.
I mean, if it's not this, it's going to be the next round.
Yeah, it's like
you
I'm
can
super
always
curious about the
fisher
start.
and Enchant Totems stun. So Earthshaker will win one of these rounds.
I think so.
Think?
I think he wins 25 really convincingly.
Yep.
And then this one, I think Grant is right. I think Earthshaker's going to win this one too. I think the fissure is going to ruin Pango.
Yeah,
he does have the cast range. Sorry,
no.
Pango now, so maybe he'll cast it sooner than the fishers. But he'll still get stunned. But they might get disarms or something, and it messes. I don't know.
I always see him prioritize roll first. That's
always
the problem.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm sharing all the same sentiments here. I'm super curious how the start of this one is going to go. Let's head to the arena side because I'm curious if the Pango gets hit from the fissures, is he even going to cast the ultimate?
It's going to be really long where they all bounce off of the fissures and then go out to the outer edges of the map.
I want to see it. Because the only other crazy one we've seen, it was actually Pango's Pango versus Visage with Aghanims. So they were just killing birds halfway across the map. It's pretty funny. Let's see. Will they get the roll? I feel the back ones will get the roll off without getting fissured.
All right, they're lined up for Fissure.
Hey, they're dead.
Round 25, they're dead.
Wait, they didn't go for
Okay.
That was actually really lucky for Earthshaker.
Man, if they rolled back at all, that would...
Wait, here they come! Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh! They have the damage reduction. They won?
They have the shield crash. They won.
Wow. Two Pango bots.
Yo, that scepter is insane.
It is.
That
Pango
is hype.
Scepter with Maelstrom. Like, it is the two best items we talked about for a hero. Wow.
Well, though, I just think this one is more convincingly Earthshaker because of what I saw there. I mean, without question, he will get the fissure off and follow it up with an Enchant Totem Leap. The ult is not even going to happen. I will predict that they just decimate the Pango team. Pango doesn't even get an ult off.
I think that is the case as well.
100-0.
Naysayers.
No damage.
Well, you're wrong. Pangolier, he has been doubted day in and day out, night after night. But guess what? He will finally end up losing here. You're right. Earthshaker, easy win at 25. Maybe not easy. Dude, I don't know.
No one
I mean,
can
it's
really
just
feel
perfectly
easy.
like they made the enchant totem so the Aghanims that it's fast enough that you can always fissure and then enchant
get
totem
it.
fall up.
It's
That way you can consider it before Blink Dagger. It's like the whole point.
All right. I mean, I picked Pango to win this whole thing, but it looks like he might have to try to do it from the lower bracket.
Nope.
My prediction says, along with all of ours, fissures, here they come.
Well,
boy.
Yep, I think, this one was pretty clear cut.
Onyx is like, hey, I'm here, guys.
dude, Earthshaker
Damn.
25.
Earthshaker.
Earthshaker 25 is a beast.
Did we just watch the champion,
Unbeatable.
Yeah,
We
might be
might.
watching
We may
the
have just seen the
He's
champion.
in Grand. That's our first Grand finalist, my
Woo!
friend.
Earthshaker, the flat earther, man. He is really getting
How
through
does
this
he
one.
keep doing it?
I
Wow.
don't know.
Science is a lie. Oh, man. Wow.
All right, we go ahead. That was a winner bracket match, so we throw it over now to Purge, who has the winner. It's Earthshaker.
Earthshaker, congrats, man. Huge victory going all the way to the grand finals. They called you a conspiracy theorist. They said that you weren't going to do very well. What do you got to say right now?
Moo. Sorry, I had to cough and clear up my voice. This is Earthshaker. You know what? The hater's going to stay hating, but you know what I care about? I care about the W's more than anything. I don't care about what I think. I don't care about what you think. I just care about winning.
Well, you convincingly won that. The first round, that you left him shattered. Round 2, you had some trouble. Do you want to talk about round 2?
If I have to, I want to I want to help the interviewer out, obviously. I kind of walked in there and I was like, this is going to be easy. And it wasn't me, obviously. It was the other Earthshaker. And he walked in and he decided to use Enchant Totem instead of ulting. And I was like, what are you doing? And he said, well, I've seen Sumail be cocky and throw games. Why can't I? Well, he did, but we won. So it's okay.
That sounds tough to deal with. Are you guys do you have anything to work on behind the scenes, getting ready for the grand finals later on, or?
No, I think we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. We're already planning out our grand finals meal. Obviously, I don't eat cow myself. That would be cannibalism, but, we're seeing what we're going to eat later.
What's your favorite type of meat to eat?
I love
pork man,
some
or-
venison.
Venison? Okay.
Give me the venison. I have bloodlust.
Unfortunately, Enchantress was eliminated a lot earlier, so may not be able to nail that one tonight, but unless you slip in her DMs maybe. But thanks for the interview. I appreciate it, and we'll catch you later in the grand finals.
Thank you very much, Purge. You're a great asset.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Good to know.
Yep.
Earthshaker
Venison.
thinks highly of Purge, and
Yes.
he enjoys venison. So
What
that's
is
great.
venison's pretty chewy, right?
Yeah, it's a little tougher.
Never tried.
I haven't personally tried, unfortunately. Or not fortunately. I don't know.
Very healthy
I
for
have
you,
had
though.
duck, which I don't know if it's any worse or better.
Quail or
Another
duck?
cute animal, which, all right, we got to get off this right
Quail
now.
or duck? Murder 'em.
All right, well, that means Earthshaker again is going to be in the grand finals.
Yep.
So let's head back to the lower bracket now, where we have a couple more series to go. What do we got coming up now?
We got Pango and Ember. This is losers finals, my friend.
Oh, my
we get to see
goodness.
the Pango play right away and look at 88-70. This is how it should be. I think this should be pretty even.
This one is tough.
Yeah, what happens in the what happens with the swashbuckle and sleight of fist interaction, right? We dodging all the swashbuckles right away?
I feel they might be.
They might be.
Right? I feel they will.
I mean, the thing is, you might not dodge all of them, but you might, as long as you dodge the majority of it, I
Yeah.
think you're fine, right?
And you're all going to get slighted. Your only ability that you're really going to get off of all 5 is Shield Crash.
Your level 1 shield crash.
Yeah. And the damage reduction is good, but you've already taken a ton of damage.
Actually, Ember has always slight chained. Does that cancel Swashbuckle?
No, you're still going to complete your swashbuckle.
But you get locked
You're gonna
in
be
where you
chained.
land. Yeah. I think this.
I'm going to give it to Ember. I think Ember's going to win 5, but I think he will lose That's a tough one, actually.
Yeah.
I think he'll lose 15. I don't know about 25.
How good do you think Ember would be if he still could silence on hit? Would he actually? I mean, he's obviously already a top 3 in a bot. Would he be the favorite then?
Oh, Pango?
You mean
silencing?
Yeah, Pango silencing.
I think he would actually be a legit favorite.
Yeah.
He would be okay.
For because that many swashbuckles, you're almost going to guarantee someone's going to get a silence.
Yeah. I don't know. I think this one. I agree. No, I don't.
I think Ember takes
don't
5.
know at 5. 5's a weird one on
Sound
this
like
one.
you're struggling over here.
I am. I'm actually freaking out. Eason, you said you picked.
I said Ember.
Ember.
Yeah,
Cap.
for 5.
If they all do get swashbuckled, right, with the minus armor coming out, it's pretty much no armor left.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's going to be Ember because Slide is going to dodge.
They're going to dodge. Yeah.
80 more HP as well.
It's going to dodge
matters.
some damage from the swashbuckle.
Did they already face off before?
They did not know.
No. They
Right,
did
you guys
not
sound
match
so
up in the upper
confident that
bracket.
the Slide is going to dodge.
That's why, yeah. I feel it's because of the. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Pango. They've got the burst damage. I've always checked. It's either good stats or burst damage. They have more burst. Let's go, Pango.
I'll back the Pango too. Yes. Pango maybe 2-0 on this one.
Easy.
Let's
I think
see.
the problem's going to be is Swashbuckle should be cast first, but it means they're going to get in range of the Embers, who are going to be like, oh, well, you're now in range of casting Sleight of Fist.
Yeah, it's who casts what first.
And how close together the Ember's going to be? Maybe the Pangos can get a lot of damage in. Oh, that slight dodge was there.
Wait, 2 of them had it.
Was it? Well, there was a couple left
That was
over.
a little delayed.
Yo, disarm them. There's a disarm.
They're smacking him. They're smacking him down. Looks like they got it. One left.
Yeah,
like
And
30% damage reduction. They did not take as much damage as I thought they would.
I didn't. I was very wrong about
And
that.
2 of the Pangos actually saved their slide. The first 3 went up, but they actually had 2 that pretty much fully hit 4 of them. So Pango, Dakota, we know something over here. Like we've been actually watching. Apparently, no offense, guys. Maybe you have been. I don't know, but. Now the 15. We got items, and we have exactly the same items besides phase boots and mana boots.
True.
Intriguing.
But
Ember,
huh?
Ember.
Why?
Do you think he gets the chains off before the rolling ult, or he just survives the rolling ult?
No, he will get the chains off.
But you can roll while you're chained, right? It just cancels it while you're, but then you can cast it right after, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But will the bot do it, or will the bot be like, couldn't cast ult, must
I think
change ideas?
I think the immediate slight chain Maelstrom damage is going to be too much for them to handle. And then I think like with the random remnant jumps and everything, they're going to dodge the ultimate.
Oh boy.
Easy Ember for 15.
No.
I could see that world.
This is such an easy Pango 2-0. Eason, I feel so confident about this that I feel you should change your vote to be with me.
I agree with Grant.
I think
because I don't think they're going to interrupt all of the Pangos.
As long as
There's
one of them
going to
gets it
be
off.
some Rolling Thunder going off.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they might like remnant in and commit, but if just like 2 Rolling Thunders are going out
with a
get
W
a shield crash.
Yep. I mean, it's like we saw versus ES, right? They won the 15 just because it just takes one. Like 1 Rolling Thunder into 1 bounce into 35 Maelstrom procs, because that's why it's coded for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, even with the matchup against Tiny, a couple of the Tinys were able to toss forward, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they would have to chain all of them down if none toss forward at all. I'm with Cap on this one. I feel like there's going to be a couple of Rolling Thunders to come out, and that's more than enough to disrupt the Embers game.
All right, Ember, let's go.
All right. Aos on Ember.
Yeah.
But maybe they roll through at the same time as they're remnanting in.
That's what I'm saying.
And so they don't hit anything.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's going to happen.
The Ember Spirits blow up like the 1 or 2 or 3 Pangos. They just
they're going to all
I
get
feel like
blown
it's a
up,
lot
right?
of maybes for Ember, because now you
No,
got
there's no
maybe
maybes.
chain them all. Maybe they will, dodge remnant, dodge the roll. Pango's just doing his same plan he's been doing.
You guys are going to get embarrassed right here.
All right, I see 1, 2. Oh.
2 died.
Oh.
2 get it off.
They're
but
chasing.
They're just getting chased around.
Oh my
and they
God!
can't actually
it's cat
cast.
and mouse.
Huh.
Well,
and it happened just the way I said it would.
That was.
Look, I'm.
Wow,
many
Ember
remnants
was
do you
actually
get at 15?
pretty ruthless
Jesus.
there, not
Yeah,
going to
he
lie.
was.
He just simply didn't care about the balls, chased them down, and finished them off without really too much trouble. That is crazy. I mean, obviously, Pango is champion.
If you keep chasing the ball, you're never going to get hit by the ball, I guess.
because they're not turning around.
I'm telling you guys, they like dodge everything. They just keep casting it.
Yeah, they do.
I may be wrong like 4 times in a row, but I got to be right eventually, right?
That's true.
Now, did the Pango hit the Ember enough that these new super items would kill him?
I think this is going to be the exact same as 15. Just
Yeah, welcome.
even worse.
Welcome.
I had Ember
You have a
Spirit.
Daedalus.
Ember, let's go.
I had Ember Spirit winning the whole thing. I will at least see him in the grand finals. where he's going to get slaughtered by Earthshaker. I think both of these heroes get slaughtered by Earthshaker.
I think
but
Earthshaker might be
I hope,
way
I had Pango third. I had Ember Spirit in the grand finals. At least that's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right? Wait, who were your top two? Was it Ember, Pango? Is that what you just said?
I had Ember in first and Pango in third place.
Okay. I had Ember first, Pango second. So, I'm already lost, but pretty close. I don't know. I think Ember takes this one convincingly. It just I think it's going to be the same thing. You're just doing more. You have a dayless Maelstrom Link. Yeah.
Slight charges.
Grant, I had Nyx in the finals, so
Did you? Ooh, yikes.
I mean,
I'll scoot over this way.
I had Zeus, so don't go too far.
Whoa! Scoot over this way to the Whisper.
It was me the whole time.
Jesus. No wonder
the
why.
ultimate plot twist.
No wonder why I got all the other ones wrong.
M. Night Shyamalan is directing this panel.
It all makes sense now. I was right like 6 times straight when Grant wasn't here.
Yep, and then hello. So let's see it. This is it, level 25. Losers bracket finals. We're going to know our grand finalists, baby.
Who's going to take on Earthshaker? Waiting in the wings right now. Will it be Pango? Will it be Ember?
Oh, it's Sirax and Slacks. Oh, the one chance they could lose is here.
Oh, I see a captain there, too. Oh, we're screwed.
Let's go over.
Dude, I don't play Ember Spirit.
Let's see how good Cap is. He's third in line right now behind Casey. Will they sacrifice or will they just go in? Oh, three of them got rolled.
Hit.
Yo. Why are they...
Dodge.
Oh,
Dodge everywhere.
Pango.
Dude,
they're going
Pango.
Uh-oh.
They have so much shield crash, though.
Oh, we lost.
And it's Pango. It's Pango going to grand finals.
Damn.
Why did
the rematch?
It felt like the Embers casted less remnants,
less
than, and you're level 20. I guess it doesn't matter because you're not really restoring them.
Well,
that was weird.
The initial roll-in did so much damage.
Yeah, it did.
They all got hit by shield crash rolling thunder hit right at the start.
Dakota asked that, and we kind of blew you off. You're like, with these items, will they? And we're like, no. And then it did. Like, they were just all at 20%. Holy smokes, dude.
Well, I am wrong again. It's cool.
Wow. That's whatever.
Pango is going to be grand finals to take on the Earthshaker.
In a rematch of the winners bracket finals. The reset.
It was an impressive run by Ember, but unfortunately his fiery journey ends here. We do still have him, though, for an interview, so let's throw it over to Purge.
Ember, painful loss there. Oh, you looked like you had it. What happened? Round 15 looked so good for you, and then round 25 happened. What happened there?
I forgot the teachings of Confucius. Hubris has slayed me.
You're too confident? Is that what you're trying to say?
I listened to my coach, Eosin. He said, you guys just hit slight, win the game, but we miscalculated.
Have you ever considered blaming RNG? Those Syrian chains maybe hit the wrong Pangos there. They got 3 rolling boulders off in the last round.
I don't think it was RNG. I think we just got too cocky. We could have just all thrown our spirits in and won, but that's life.
That's true. You did have 25 spirits or something. Yeah, that was pretty dumb of you. I hope you feel bad. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm done with you. Get the hell out of here. You suck. See you later, man.
Okay.
Damn. Ruthless Purge is in grand final mode already. I can't wait for it. And we're not going to wait too long. Let's go ahead and just start breaking it down now. Gentlemen, it is grand final time. It is time for Earthshaker versus Pango. Let's check out the bracket. Let's check out how we got here in the first place. What happened? What happened over these past 4 days? Man, it has been 4 long days.
Yep, there you see Earthshaker. He went through Medusa. It was a 2-1. Look at all of his wins have been 2-1s. He has not had 1-2-0, which is pretty impressive.
I thought that was going to be his downfall, honestly. I thought the fact that when he first showed up and I saw no Aghanim Scepter for his 15, I was just like, what are you guys doing? Why are you building Shadowblade and Force Staff over an Aghanim Scepter? Yeah. But
paid off, I guess.
His track record looks like he's the king of, round 1 and 3, pretty much.
That's what he's even won wait, I swear. No, I guess he would have to.
He won 15 against Dusa.
That's what it was, because he lost round 5, so he had to win 15. I was like, he won 1-15. That's just because they can't do anything to, stun or anything.
But I feel like even in the groups that a lot of times he was losing his 15.
Yeah. Pangolier, a lot of 2-1s as well. Did win the 2-0 over Crystal Maiden, and then, 2-1 in the lower bracket. So it's been all 2-1s. At least it's been even. No stomps lately.
Yeah. Pangolier was on a commanding course to make it all the way to the grand finals, and it wasn't until that winter final matchup.
It's funny. It's all the ones that have those clean 2-0s. Look at Tiny. 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0. Those kind of heroes like Zeus and Spectre. It's like they just squash everybody. They just dumpster everybody until they run into like their counter.
That
you know?
one little niche mechanic that ruins their whole day.
Yeah. Zeus runs into his counter, and apparently Dazzle. Thought Nyx Assassin was going to be his counter, but apparently it's Dazzle.
Yeah. I mean, that was a hype finish. That was really funny.
So, man, we've seen Earthshaker Pang already in the winners bracket, so now I'm trying to rack my brain. How does it change?
How can they re-simulate this? Try to run it back. Try to think about the rounds. Was it close? Was it by like one character or two?
Okay. I mean, round 5 was like a swashbuckle problem, right?
They just didn't do anything. They got stunned first, right? And then didn't swashbuckle at all. Like, shouldn't
Wait, I thought they won the 5, didn't they?
So the
no, they got
changed.
dumped. Yeah, they got dumped.
No, it was they got hit by the fissures, and it was very awkward after that.
They won.
I don't know about 12%, though. I mean, obviously we've already seen it happen. I feel like Pango just one little adjustment, right?
No, I'm with you. I believe in the comeback.
I don't know.
I'm rooting for the underdog.
It's the same story again. Like, Pango really needs to win this first round. Like, really has to win this first round because Earthshaker, I feel like, is just set to not win the second round. But that third round, he just becomes like a whole new level.
Yep. And also, if you didn't know at home, if Pango does win this, there is a bracket reset, correct? I believe. We would.
I
really?
believe.
I believe there's a bracket reset. There was last year.
The first bracket reset?
Yep. There could be a
In
bracket
Bot TI?
reset.
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure I was told, but I could be wrong.
I
could just be straight up lying to everyone.
could.
But someone will tell us. No? Okay.
We'll find out later.
Maybe Pango just loses, Maybe this guy's just a loser. But he's not because he's in Grand.
Grant, lying implies that you know what you're talking about in the first place.
So you're saying I'm just being a confused idiot?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair. I'll take it.
No bracket reset is the
Done.
word. You heard it.
Confirmed it.
Done.
You're confirmed.
See,
Not
Grant
the crazy
is
whisperer.
not a liar.
Yeah,
So
he's not the whisperer. It's
Winner
someone
of
else
this,
out there.
Winner of this, then this is it. This is one best of 3. No BO5, no nothing. One best of 3. Who can take it? I won.
I'm going with Pango.
Don't hurt yourself.
I'm going with
late.
Pango. I'm going with Pango.
At 5 or the whole thing?
The whole thing.
All right. Well,
What about 5?
What about 5?
I think Pango will fix his mistakes and actually swashbuckle correctly. and-
Wow.
I think he can.
Did
and dodge
history
fissures.
repeat itself earlier?
Don't know.
Didn't it?
It did.
Yeah.
I'm going to believe in
So it's
history
going to repeat
then.
itself again.
I did decently in 5th grade, and I know that history, that's where I learned most of it. It's going to be an easy win. Earthshaker, you know what? He's not even going to need 3 rounds. He's going to win 2-0. Earthshaker, the beast.
All right, let's get into it. I'm ready. Round 1 hype action here. Level 5s, no items except for branches.
Just kidding. Go, Pango!
Pango 2-0. Let's go.
Pango 2.
Oh, it's the caster's stack.
Really,
Cap Pango is going to carry this.
really needs to hit and connect on these spells. Really needs to get this round 1 win.
Let's see. Cap's leading the way with Casey.
Spread.
Dude, just one of them needs to jump early, and they're not.
Well,
wait, they might do enough here.
Get the swashbuckles! Shield crashes? Anything?
No.
Even worse than last time. I think you killed one last time. Pango did, pardon me. Dude,
Wow.
Earthshaker's just a dominating force in the bot T. Like, no one really expected him from the beginning, and now look at him. But here's his weakest
Look at
round,
him
right?
now.
This is his weakest round. Pango won this in winner's bracket.
Yep.
Barely.
Well, now he has to. He has to win.
How
Stay
did,
alive.
how did no one in the bracket ever 2-0 Earthshaker?
I don't know.
His level 5 is not that strong.
it looks pretty good.
It's just that whoever win against,
compared to other 5s.
Because he's a strength hero, though, right? With a long-range nuke. He just has a lot of HP, I guess. Like, you get HP, you win. And now you have the HP again. You have the rolls will go off. We've already seen.
Yep.
I think it's Earthshaker 2-0 still. I think they won't make this mistake of letting one. Because the first time it happened, the Earthshaker, the first one leading the charge, enchant totemed instead of. He enchant totemed, then ulted. I feel he's going to clean up his. He's going to clean it up and just ulti immediately. Easy dub.
Could be.
I think Earthshaker's going to win the whole thing at this rate, but
not this round.
Pango is not going to win this round. Or Pango's going to win this round.
Pango's going to win this round?
Yeah.
All right. Cap?
Get a bleeding
I love
again?
Earthshaker and Pango. I want to see Pango at least force it to a game 3. Let's go, Pango.
Let's see if it can happen. We throw it down to the arena now. It's time for round 2 action. Are we going to have our new champion in Earthshaker with a 2-0?
This time it's the opposite of what Grant's saying.
What?
This time it's going to be less people are going to get fissured.
Okay.
Therefore, more Rolling Thunders are going to go off successfully.
Okay. Even though at level 5 they all got fissured.
Yeah.
Okay.
One guy didn't get fissured all the way. He was half off.
Let's see.
Well,
one in the back.
One in the back.
Oh, they're good.
Thunders?
They are good.
Whee! Oh, God.
Not,
Don't
they
hit the
have
fisher.
to roll back.
Oh, hit,
oh my
hit
God.
the other fisher,
Wow.
though.
Oh my God, it saved them.
Yeah. And they're rolling in circles.
Another echo, but at this point, the damage had been done. We're going to game 3.
Huh.
Pango
I believe
stays
in
alive.
Pango.
So it's the same as winners bracket
Yeah,
so far.
I don't know. I remember now. I made that
Yep.
call. I said
You did.
they're going to jump in. They're going to get everything they want. Pango's not even going to ult. They're all going to die, and that is exactly what happened.
This is
Can
like,
it happen again? Will they resimulate in a way that somehow some ults roll out, and we get a upset here?
This is like 99.99 to 0.01.
So there is a chance.
So there's
What
a
is
chance.
it? What is it?
They break
Don't
their
enchant
keyboards.
totem?
They break their keyboards.
But
and
they don't
now-
even have
The-
keyboards.
Oh.
They're botsiest, and there's no chance.
All right,
The
it's-
zeros and
it's
the
100
ones
and
would
zero.
have to
What
change.
about an
It's
infection
100
in the
and 0.
code? Some Matrix shenanigans happens. Agent Smith shows up.
I mean, what would actually have to break? What's a realistic possibility they wouldn't cast? It feels like they jump in and don't ulti. Is that like the most realistic option? I don't know.
So the fisher doesn't hit one of the back line,
And he gets it off like immediately.
and he gets off the roll that saves everybody else when the enchant totems are coming in.
Okay, so
because if you hit him,
You might actually come back with the fissure too.
right?
Okay,
So
so it is
I'm gonna go
be-
with the 0.01 Pango.
You know, this is my favorite hero dating all the way back to Dota 1 until Pango came out, which is Earthshaker. And then Pango came out, and
It's
he's
your new
replaced
favorite.
as my new favorite hero. I feel like I'm fighting between like my two children. This is like Sophie's Choice, the Dota version for me.
Well, who are you killing?
I can't.
Well, who are you murdering?
Don't make me do it, Grant.
I think it's Earthshaker easy. It's going to be a repeat, and we
Yeah.
have our new champion. It's an easy Earthshaker.
I wrote Pango in caps because he's gonna win.
Dang.
0.01%.
All right, Cap. We'll let you until they meet middle. You can decide then.
Okay.
All right.
Dakota,
I'm ready.
what about you? Are you an Earthshaker boy still?
I
You-
think
you
it's going to
liked
be the
it.
same
Yeah,
thing.
he's a
I think we're
beast.
going to see the same thing we saw in the upper bracket. So let's go ahead. Let's get into the arena for what could be the very last match. What is the very last match
Yes,
of
it
Bot
is.
TI 2?
And ladies and gentlemen, on the right side it will be Invictus Gaming playing the Pangolier. But over on the left side, the challenger, it's going to be OGTI winners playing that. Oh, my God, he's rolling it early.
Who is this man? He believes he's a real boy. That's not right.
Oh, but they got the fishers up. Oh, my God. I think it's enough. Pango's got it.
It's Pango.
No, they're rolling it up.
Oh, they're stuck in the fissure.
Get him, baby! Roll back in.
I think Earthshaker still has this.
Does he still
Where
have
is
it?
everyone?
He doesn't. Everyone's
He's dunking on
swashbuckled
everyone
now.
else.
Oh
He just
my
one-shot
God, the crit.
Daedalus.
Oh, he got bashed though. Swashbuckle.
Oh, it's still looking like
They're coming
Earthshaker.
back.
Oh, the shields.
Oh! Yo, Invictus
my.
gaming on the Pango.
0.01.
I believe I'm a real boy. Pango just like
Right here.
rolls
Dude,
out
that
in
was
the
such
front.
a sick play.
Pango in
Wow.
caps. I believed.
You know what's funny? I was like, what about the Shadow Blade for it? And I saw no Shadow Blades, and I was like,
all right.
well,
Bad
I guess
roll
that can't
for-
happen. It's a rolling thunder forward.
That was great.
That was insane.
That was so good.
What in the world possessed them to actually cast the aura
They got
away?
smarter.
Never seen that.
Dude, we talked about it, right? Ember and Pango bots like got smarter as the game went on, and Pango, it really paid off for him.
I'm shocked.
Wow.
I mean,
That
I
was amazing.
Picked Pango to win the whole thing. I'm sure everything after that was hot garbage from me, but
Yeah.
it's like I was for sure certain I was about to see Earthshaker take it, but my God. It's got to go out like that. I hope we get to talk to that particular Pango to get his word on the grand final. We send it over to Purge now, ringside.
What a match. We got the MVP of the match here. Pango, what was going through your head in that last match?
Thank you, Purge. It was a hell of a match to end the tournament. I think that, what can I say, Purge? It just came to me.
Did you drop something on your keyboard?
No. Enlightenment, my friend. Enlightenment. Have you ever been in love, Purge? Have you ever encountered the woman of your dreams and you've seen her and you just, like light from heaven shone down upon her? You experienced that?
Who was the woman in your example?
For me, it was Rolling Thunder. For me, it was go, become a ball, go forward. And that's how I won.
And
None of my brothers believed in me, but I I found inspiration.
Well, actually, this is the other Pango, and that's incorrect. I believed in him.
Okay, one of my brothers believed in me.
Okay. Well, incredible performance there. You took the win. You're the Bot TI champion. Congratulations. How does it feel right now?
Oh, it's amazing, Purge. It's like dreams come true, you know. There are words out there in French, which I will not speak because this is an English-speaking audience, but I definitely know French.
It's great. Be very considerate.
But in my home tongue, I would be able to express better. But here, it fills my heart with so much joy.
I can believe that. What are you going to do with the prize money? That's what everybody at home wants to know.
Oh, the 30,000 megabits. Well, I'm going to invest. I'm going to come back stronger, and I'm going to be the first 2-time Bot TI champion.
That's pretty strong words there, but considering your performance today, I think it's time to talk strong. So congrats to you, Pangolier. You take the trophy, the prize money, and all of the glory. Congrats to you, and we'll see you next time.
Woo!
Wow. Congratulations to Pango. Very humble, very happy, and a very grateful champion here. So that's it, guys. That's Bot TI. Pango takes us. Some of us felt that was the case. Some of us not certainly so. But, you know, we got some final thoughts to put out here. Grant, we could start with you, then work our way down. Bot TI, we're done.
As you know, me and Bots, we go back a little bit. You know, I've been on the Will Smith anti-Roa. But after this, after seeing the Pango Bot, this has encouraged me to just love artificial intelligence. Maybe a little too much even.
Okay. Great, Grant.
Well, this Bot TI, this Bot TI was great. There was a lot of upsets, a lot of surprising wins and losses. Very happy to see a new champion. Very happy to see all the previous champions get dumpstered in the first round as well.
Destroyed.
Yeah. And yeah, this was a great event.
You know, my bracket could not have been more wrong in many ways, but one of this second Bot TI proved that it can be a very different experience considering how all the old champs went out pretty early. And even just like whether it's bracket changes or like little things like blade mail being taken out, like I would love to see like blink daggers being replaced with like items that
a useful item they use.
Yeah, since they're not actually using them to give them stat item, who knows? Like we could see an entirely different bracket again.
Sans instead of a blink, you never know,
Everything could change next year. New seeding, new items. It could also depend on you at home, too, how you play the Dota buff, how you play the heroes, where are they going to be seeded, what are they going to be wielding next Bot TI. It's something to consider in your pubs in the future. But that wraps things up here. But we got one last special treat for you. I'm sure maybe some of you out there remember our musical performance from last year by Dead Void. A little controversial, and it seems like he's been able to come back, refine his art, and present us with a brand new musical track. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send away the show to Dead Void.
Woo! I love you, Dead Void!
Tough luck. Death shadows us all. Well, what did you expect? Round them down. Tough luck. Death shadows us all. Well, what did you expect? Round them down.